You told us that before, right?
Audio issues fixed.
Good?
Sorry. Yeah. I don't know why I keep doing that.
Alex, we were just saying, shout out to you, man, because it says right here, you're the number one, our number one supporter. So shout out to you, bro. For real. And also let us know if
Yeah,
you can hear us.
Can you hear us
Yeah.
now, Alex?
We didn't test record beforehand because we got here
We
a little bit
didn't.
late.
Yeah.
So that's my bad.
Yeah, we're good. We're getting audio.
Whoever's got sound on, turn it off because we don't get reverb and copyright or whatever.
That's not me. That's Geo.
It's off. It's off.
Of course it was Geo, man. Who else would it be? I gotta move my laptop to the
Wow.
side. I gotta keep.
We still have nothing. Could this also be because that like
BB.
Woj and Shams aren't competing anymore?
Yeah.
So like Shams doesn't have to
Rush
to get out news.
Well, remember too, it's the fact that there's not as many marquee free agents this year anymore.
There isn't too.
So that's kind of the main reason why, I think.
Yeah.
We should go over a list of
Yeah,
who
I have-
are the free agents.
Oh yeah,
I have the list right here. We're gonna put on the screen in just a moment.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Let me
A
just-
lot of re-signings happened. I'm sure you guys saw ones that we knew were going to happen, but some that were a little like interesting to us. Some that we thought would leave but did not leave.
How do you want me to organize the free agency? You want me to go by like points per game? You want me to go by?
Go from the top, like free agent to the bottom.
Yeah, but do you want me to go like? How do you want me to sort?
Yeah,
it?
do
points per game.
points per game.
Points per game. Okay,
Yeah.
let me just close this ad on the NBA's website. Because why not just get it from the source itself? Unless we could go to like Sport Track or something so we can track their previous salary.
Yeah, we could. Yeah, keep the
So,
boat track open.
Let me do that instead. So I'll go just based on total value. So let us kind of dive right in. Alex said we are big chilling now. Yes, indeed we are. So let's dive into some free agency stuff. So on the screen right now, I'll kind of zoom in a bit so y'all can see a little bit better. It's kind of like where we're at free agency wise. I don't know why this is a little bit off-centered. So let me do this instead. Hang on.
You know who I would pick up in
Who?
free agency? Michael Beasley, because he's been absolutely lighting it up in the what's it called, the Big Three League or
Big
something.
Three League,
He's
yeah.
been killing it, man.
Tell me why I care.
Okay.
They don't even put the big league.
Crazy.
They don't even put the big league on ESPN.
Bro, did you see Lance Stevenson
They
was
should.
cooking
I
yesterday?
saw. Did you see his celebration? He was like,
Dude, it was insane. Nuts.
mad funny.
But on the screen right now, you guys should be able to see the list of free agency, like free agents that have already been agreed to. So obviously, we know Kyrie Irving opted out and re-signed a 3-year, $119 million contract with the Dallas Mavericks. Then Fred VanVleet also opted out and re-signed on a 2-year, $50 million contract with the Houston Rockets. Then Sam Merrill re-signed with the Cleveland Cavaliers at $38 million, which means that Ty Jerome is likely gone in free agency. So interesting to see what will happen with him. We'll talk about him in just a little bit. Davion Mitchell obviously re-signed a 2-year, $24 million deal with the Miami Heat. Zaire Williams and Day'Ron Sharpe signed 2-year, $12 million deals with the Brooklyn Nets. Nick Batum just re-signed on a 2-year, $11.6 million deal with the Los Angeles Clippers. Joe Ingles, at the ripe age of 89.5, is still going strong in the NBA, signing a 1-year, $3.6 million vet minimum contract with the Minnesota Timberwolves, as did Garrett Temple with the Toronto Raptors. Jayshawn Tate was one of the first 3 re-signings that Houston intended to make with their bench players. He's back on a 1-year, $3 million deal. And Colin Gillespie most recently signed a 1-year, $2.3 million contract to remain with the Phoenix Suns. And he's pretty much been on a two-way his whole career. So congratulations to Colin Gillespie on that. And, obviously we got some other re-signings and smaller deals, like Justin Edwards is back with the 76ers, and that's kind of really about it. So do we have anything that sticks out to y'all that you want to talk about out of the free agents that are re-signed?
The ones that are re-signed, nothing crazy. Like, I feel like all these guys we knew were going back there. Davion, I like because he's low-key going to be the starting point guard there. Actually, no, Terry Rozier was just cleared for his gambling charges, actually.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he was.
Okay.
So Rozier's going to be back there. So Davion could start. Who knows? And then Yakuchonis is probably going to be that backup guard.
Mm-hmm.
Happy for Zaire and Day'Ron being back. They needed to re-sign both those guys to the exact same deal as well. So that's good by the Nets to pick those guys up. Batum, I feel like Clipper for life now. Temple, I thought retired. That's crazy.
No, he never did.
Yeah. Everything else I kind of saw. Sam Merrill got a nice deal. Good for him. He's that sharpshooter off the bench for them. And then obviously we know Jerome's not coming back because of Lonzo Ball, but we're not going to discuss that
Exactly. Yeah.
until the pod.
Any trades that have happened and went down, we're going to save for the pod.
Yeah. So we know Jerome's leaving there, pretty much so.
Yeah.
And then we forgot about like LeBron and Harden re-signing. We knew that Nas and Randall re-upping in Minnesota, both of them staying, which I thought was pretty shocking.
Exactly.
I thought one would leave, one would go. One would leave, one would stay.
Let's go over to Sham's Twitter real quick. Nas Reed signed a 5-year, $125 million contract to remain with the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Yeah.
Which likely means that Nickeil Alexander-Walker is out the door. We'll talk about him in a little bit as well because there's a lot of rumors surrounding him. And then you said Randall and LeBron. LeBron James is opting into his $53 million contract, so could be on the move this season. However, the trade market for him is not great, so we'll have to keep an eye on him. And then with regard to Julius Randle signing a 3-year, $100 million contract with the Minnesota Timberwolves. So, Gio, based off of these simple roster changes with the Timberwolves, obviously retaining Randle, retaining Nas, but losing Nickeil Alexander-Walker, what are your thoughts on the Timberwolves kind of going forward in the West next year? How good will they be exactly?
I think that depends on how good their point guard play is going to be. I think, what's his name?
Mike Conley?
No, the other guy.
Rob Dillingham?
I want Rob Dillingham to take a huge step up this coming season. I understand he's undersized and he may not be the best defender, but in terms of offensive just creativity, offensive shot creating ability for his teammates and for himself, I think he's really outstanding.
Yeah.
And if he can take a step up, this team will be fine. And in terms of Randall and what's it called? Randall and Nas.
Yeah.
Oh, we
Those
have our
two guys. What?
we have our first Shams bomb.
Let me refresh the page.
It is just the re-signing.
I've kind of figured.
It is just a Triple J extension.
Oh, wow. Okay, so Jaren Jackson Jr. on a 5-year, $240 million max renegotiation and extension contract. So massive new deal for Triple J. He's locked in till 2029, 2030.
Yeah.
So we all kind of knew as soon as Bane got traded that they'd have the flexibility to go re-sign Ja and Triple J. So you got one down. Now we wait for the other.
What's the math on that deal?
AAV.
What's 240 divided by 5?
Let's see. 240 divided by 5.
That's over 40 mil.
48 mil AAV, which means he's probably it's gonna be an increasing contract. So my guy's probably gonna be making 60 mil in his last year, give or take. So crazy.
That's good.
What do we think, Gio?
It's big money.
Big time money.
Does he deserve it?
I mean, he's a DPOI.
Former.
Right, but it's still once a DPOI, always a DPOI.
Does Ja get more than this AAV?
Ja's, yes. Because I don't know. Because
I don't know.
Jaren Jackson's made All NBA. I think Ja has once. So I guess it depends. But let me look up. Let's look up a Ja possible extension. Rumored extension.
Alex says I would pick up Malik Beasley.
Well,
we'll talk about that tomorrow.
Do you know what happened, Gio?
Of why.
I do.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
So in this week's episode, we're going to go in depth on the Malik Beasley situation.
We will.
We'll have to see. So currently, right now, Ja Morant is in the midst of a 5-year, $197 million contract in 2028. So I think next year you'll see his extension, and if he makes an All-NBA team, he'll be eligible for the Supermax at 35%. Because he's making 39 this year, like this next year in 2026. Then he's making 42 in 2027, and then 44.8 in 2028. And then he's a UFA. So my guess is he'll probably get a massive deal once this is over. And
you mean you're shutting out $500 million to your two best players?
Exactly.
I mean, and also like Minnesota back to Minnesota, they just tossed out $250 million to Nas Reed and Julius Randle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, 250 combined, literally, right? Actually, no, 225, around that.
I mean, it's over time. It's like over a 5-year period.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're locking up the big man. I mean, I think that was needed. I mean, Nikhil does. It sucks, but like they'll find bench depth, no problem at all.
Will they?
mean,
Nikhil
I mean-
brought a spark on defense and offense.
I know, but I mean, you're kind of relying also on Rob and Terrence Shannon kind of taking a leap.
Right.
You could also sign someone off free agency too. Like you could find a good defensive wing, just not as good as Nah, of course, but Nah's gonna get a good deal somewhere else. I definitely could see him go to a contender, easily.
We got a tweet from the guy named Arai Ari. He's the one that's been kind of on the scene as of late with regard to potentially being like on the level of Woj and Shams, and claims that
Yes,
the Mavericks have signed D'Angelo Russell. So
yes, he's going to Dallas.
yeah, but we don't
That's
know.
official?
We don't know. I don't necessarily trust him.
You don't trust him?
No,
Yeah.
I trust him.
because typically he'll tweet something a minute after Shams does.
Yeah,
So
there was a tweet, I saw that. There was another one. Jordan Clarkson was bought out today, and apparently he intends on signing with the Knicks.
ooh,
Jordan
interesting.
Clarkson.
That means no Russ then.
No, Jordan Clarkson's more of a shooting guard.
He's a combo. He
He's
does
a
both.
combo. I mean, I'm okay with that. And then I saw also DFS declined his player option, and he intends to sign with the Rockets.
Yeah. And Rob Pelinka tried to go to other teams to try and lower DFS's value,
Yeah.
and it wound up biting him in the ass. So
And I know DeAndre Ayton was bought out last night of his contract, and we thought the
was.
Lakers.
yep.
But apparently the Lakers are focused on Brook Lopez.
Well, yeah, because
What?
Brooke Lopez can shoot, and DeAndre Ayton is a lot softer than Brooke
Brooke is also
Lopez.
so slow and old.
I know that's the trade off. But you know, at the end of the day, Brooke was a DPOI finalist 2 years ago.
Yeah,
So
But
2
yeah,
years ago.
so I don't know who's. Oh, we have another Shams Bob.
another Shams.
Up. It's just
Report,
again
another
another Grizzlies move.
Let's see. So the Memphis Grizzlies has agreed. Santi Aldama has agreed. Oh, I have to get the thing on the screen. My fault. Santi Aldama has agreed to a 3-year, $52.5 million deal to return to the Memphis Grizzlies. That's a great contract, to be fair.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to get traded, but I guess Bane being gone gives you the flexibility. I like this move a lot.
I like Santi. Santi was our first ever 20 questions player.
It was third.
Third?
Yeah.
Really?
It was Ant, then it was Hakeem, and then it was
And me and Gio had no idea who this was
yeah. It was the first
yeah,
failure.
for a hot minute. And now we've kind of grown because he played for Spain for FIBA and also last year in the Olympics. And, you know, he's been more a part of this Grizzlies team off the bench. So, I mean, they're locking up Triple J. Santi's there for 3 years. You know, they have more money to play with now, obviously. And they're locking up the core. I mean, as an RFA, you could always match whoever gave him that contract. But clear that they just wanted to get it done with and bring him back.
Yeah, without a doubt.
So good for Memphis. They're starting early.
3 years, 52 mil. That's like about what
That's like around 17.
yeah. It's like good low end starter. I think that's totally fine. But I think the real question regarding free agency that I want to get into with Gio
Yeah.
is Russell Westbrook, because
bro.
obviously we know he revived his career a little bit more with the Nuggets this year. Still kind of a backup point guard, energy shift off the bench type player. There's 4 teams in the mix for him. It's the New York Knicks, it's the New Orleans Pelicans, it's the Sacramento Kings, and it's the Minnesota Timberwolves. So I guess just go in order from your most favorable to your least favorable
Yeah.
on where you think, where you want to see him, what the fit would be like. We'll just kind of let you have the floor here to kind of go off, and I'll get
Yeah.
some Russ stuff on the screen for y'all in just a moment. So go ahead, Gio.
For sure. I mean,
Gio knows where he should go.
in terms of, let's say, his most ideal spot if he wants to win a championship, that would be the Minnesota Timberwolves. That's not my preferred destination for him for a couple of reasons that I don't want to get into right now. I don't really like Rudy Gobert, if you don't know me. But I think even though I don't like Gobert, I think that they would mesh together very well.
Oh, I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Because Rudy Gobert is basically Steven Adams, but a little bit better. And Russell Westbrook pretty much made Steven Adams look like an all-star for a few seasons. So I think he would do wonders if they ever played together on the court. he would do wonders for Gobert. That pick and roll, that screen and roll for Russ and Gobert would work wonders. Um, I also think that Russ on the Knicks would be interesting for number one because he's in New York, where I could actually go to a game and see Russ play. That would be pretty cool.
That's right.
And number two, he's in New York, and it's New York.
It's New York.
So it's like Russ in New York. It just fits, like his energy, his vibe. Like I don't know, it just works.
You also lean towards the Knicks your whole life with regard
Yeah, I
to a
did.
team.
Yeah, I've leaned towards the Knicks. I'm more of like a Knicks fan rather than a Nets fan, but I'm still not a Knicks fan. You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad you're not a Knicks
A
fan.
little bit more than Anthony, because Anthony's a fake Knicks fan.
That
I don't
is
know if you guys
so
watch.
true.
But he's a fake Knicks fan.
Literally
I'm
some of the
actually-
biggest facts I've heard
Yeah.
all day from you, Gio.
Yeah.
I got to give it to you, man.
But yeah, I
Commitment.
think Russ on the Knicks would be interesting. I don't know how that would work out though. I don't know what role he would really play, but just a backup point, like obviously a backup point
He'd
guard. But like
essentially
what?
play the Deuce McBride role. He just can't shoot like Deuce McBride can. That's kind of but he can play make better than Deuce McBride.
Right.
He's a better rebounder. I
Floor
think
general.
the problem is the Knicks have other holes on this roster that Russ would be asked to do things that he can't
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
I see it being another Lakers situation where the team's good, but he's not going to move the needle for them specifically.
Not at this point.
I think he fits a need more in Minnesota, where he really can help out Rudy Gobert on the screen and roll, and he's a willing defender. I don't think he's as good of a defender as Nickeil Alexander-Walker on the perimeter, but he'll give you the energy you need, and I think he is a good mentor piece for like Rob Dillingham. Like if you get both Mike Conley and Russ on the same team, I think that would be good.
Yeah.
And I'm curious to see how he would play on the floor with Anthony Edwards. That's really what I'm most
That would be
curious about,
interesting.
because I think that could go in so many different directions.
What do you think? Like what kind of directions? Good directions or bad directions?
I think, well, if Anthony Edwards is hitting his threes, I think it's going to be beautiful basketball. But if we see the Minnesota we saw in the conference finals of the past 2 years, the Russ minutes are going to be rough. So, and the same applies to the Knicks.
Yeah.
So, but what's number 3 for you?
Number 3. So it was the Kings, and then who else?
The Pelicans.
The Pelicans. I think the Kings is the worst possible place he could end up.
You don't want to see
I hope he doesn't go
a
to
Russ Monk backcourt?
No, bro.
Also, if he goes to the Pels, he might end his career there.
Oh, wait, what do you mean?
Because
Oh, because the injury history.
bug.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it might be the
Now,
Pels.
you know what?
low-key.
Keep him away from the Knicks, because an Eastern Conference player that wears
Also-
number 0,
Also,
don't do it.
Gio, they
Tatum?
they also have
Tatum,
a
Halliburton,
backcourt.
Lillard.
They also have a backcourt now. They got Poole. They have DeJounte's out, but
Right.
they got Jeremiah Fears. Like,
Right? Oh,
Russ-
Fears.
Russ,
Yeah.
Ru-
Whoa, that's
Ru-
interesting.
Russ is going to be in a crowded backcourt area when they want to put those guys out.
That's true. It would be very crowded, but I think Russ, if we're speaking of like mentorship and like coaching like young players, Russ would really do a good job of mentoring Jeremiah Fears.
Yeah.
They both, if you guys look up Jeremiah Fears right now, they both have like a similar play style. They're both very aggressive,
Very explosive.
very
very
explosive.
bouncy.
Exactly, all that stuff. And
Yeah.
Fears is super young. He's like 19, right?
Yeah.
Or 18.
Same age as Jason
Yeah.
Tatum.
Yeah, super young. So like he's ready to like soak up all the information you can get from all the veterans and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
I think that'll be interesting. Not for Russ, but mostly for Jeremiah Fears.
That would be an interesting lineup, per se, because you obviously have Poole, Russell Westbrook, Zion. It would be I actually like the Kings fit a lot better.
You like the Kings fit?
Yeah, I kind of like
Talk about it.
if they keep Sabonis,
Yeah.
you run out Russ, Monk, or even if you bring Russ off the bench, because you still have Levine and DeRozan. They're presumably going to trade DeMar, so figure you run out like Monk, Levine, and then
Russ
Keegan-
starting?
no.
Oh.
If you go Monk, Levine, Keegan Murray, Sabonis, and whoever you get in return for DeMar, hopefully it's something good.
Yeah.
Then I think Russ is a good 6 men off the bench for the Kings. They're not going to
Yeah.
win a championship, but
They'll go to the playoffs. Russ
go
will
to the
bring them
playoffs
to
for
the
sure.
playoffs for sure.
yeah, I see them
Yes.
being better than a bunch of different teams.
Yeah.
But I think it just the Kings, man. Like, how do you like? That's still like, even whether it's Levine and Russ or Monk and Russ, it's still a
Yeah.
massive downgrade from what
Yeah.
they had 4 years
Yeah.
ago.
I think Russ would do so much good for the Kings, but the Kings wouldn't do so much good for Russ. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So like the trade-off is if you're Russ, and you're, let's say Russ is selfless, like selfless,
Mhm.
go to the Kings because you would do wonders for that franchise.
Yeah.
I think he would bring them to the playoffs. He would show them what it means to actually play consistently, like assertive, aggressive basketball rather than just like having a good game here and then the next day just slacking off completely. You know what I mean? So I
Right.
think Russ can help with that sort of consistent effort on a day to night basis. So yeah. Other than that, I think that's it. That's the order right there.
I think also too with Sacramento, I think that's one of the rare crowds that matches his energy.
Mm.
Because when the Kings are playing good basketball, the Golden One Center is one of the loudest arenas.
Yeah.
The crowd pops are insane, and I think that I don't know. I think I would like the fit. It's like they reported it's an underrated option for the Kings, but I think it could wound up working.
If he went there during the light the beam hour, 100%.
They're still doing it though.
I
They're
know,
still lighting the
but
beam.
the beam is kind of gone. Like
Yeah.
they're back to mid, like the league standard of mid, and it's look they already want to move on from DeMar after a season.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like I could have
Rental.
told you that
DeMar is
after
not
like
really
when
all
they
that.
signed him, they were going to move on from him after a season or two.
I mean, it made somewhat sense because you knew Fox was going to be out the door. So you bring in DeMar, you try and get yourself as competitive as you can be, and unfortunately, it just didn't wind up working out. So what I genuinely see happening is them trading for Vucevic, and they're literally just going to keep creating the Bulls.
So you really think that's gonna
It
happen?
wouldn't surprise me if they
I
trade
doubt
if they
that.
trade Sabonis and wind up finding a way to bring in Vooch, but I don't know what their plan is. I know right now their objective is either trade Keegan Murray or trade DeMar DeRozan. I think Sabonis is going to wind up staying for now, and we'll see what happens with free agency. But we have a breaking report, something that we didn't really expect to see. So back to Jaren Jackson Jr. Obviously, he just signed the massive extension. He is changing his jersey number to number 8
Ew.
Oh wow, where'd you see that?
on Etienne Catalan. He does
Why did
all
he
the
do
new
13?
numbers.
Ah,
So he's changing his number from number 13 to number 8, which means 13 is going to be open.
Maybe your rookie's gonna pick it up.
Does that mean that I'm looking through the comments right now? Does anyone have an idea?
Wait, who did they just draft?
They drafted
Memphis Cedric Howard.
Yeah.
Cedric Howard. Maybe. Oh, I like him.
Did Cedric Howard wear number 13?
I like Cedric Howard.
Yeah, I don't know. Did he wear? Would he go to South Carolina?
Yeah, because I was gonna say because like it's
Oh, we have a Shams bomb, and
Let's
we
go to
just
the
talked
page.
about this.
talk about it, Antoine.
This
what do we got?
is Dorian Finney-Smith, 4-year, $53 million deal with the Houston Rockets.
Beautiful,
Ooh.
bro. The Rockets are winning the offseason right
Honestly.
now, man. This is incredible.
Good pickup.
You trade for Kevin Durant. You give up the 10th pick, unfortunately, which wound up being Kaman Malawach. But they have Şengün. Malawach was never going to start over him, no matter how good he played. And you have Steven Adams. So I think that's a W trade for the Rockets. And then you go in, you already re-signed Jay Tate. You're going to re-sign Jeff Green. Who was the other one?
Aaron Holiday.
Aaron Holiday. That was who it was. You're gonna get back something for Cam Whitmore, and you get Dorian Finney-Smith. So
DFS replaces Dylan Brooks.
yeah,
That's literally what it is.
exactly.
Who's the better player?
I would go Dorian Finney-Smith
Would you?
purely for the fact that he's lengthier and he can shoot better.
Also,
I don't know if he can shoot better.
also
He can, yeah.
Brooks was on a 4-year, $80 million deal. This is a 4-year, $53 million deal.
So you're saving 30 mil on the contract.
Yeah,
which is
for-
great.
Yeah, well, you're saving money, but I'm just talking about who's the better player.
I think it's Dorian Finney-Smith.
What do you think?
I think Brooks is a little
I
inconsistent.
think you think so.
Yeah,
Very.
I think Brooks is a better energy shifter.
Yeah.
but
Absolutely.
He's one of those. Dylan Brooks reminds me of Russ in the sense that Dylan Brooks taketh and Dylan Brooks giveth away, where they kind of live and die by whatever he does. Kind of like with the Nuggets in the Clippers series, and there were games where Russ single-handedly won them the game, and then there's games like the double overtime where he single-handedly loses them the game. So you get those. It's a risk-reward sort of player. At least in this current era of Russ. Dylan Brooks is kind of the same thing, where he can provide a spark, but he's played in 2 or 3 playoff series now where he hasn't delivered when they needed him to.
Yeah.
And he hasn't won the mental battle, and that's what he tries to do. His bread and butter is getting in your head.
Right.
I'm loving what Houston's doing.
They're looking great, man. I mean, they're looking fantastic.
And they locked Ime down. They locked up everybody. Also, the Pistons are getting on it now. Shams just tweeted.
Let's go back to
Paul Reed is re-signing on a 2-year, $11 million deal to return to the Pistons.
Who the hell is that, bro?
He
Paul
was the
Reed.
backup center for Embiid in Philly.
Oh, he was number 19.
Yeah.
I remember him.
No, not number 19. He was number
What was
44.
44?
Yeah.
Sure?
Mm-hmm.
So Paul's like that.
He was
Like-
7 on the Pistons.
He's like that
Okay.
backup center, third guy to Isaiah Stewart. Going back, the other team that wanted Santi Aldama was the Detroit Pistons.
Yes, I
Mm.
remember them talking about that. There was
So-
a few Pistons people I had seen. They're in trouble right now, the Pistons, because they fully intended on re-signing Malik Beasley, and now
We have
you transitioned over to Santi Aldama, you transitioned over to Nikhil Alexander-Walker,
Mm.
and now it looks like they're going to get none of those players. And who knows if Malik Beasley's even going to be allowed to play in the NBA again after today.
Mm-hmm.
And
Did you see the compilation video? Somebody went back to all the games and was trying to find,
of Malik Beasley,
and there was one instance
it
that
was
was
a blow-by.
really bad. It was during the bubble. He was
Yeah.
on the Timberwolves. They were playing, I forgot who it was, but they were down by 9.
They weren't in the bubble.
It wasn't a bubble?
It wasn't because
Wasn't even the
they
Bucks at
they
the
had
point.
they had the first pick. Remember, only the top like 20 teams went.
Okay.
They were
Oh,
awful
okay.
that year.
Yeah, so
It was in 2023, I think.
they're
when it was-
at the free they're at the free throw line. If the other team is shooting, excuse me, and the team's up by 9.
Mhm.
So the spread in that game was 7.5. So
8.5.
8.5 or 7. Someone said it was either or.
It was 8.5. They were up by 9, and he basically just quickly got the ball
And
ran down the
sprinted.
court
Oh, I
Sprinted.
saw
for a
that.
dunk.
And dunk, and it was in like just for and his face when he realized they were down by 9, he was like, oh crap, like he was shocked. Like, they zoomed in on his face, and he just sprinted down and dunked the ball, like just for no reason.
Bro made a cheeky like 10K
So,
from that probably.
Yeah,
10
he
bands.
probably had the spread in that game.
Alex
How
said I
can you
want
be so money hungry?
Alex said I want Russ to on the Clippers.
Russ and the Clippers again? No.
Again, bro. To be fair though, I think this Clippers team is much more stable than the last
It
time he
is.
was there.
It
So you know what? It
is.
wouldn't be bad.
But still, no.
Back with Harden, back with a healthy Kawhi. Zubats is looking great. Wouldn't
No.
mind it. He'd have to take a massive pay cut again. I think Russ right now he's graduated the vet minimum. He's now gonna get half the MLE at worst. I think. But Sham said major acquisition to bolster Houston's wing depth with Dorian Finney-Smith, who shot a career high 41% from 3 and held all-star players to 47% effective shooting in the half court, which ranked top 10 among players to defend 125 plus shots last season. That was when he was on the Nets and the Lakers. So to answer your question, Gio, Dorian Finney-Smith is the better player.
Yeah, fair enough.
So
I think
Yeah.
so.
understandable there. He also was on the Mavs team that went to the conference finals in
Yeah.
2022, I believe. That was when the Warriors won, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was that season.
Shams also put out that the Grizzlies have signed Cam Spencer to a 2-year, $4.5 million deal.
That's Pat's brother, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they look alike.
So-
That's actually kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Shout out, man. This is
Like Grizzlies making moves, but the biggest thing so far is DFS.
oh, without a doubt.
And I said that. I like DFS. I think, if I'm being honest, I think anybody that goes to the Lakers, their career kind of takes a turn for the worst. And, not to say that the Nets wanted to ship DFS to the Lakers to have him rot, but now I think Houston, you're going to see a lot more of what he does.
I mean, there was a need for DFS on the Lakers when they traded for him because they still had AD.
I know, but like I said, I feel like everyone that goes to LA, their careers take a slight decline.
And I thought no, because he was like one of their better players, and he got a good deal elsewhere. So
Yeah.
it depends,
I mean,
but
Yeah. Houston's looking deep. You said Cam Whitmore could be on the move too, trade or sign?
yeah, he's going to be a trade.
Trade,
It's
okay.
going to be a trade sort of piece. So right now, looking at the top 10 free agents based on AAV, Brooke Lopez, believe it or not, is the
Yeah.
highest at 24 million.
Yeah.
Then Clint Capella right behind him. Bruce Brown, who could be returning to Denver, we don't know. Malcolm Brogdon, who's been kind of forgotten due to the injury and being traded to purgatory. Miles
Yeah.
Turner, obviously. Tim Hardaway Jr., D'Angelo Russell, Duncan Robinson, Karis LeVert, and Luke Kennard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
That's such like a mediocre class to what we've seen in recent years, but everyone opted in to their contracts.
Well,
so,
remember
like,
the new CBA is just not going to allow you to do any of this. They're not
Yeah.
no player like you're never going to see a player on a max contract enter free agency. I think Paul George is probably the last guy to do that, unless things go really wrong in Houston and Kevin Durant just walks. But he's probably going to re-sign.
yeah. So I was just looking. Ian Begley is a Knicks reporter.
Yeah, I know who he
He
is.
was talking about the Pacers, and he said that Right now, they're focused on the trade market, and they want to acquire Dante DiVincenzo.
Again.
Really? The Pacers?
Yeah.
The Wolves
the
the
heck?
Wolves are shopping him. And I think, you know what? Why not?
I would be so upset
Why not?
because that's like my guy.
This dude's really getting passed around, bro. That would be like his 6th or 7th NBA team.
I would like to see him on the Pacers, actually.
I think it'd be great, especially
think
with
it would be good.
Halliburton out.
Yeah.
That's why he said that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes a lot of sense because he's on a cheaper deal. He's not going to cost you that much. It's just really a matter of who Minnesota wants in return. And just they could probably give him Jarris Walker or Obi Toppin, whichever. And maybe like a couple
Yeah.
seconds.
Jarris Walker, I think, is the odd man out.
Yeah,
I would
but
keep Obi.
I don't know. I think Obi Toppin might get moved.
He might.
All
Jarris
right.
Walker. What? You got a bomb here?
No, just someone tweeted the new look Houston Rockets. Fred VanVleet, Amen Thompson, Kevin Durant, Jabari Smith Jr., who just signed an extension as well. Don't forget.
Can you send me that tweet so I can put it on the screen?
Um,
Just put it in DMs,
Alperen Şengün. Yeah, let me.
just so we can let the viewers see it too.
I'm sending it to you, Tyler.
Thank you.
So I said the starting five: bench, Tari Eason, DFS, Steven Adams, Reed, Shepard, and I think I don't see that's not Ime Udoka in the picture.
No,
That's somebody else.
it's either the general manager or their owner.
Yeah.
Or their owner.
Yeah,
So that's a good team, man.
It's a good team.
How far can they go?
How far will Reed Shepard take them?
He's barely gonna play.
I know.
he should be playing a little more.
I want him to play more.
I'm not gonna lie.
You got
That
to give the young guys the opportunity. That's why. That's how I think of it.
no, you have Kevin Durant on your roster. It's time to go win.
Well, of course. What I'm saying is you got to see what you got in the players that you drafted. At least see what they got. You know what I mean?
Right, I understand that, but to be quite honest, they didn't really even need to draft him.
So why did they draft him?
'Cause third pick.
To ruin his career? That's
No,
why?
because he's probably gonna wind up getting traded for someone,
Yeah.
and then he can go thrive
At that point, it's too late.
elsewhere. I wouldn't say it's too late,
Kind of.
because say like
Because now he's a bust in everyone's eyes. He didn't do anything in the first 2 seasons of his career.
well, not really, because he just hasn't gotten the opportunity.
Exactly.
yeah,
But let's say in some crazy world that, someone requests out, he gets shipped to LA for LeBron, and he pops off in the Lakers. And they could really have their exciting white section in the Crypto.com arena.
It's going to be Luka, Reeves.
We have-
Luka Reeves, Dalton Connect,
Oh, my gosh.
all that stuff.
Shams just tweeted. It's another Grizzlies thing. The Grizzlies are working on a buyout or resolution with Cole Anthony.
Ooh,
Okay.
interesting.
So Cole Anthony is going to be out of Memphis because they need to get that cap space to give Jaren Jackson his extension.
So yeah, my guess then is he could go to the Knicks.
I would love that.
He kind of does the same thing as Deuce McBride though.
Who?
Cole Anthony.
I want to.
Yeah.
I want to vet though.
I don't know if you're gonna get a vet.
You want like a Russ type of vet?
I want that.
You want Russ for
Of
real?
course.
Yo,
I
put it
wouldn't-
here, bro. Put it here.
I wouldn't mind Schroeder either.
Let's go. Schroeder would
If
be
Schroeder
nice.
doesn't crap the bed like he did in Golden State, I would take him.
Yeah, it was just a bad fit in Golden State. think
Yeah, I
he's
don't
a
know why they
really good.
traded
He's a
for him.
really good player.
But remember, he went to Detroit and then he gave you guys fits during the playoffs.
Yeah.
Speaking of Golden State, maybe we'll see it later, but their main target is Al Horford.
I
Ooh.
saw that.
And that's pretty crazy because they're building a retirement home there with Draymond too now.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah,
But Al Horford's going to be that center.
I
that they need.
love that fit, by the way,
That would be a good fit.
of Al Horford in Golden State. That's like the perfect Steph veteran.
Honestly, it is.
Oh my God. They actually might be like, I'm trying to just envision that lineup.
Yeah.
Steph Curry, Brandon Pajemski, Jimmy Butler, Draymond Green,
pretty good.
Al Horford.
It's pretty good.
Bro, what is that?
It's a pretty good lineup.
And they could also move Kaminga.
They're going
They
to,
sign
yeah.
and trade. They're going to move on from Kaminga.
And you,
I think if they got Al Horford a couple years ago, like 3 years ago, that would be really good.
I mean, they beat Al Horford in the finals, so
Yeah.
it's possible. But look, if you could utilize Kaminga and trade for depth, then
Yeah.
you're in really good shape. What's going on, Jack? He said hello. Hello to the boys.
Another thing that was crazy too, they were saying that so Brook Lopez doesn't sign in Los Angeles. They were looking at DeAndre and then Clint Capella. Because Capella's a free agent, finally.
I'm still convinced he's going to wind up on the Knicks. I've been saying it for over a year now.
Capella?
Clint Capella is so destined to be a New York Knick.
I think he is.
It's like it's just there, you know.
Yeah.
I can't see it
Listen,
any other way.
I'm waiting for this first Knicks signing with no head coach. I need somebody to get signed right now.
I don't know who you're going to sign. You have no cap space.
I need someone to get traded right now.
I don't think that's going to happen today, buddy.
I need someone to get released right now.
So Russ is probably not going to the Knicks then.
I don't think he will be. I think the Knicks want him, but
Yeah.
The Knicks don't have enough
But-
money to give up a multi-year contract. It would only be a 1-year deal or an
Well,
option.
Russ pretty much goes on 1 year deal.
It would be a
deals, so-
1 year with an option.
I'm going to look up the Knicks payroll right now.
Yeah, look it up.
please.
It's massive.
See if they can afford Westbrook, because that'll be pretty cool.
Let's take a look, see, shall we? Alex said, "Did anyone get signed? I was not here." Yeah, we. You can obviously rewind the stream on YouTube, but Dorian Finney-Smith just signed with the Rockets. He's been the only new signing. Everyone else is
That's-
just like Jaren Jackson got an extension, stuff like that.
Santi Aldama.
Yeah.
Santi Aldama as well. Yeah.
The-
So here's the Knicks payroll on the screen right now. Let me just zoom in a little bit. So in 25-26, you have Karl Anthony Towns making $53 million. OG Anunoby making about 40. Brunson making about 35. McHale's on his expiring deal at 25. Josh Hart at 19. Mitchell Robinson at 13. Deuce at 4. And then you have your 2 first-round picks from last year and a couple two-way guys and stuff like that. So this year's payroll is just under $200 million.
Yeah.
So, you know, the Knicks could probably give Russ the MLE, but it's not looking great.
Isn't Josh Hart isn't he going to be out of New York?
I mean, that's the first.
It's
trade. That's the
likely.
first trade I would make.
It's likely that he's on the most team-friendly tradable contract.
So is Mitch.
Yeah, Mitch Robinson is too, because he's on an expiring deal. McBride has 2 more years left on his deal, and Mikal Bridges on his expiring. Hart has 1 more guaranteed year, and then he has a team option, so the Knicks can decide on whether they want to give him that or not. So my guess is he could potentially be traded this year if the Knicks want to get someone that has, you know, years on the contract.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna go back to like we were talking about Sacramento, and you know what's going on with them, and their fired head coach could now be going to the Knicks
Mike
and
Brown.
taking over with us, and could lead us to a championship. So the Kings will look a lot worse than usual.
I mean, I like the energy Mike Brown brings. I think he'd do a good job in New York. It's just the roster's not good.
I know, but like I know I was a Mike Brown hater on Sacramento, but a Mike Brown on the Knicks, I'm not hating. And also, I don't know if you
So
saw
what changed?
I don't know if you saw the Knicks reached out to Dawn Stacy
Yes, I
about
did see
the
that.
head coaching job,
Mhm.
which would be the first ever woman head coach in NBA history and for the Knicks as well.
Did you see the video? Someone posted a video of her raging, and it said Dawn when Karl Anthony Towns gets his 3rd foul in the
I mean-
first quarter, and he reposted and started crying, laughing.
Oh, Shams Bob!
Oh, let's go to it. Hang on.
It is
Wait, hang on.
a Laker bomb.
Hang on. All right, we are here. Read it out.
It is one of my favorite players, Jake LaRavia, has agreed to a 2-year, $12 million deal with the Los Angeles Lakers.
Yeah, he's kind of ass. I'm not gonna lie.
He is ass. That's a former
Yeah.
Memphis Grizzly, traded to Sacramento, like we were just talking about.
Yep.
If I'm being honest, I thought that was Lauri Markkanen for a second because I saw just a picture and it looked like Lauri Markkanen, maybe because he's white.
That's kind of I guess. But Laurie Markkanen's blonde. He's got curly hair.
I know.
He's
but
also not on the Sacramento.
I
team.
I also did see LaRave and thought that said Lauri.
I guess fair. Yeah. Jake Lowry Markkanen. Congratulations.
LaRavia. Oh my God. Somebody just commented saying, why did I think this was Lauri Markkanen?
Okay. Fair.
Somebody literally just quote tweeted
Fair.
that.
Fair enough.
I mean,
That would have been a crazy signing for the Lakers if they got Lowry Markkanen. Like, dude,
That
that's
would
insane.
be crazy. Well, Lauri could be a trade asset. Utah has been shedding roster. Clarkson.
Yep.
Johnny Juzang was just waived today.
Colin Sexton got traded.
Sexton got moved.
So
for-
John Collins will be on the move. Walker Kessler could be on the move, and we'll see. But this contract right here makes me really happy with Sean Marks because we re-signed both Day'Ron Sharp and Zaire Williams to that exact contract. That's incredible. The fact that we were able to bring both of those, like both of them were like 2 of the biggest leaps on the Nets last year, and I'm really glad we're getting Day back. I was really worried we were going to get rid of him, but once we didn't draft Malawach, because Rich frickin' Paul was calling teams telling him not to draft him so we can go to Phoenix.
Wow.
So dumb.
That's what he was doing.
So dumb.
Wait, we have a kind of a mix-up here. Chris Haynes said that he was Laravia signing a 2-year, $12 million deal with the Kings. Shams is saying with the Lakers.
Ooh, we got beef.
So somebody is
Who do we trust
wrong.
right now? Who do we trust?
I've never really trusted Shams, to be honest with you.
Who do you trust in?
I went to Chris Hayes, not Chris Haynes.
Chris Haynes said
Trust
he's
Shams.
signing with the Kings.
There he is.
Shams is right.
Interesting. There's no way the Lakers are signing Jake LaRavia. There's no world.
Yeah,
that's even
I
possible.
think that's the Kings. I think we're going to see a Shams quote tweet here that it's the Kings.
He's like, correction, my apologies.
Um,
I don't know. It still says the Lakers.
yeah, that's pretty crazy.
This would be such like a screw up.
The battle now is clearly Shams and Chris Haynes.
Not really. Chris Haynes just works with.
Yeah.
He just works with whatchamacallit, the agents and the players themselves
Mm-hmm.
to re-sign with the Sacramento Kings. Why is Shams saying? Yeah, he said, "Who's right, Chris or Shams?"
Yeah, but Tyler, like Desire and Dayron, like I know you guys you declined Dayron's option, but we knew he was going to be back.
No, I didn't think so.
You didn't think so?
No, because when you decline the qualifying offer, they become UFAs. So any team could have given him an insane contract, and the Nets probably could have been priced out. But we wound up
Yeah.
signing him for a lot less than what we had originally anticipated for. And I mean, 2 years, $12 million for both of them. I'm so happy with that.
Yeah, I don't think that's. And I think the second year for Zaire is an option. I don't know about Dayron, but someone said that the second year is an option.
I don't know specifically, but I think you might be right. Why do you have to pay
Chris
for
Haynes
both
just tweeted, "It is the Los Angeles Lakers.
Chris Haynes, my guy. What's going on
Told
with you,
you.
man?
Trust Shams.
It is the Lakers."
Well, obviously he's with ESPN, so
That
I trust
is-
ESPN over independent journalists. But
That is an interesting signing. Still not a center, Lakers. What's going on?
guys, I have some great news.
What?
We have 69 viewers on Twitter right now.
Wow,
Cool.
I love that.
Nice.
Run it up.
Run it up.
Like it up.
Yeah, if you guys are in the stream right now, drop a like, subscribe to the channel. Get us to 7,000 subs. We're trying to get there by the start of September.
Yeah.
So shout out, y'all. We got 80 right now on YouTube. So shout out to y'all. But interesting signing for the Lakers. I don't really like it very much for them.
I really don't know what the.
I don't even know who the hell that is. So
Yeah, basically.
I don't know. Like Rob Pelinka is cooked. Yes, Rob
Jake
Pelinka is
Laravia.
cooked.
Rob Pelinka's screwed himself. He's so lucky he got that extension before the Genie Bus sold the team.
Yeah,
It's
I
insane.
know. I think Rob's kind of overstayed his time a little bit. Laravia is someone that I guess is like a knockoff Austin Reeves.
I wouldn't even compare him to Austin Reeves, bro.
And Austin Reeves actually declined a contract extension, Gio, with
Who
the
is it?
Lakers.
Did he actually?
He declined a 4-year, $88 million extension, I think.
Yeah, he deserves more than that.
What?
Yeah, Jake LaRavia averaged less than 7 points in his career.
Yeah.
So,
Former first-round pick.
yeah, he's a bust.
Yeah.
Unfortunate. He was drafted in the 19th pick in 2022.
Just the
He just didn't pan out,
Yeah, he's all right.
to be quite frank.
I was a big fan of him on Memphis when he was getting a lot of playing time. But now it's kind of like maybe purgatory.
Oh, yeah, it's 100% purgatory, but he's on the Lakers now. Get to play with LeBron for a bit. Enjoy it. Soak it all in. Live a little.
Ugh. We're just waiting for a big domino or a big trade.
I think we're waiting on a trade because there's really nothing else that can really happen. So, Gio, is there any team you want to specifically talk about with regards to free agency, payroll? Pick any team you want.
All right, I'm just gonna randomly handpick out of a hat in my head. Let's go with a team we haven't talked about yet today. What team?
Who's it gonna be?
Let's go with. I don't want to go with a boring team. I was gonna say Miami Heat.
That is kind of boring.
That's kind of boring.
Kind of, yeah. While you think of a team, Jack said the Lakers should trade LeBron to the Cavs for Jared Allen and some picks, and LeBron wins his last championship in his hometown. That trade cannot work. The Cavs would have to give up like Garland, Mobley. I just don't think it's worth it to try and win one more ring with LeBron. They already have one.
They do.
Yeah, it's just LeBron's salary alone makes it so tough to trade. Your only realistic option is if the Celtics wanted to flip Jaylen Brown for an expiring contract LeBron, which I still wouldn't do. I would keep Jaylen Brown at all costs. But
Gio, want to talk about the Denver Nuggets?
I think that's a good.
want to talk about the Denver Nuggets. Let me tell you about the Denver Nuggets, Gio. Their offseason could wind up being very, very good.
Okay.
Let me pull up the tweet right now because they're in talks to, they have interest in Cam Whitmore, but let me go to it. Hang on. So we'll go to Harrison Wynn's Twitter here. He made a tweet saying my top 10 realistic targets for the Nuggets in free agency. And the top 3 that are listed, Taurean Prince is number 3, Bruce Brown is number 1, and Luke Kennard is number 2. Now, Luke Kennard to the Nuggets, I'm not going to lie, bro, that moves the freak out of me. That moves so much because what was like the biggest issue outside of depth? What was the biggest issue for the Nuggets in the playoffs last year? Shooting. Lack of three-point shooting. Obviously, outside of OKC being a freak of nature, the only other team that made the finals was the best shooting team in the NBA. So,
well, I mean, yeah, it was a problem, the shooting, but they were still one of the best offenses in the league.
They were.
So maybe it's defense. I don't know.
It could be both, but
yeah,
it was tough when here, let me pull up some stats from the Nuggets playoffs.
Yeah.
Because their shooting was abysmal last year.
Yeah, but they still put up like 120 points a game, I feel like.
Well, it's because Jokic just kept scoring on the interior until they met OKC when they were scoring like 105 points a game.
Yeah.
So team stats NBA, can we filter this by 3-point percentage in the playoffs? I can go see all stats. There we go. Playoffs 24-25, 3-point percentage. So here on the screen are the stats, 3-point percentage-wise. The Pacers were number 1, 39%. The Denver Nuggets were 11th out of 16 teams.
Right.
The Thunder were 13th, which is insane, but they had
Crazy.
depth. So they're kind of an anomaly to that. But the only teams that shot worse than the Denver Nuggets from 3-point range were, where's 3-point percentage at? There it is. 34.7% with the Nuggets. Behind them were the Heat, who got swept, the Pistons, who only won 2 games, the Grizzlies, who got swept, and the Magic, who are comfortably one of the worst shooting teams in the NBA for the past like half decade alone. So Luke Kennard would really, change those things. And Bruce Brown's an okay shooter himself. Taurean Prince can shoot, but
I mean, that's what happens when your best shooter is injured and also just cold. MPJ was a shell of himself, of what he was in their finals run in 2023. So
yeah, I mean,
that's what happens.
He didn't have a good shooting finals, Michael Porter Jr. in 2023, but
the playoff run was great, though.
Oh, the playoff run was obscenely insane.
It was great.
But yeah, I think obviously Bruce Brown should come back.
I think that'll be a good fit because he fit there already.
Yeah. Obviously, DNVR also posted some more free agency targets. I believe number 1 was Bruce Brown. Number 2 is Luke Kennard. Number 3 is Taurean Prince. Number 4 is Gary Trent Jr.
I like Gary Trent.
Another good shooter. We're going to forget what happened in overtime because he started out the quarter great.
Yeah.
Alex said, or hear me out, Nuggets trade for Reed Shepherd.
Who would they give up?
They would have to give up like Strother because the Rockets aren't just going to give him away for nothing.
That's literally just like a swap of like young players.
I like Strother a lot.
Strother's good. He just gets hurt a lot and he gets in foul
good.
trouble a lot. That's really the main problem. But
Gary, he showed me something in the series against OKC.
Yeah.
He was like the reason why they won Game 6.
Yeah, the Strother game.
Yeah. So
Christian Brown's about to get an extension, so he's going to be priced out of that. But number 5 is the guy they should have traded for in February, Chris Boucher.
Who's a free agent?
I think he'd be a great fit on that Nuggets team.
he needs to go there.
Number 6 is Larry Nance Jr. Jokic needs a backup 5 in the worst way possible. I was hoping it was going to be Steven Adams, but let it be Larry Nance Jr. He can shoot. He's very athletic.
Yeah.
Like, he just glides in the air. It's insane. Number 7 is Amir Coffey. He's kind of butt, not going to lie. And number 8 is Doug McDermott.
That's okay.
No.
Number 9 is Eric Gordon, and then number 10 is DeAnthony Melton. Now, I saw somewhere, I forgot who DeAnthony Melton was in talks with.
He's not terrible. I like him.
I forgot who it was with, but DeAnthony Melton was like close to, let me look actually. He was close to agreeing with someone, and I don't remember who it was.
Interesting.
Oh, the Lakers. Okay, fair.
Oh, of course.
He's like their DFS replacement. but he's off a torn ACL. Like, what is he necessarily going to give you?
Yeah, it's a problem.
Now let's look at the Nuggets payroll while we're at it. So here's the Nuggets payroll. It's basically the same as the Knicks.
Yeah.
You obviously have Jokic on his super max. You got Jamal Murray on his max. Porter's on his max. Gordon's on his max. You got Zeke Naji and Dario Saric making combined $14 million. And then we all know Russ opted out. Christian Brown's going to get an extension. Same with Peyton Watson. And then, look, Deron Holmes coming back next season could wind up being that stretch five that they need. But I wouldn't put it past them.
Coming off a torn Achilles as a rookie is hard.
Yeah.
You need some insurance there. Like, I know, like, you got to be patient with him. You don't want to have him re-aggravate that same injury.
Jack said Miles Turner should go to the Pistons.
Oh, isn't that something you've been talking about?
He's been linked with them, yeah. But I think he should stay in Indiana.
Yeah, Indiana's the easy option.
There's no good replacement for Miles Turner. That's the problem. Where are you going to find a center that shoots like that?
Brooke Lopez.
That's a huge downgrade.
It is.
Because Turner's a much better defender.
Yeah, you kind of take what you can give.
The Nuggets got to figure out a way to get off some of these really bad contracts, like Zeke Naji. I don't know why he's still on the team, man.
Yeah, let's wait for it. Let's see some trades. Come on.
I want to see something, Shams. Give us
Yeah, what's
something,
going?
bro.
I understand, like, the teams don't want to feel like they were tampering for the whole time since up to this point.
Shams has literally spent the past month and a half telling us this is going to be the greatest offseason of all time.
Yeah,
And
like
if we're about to get a dud on the busiest day of free agency, Shams, brother, man, I want my money back.
I saw NBA trade report said that D'Lo deal was closing with the Mavericks
Okay, fair.
for 2 years. So D'Lo starting point guard in Dallas for a year.
So we're gonna get basically what the Nets had to give away. They're gonna have D'Lo, Spencer Dinwiddie, and Kyrie Irving on the same roster with Jared Dudley as the assistant coach. So that's actually crazy. But I think the funniest thing, like, one of the things we missed out on with the OKC Thunder winning the championship was we all know the Knicks would have 1,000% reached out to interview Dagnall had they had lost.
I think
Damn well.
Oh, yeah.
I think they're past that phase. I think I mean, you know what's funny? Last week I heard, like, Borrego on Knicks Twitter was, like, the finalist. Now it's Mike Brown. And, like, I know Taylor Jenkins has a second interview as well. So, like, I don't know who's, like, accurate. It could be someone not to name those guys I just named. But I'm locked in on Brown or Taylor Jenkins. That's who I think. And
Yeah.
I don't know how long that deal's going to be, but it's I think one or the other for me. So
You probably won't even hire him, to be honest.
it could be a rando, like I said.
Imagine just hire some, like, Donny head off the street, bro.
No.
They hired Giovanni Squatteri.
Yeah.
Gio, tell us who your first signing would be if you got hired as Knicks coach, besides Russell Westbrook.
We have a Shams bomb.
All right, you know what, Gio? You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna get back to you on
Get back to me on that.
Again, it's not a crazy Shams bomb. It's someone I wanted the Knicks to look at, but it's a little too expensive for them. Trey Jones, Tyus Jones' brother, has agreed to a 3-year, $24 million deal to return to the Chicago Bulls. That's it.
Yeah, this free agency is off to a very ass start.
Boring.
This is
Trey
awful.
Jones
Trey Jones
is going back after he didn't do much this year either.
Remember that Shaq meme where he's like, "Oh man, we don't want to see this shit."
Yeah, literally.
That's like what I'm thinking of right now.
That's how I'm feeling, bro.
I mean, I guess Lonzo's gone. Trey Jones comes back. Nothing too crazy. They may move on from him.
This is butt, bro.
Yeah, what's going on? We were so excited. We were, like, going to be live for, like, a long time here. But it'll be just our luck that we go off live and a big deal's going to happen.
And that's why we're gonna wait it
That's
out
why
for
we're
a couple hours.
We're staying until 9:30, 10.
Oh, I forgot to put
crap.
the tweet on the screen.
And
Here
we- and-
is
We're gonna be live
the
for
trade.
5 hours.
We started at 6, Gio.
We started at 6, Gio.
4
2.5,
hours.
3 hours.
You'll probably be live for 3.
2.5.
That's
3.
my guess.
But the crazy thing is that we'll wake up tomorrow morning and the biggest deal's going to happen at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
And Shams is going to tweet it.
We got C-Band 000. He said, "Why the fuck did we sign Trey Jones back?"
Oh, are you a Bulls fan?
No way.
Look, unfortunately, let me actually pull up the graphic relating to the Bulls because it's actually kind of funny.
Yeah, let's talk about the Bulls. The Bulls are a little, again, another mediocre team. They are the kings of the East.
They have collectively one of the worst front offices of all time.
The Bulls are the kings of the East.
Is Trey Jones good? The fact that that question's even asked should tell you a lot about Trey Jones.
No.
He's not good, bro.
No.
Here we go. I found the thing. So on the screen right now, you guys will see the absolute flagrancy that is the Chicago Bulls front office. So over the past however many years,
Ooh, Shams bomb.
wait, we'll get that. We'll get that in a
ahead.
second. So in the past like 2 years, the Bulls have traded DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine, Alex Caruso, and Lonzo Ball. They've gotten back Josh Giddey, Kevin Herter, Chris Duarte, Isaac Okoro, Zach Collins, Trey Jones, 1 first-round pick, which wound up being Derek Queen, if I'm not mistaken. Right, he was drafted by the Bulls.
Who they traded and they got Noah Sengun.
And got Noah Asenge and 2
Yeah.
second-round picks. That's like such mismanagement of roster construction. Like, how do you trade all those guys? You traded with the Thunder and didn't get a first, just not even a pick. It's insane. But there is a Shams bomb. Antoine, tell us what we got.
We were just talking about this D'Lo, 2-year, $13 million deal with the Mavericks.
13 mil. Damn, he's really fallen off, man. That's like the half the MLE, kind of along those lines. I mean, he'll do, right? For now with
That's fine
with-
for what they need. Yeah.
with Kyrie being out. But Gio, when Kyrie comes back in presumably January, February,
Mm-hmm.
and D'Lo gets traded, where do you think the best fit for him would be?
For
And-
D'Lo,
Yeah.
so traded from the Mavs.
This seems like a rental. And who could the Mavs
Yeah.
potentially get back from that team?
Well, who's their backup
I don't
point
know,
guard?
bro. I got to think about
Who's-
this. One.
If when Kyrie comes back, there's their backup
It's
point guard.
Dinwiddie.
I would
It's-
get rid of Dinwiddie.
Let me look at the payroll.
I would keep D'Lo at
How much they
six
paying
in a
D'Lo?
heartbeat. Six
2
and a half
years,
mil.
13 million.
Honestly, keep D'Lo
6.5 mil.
I mean, you could.
for 6.5 mil.
Let's see the Mavs payroll right now. So 25-26, we obviously have AD, Kyrie's on the new contract. You have Clay, you have PJ, you have Daniel Gafford, Caleb Martin. You really have no other point guards, so I guess fair. You have Max
Fair.
Christie, but he's not a point guard.
Keep D'Lo. They can always use some shooting. He's a good shooter,
Like yo,
spot up shooter. You know?
you got to stack your roster with Nets legends. That is literally the formula.
Has that worked? I don't know.
Not really. Although I think this was the first year that, or not the first year. It's like another year that a former Knick has won a ring.
Hartenstein,
Hartenstein, and then it would have been Toppin if
right?
the Pacers had won. Ali, what's going on? He said, I want Ayton to go to Indiana. He would fit good as a backup center.
Well, you know what's crazy about that take, Ollie, is that he was going to Indiana until Phoenix matched that offer sheet.
I'm really glad they did because Indiana would be so bad right now if they had Ayton on the roster.
Yeah. I mean, backup center is fine, Ollie, but Isaiah Jackson's come back from his torn Achilles.
Yeah, but he's always been an end
torn
of the bench
Achilles.
guy anyways.
Yeah. I understand Ayton. Yeah, if you're giving them a vet minimum, sure, backup center minutes. You know,
I don't think Ayton's that bad.
he's
not-
Yeah, sure, he's a little soft.
That's
But he's
the-
still a good center.
But that's the problem, though.
He's one of the worst number one overall picks we've seen in our lifetime.
That's insane take.
Besides Anthony Bennett.
That's an awful take.
I don't think
You don't
he's
think
that
so?
bad.
No,
He
he's
played.
not,
He
no.
played. He got them. He literally won a conference. So they won the Western Conference in 2021.
And he was a big part
And
of that.
he literally had the valley oop
Yeah.
in game. Was it game 2?
Well, no,
Something.
maybe like most disappointing first round picks
No.
then.
Mm-mm.
He was a big part of that Phoenix team. Yeah, sure, he was a little soft, but he was still a very good player.
Well, the Phoenix team, yes, he
For
was
that
really
team.
good with. Yeah,
I don't know if
the
you remember
Phoenix
that.
team, yeah.
I
But
think
then,
Chris Paul may have had a lot to do with DeAndre Ayton being that good, but still.
So Alex said, "Ant, what do you think about Nerlens Noel back to the Knicks?"
Oh Lord, Nerlens Noel's not in the league anymore, Alex.
He still is.
He did have a
Still
good
chilling.
stint with us. You
He's
know,
still kicking about.
he had a good stint with us. I never hated him. Oh, we have a trade.
Oh, let me go to Shams.
It
Hold
is
on.
between the Denver Nuggets and the Brooklyn Nets.
Are you serious? Wait,
And-
hold on. I'm getting the tweet up for Shams.
And it's exactly who we said the trade was going to happen.
Hold
It
on.
has came to life.
What is
Go ahead.
this, bro?
It is Michael
Whoa.
Porter Jr. and an unprotected first-round pick to the Brooklyn Nets for Cam
Yes,
Johnson.
we
No way.
Bro, I'm pushing my MPJ MIP narrative now.
Yo, Tyler, this is literally your dream come
This
true.
is huge.
Oh
We
my
got Michael Porter. We have a 6'10 sniper shot creator
Yeah.
on the Brooklyn Nets.
And wait, and who did Denver get?
Cam
play.
Johnson.
And the Nuggets also attached the first round pick to get rid of Michael Porter
Let's
Jr. to
go.
Brooklyn.
Wait,
Let's
just Cam Johnson? That's
go.
it?
Just Cam Johnson.
Yeah.
What the hell?
We've been speaking about this trade for months.
Yeah.
Who brought it up first? Was it me? I said Cam
was you.
Johnson to the
You
Nets.
knew it the whole time,
To the
bro.
Nuggets? No.
I
Who-
said it was me.
Who said Cam Johnson to the Nuggets?
was
And
me.
we said that's perfect.
Yeah, because I wanted MPJ in Brooklyn, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Tyler, this is a win. Listen, the draft class now is looking a lot less more awful because now, but MPJ gets shipped to
Huge.
from a contender.
Huge.
He gets shipped to from a contender to purgatory.
They actually traded Michael Porter Jr.
Yeah.
That's insane. So what are we looking at now with the Nets? We have, we need a point guard still, unless we're gonna start. We're gonna start. We have Yegor Demon at the 1. We have Cam Thomas at the 2. We're gonna have Michael Porter Jr. at the 3, Clowney at the 4, Claxton or Day'Ron Sharp at the 5. We're gonna be fun to watch, man.
It's going to be pretty good.
The Nets freaking fleeced, bro. We got a first round. We got a first round pick for Cam Johnson.
That's crazy.
That is now, I think, 10 first round picks for Kevin Durant.
We
That's insane, bro.
we have another
Insane.
Shams bomb.
Oh my gosh. MPJ's a net. Let's go.
Again, this is Grizzlies bomb. Ty Jerome, 3-year, $28 million deal with the Memphis Grizzlies.
Wow. Grizzlies are doing some work
Grizzlies are really making, so that's the Cole
Cole
Anthony replacement.
Anthony is leaving.
I thought he was going to go to Boston. I'm not even going to lie. But now
Ty?
Cole Anthony might be going to Boston.
here. Ooh.
We can see. Oh my God. Michael Porter's a Brooklyn net.
I know you're so happy, bro.
Oh, I love MPJ, man. I'm
now
so
you're actually
excited.
looking forward to the season. To
I'm
watch
so
it.
excited.
All right.
go.
Oh, wait. Another one.
Hold on. I got to refresh.
Another
Fred
bomb.
Katz. Dennis Schroeder will agree to sign with the Sacramento Kings.
Okay, fair.
Wow. So that means no Russ, right?
No, they said they wanted both, remember?
That's crazy.
Someone said Jack said the Nets might make the play, and if they have another good move, low key, I could see it happening because the other move I manifested about 2 or 3 months ago, right at the end of the regular season. There's a little man that was scoring 40-point games out in the city of brotherly love in in April, and it would be very nice if he got himself.
He's
on
talking
an
about,
MLE to
he's
the
talking about
Brooklyn
Quentin
Nets.
Grimes.
I am 1,000% talking about my guy Quentin freaking Grimes.
Why you
But
love
let's dive in depth right now to this Cam Johnson Michael Porter Jr. trade.
That is literally
Love this
mind-boggling.
so much. Love it for both sides because on one end, the Nets have who do you want me to talk about first?
Go to Denver.
Let's talk about Denver.
Yeah.
Cam Johnson offers a lot in the sense of shooting consistency. He's played in NBA Finals. Obviously, he hasn't won like MPJ, but he's on a much cheaper contract. Remember, MPJ is, let me tell you right now, MPJ is currently making, he's currently making 38 mil in this next season. He's got a non-guaranteed 40 mil in 2027. Cam Johnson, on the other hand, is making 20 mil this year and then 22 and a half in 2026.
It's like cut in
Huge,
half.
huge. They're probably below the second apron right now. And I think he's going to provide incredible spacing for this Nuggets team now. He's just a little bit shorter than MPJ. He's about 6'8", 6'9". MPJ, we all know, is 6'10". And wow, I am in shock. This is great for both sides. I mean, obviously, you get rid of the first round pick, but for the Nets, once we tank this last year, and we can even flip MPJ for a first round pick. Remember, he's still a really good player, but I think we're going to start to see the high school MPJ come to life. I said this when we were talking about trade rumors, that he reminds me of Larry Markkinen in the sense that he might not have an all-star season, but he's going to have a damn good season and win most improved player.
Wow.
And I think this is going to turn out beautiful.
I think
What are his averages, Tyler?
the craziest
For who?
thing is that, like,
MPJ next season.
I don't know,
If-
probably
if
like
MP
20-something.
if MPJ really wanted to take a leap, he had to go to a team like Brooklyn to really score more. And he might be the leading scorer in the league next year.
Yo, what? No way.
He could be up in the late 20s.
The leading scorer in the league.
I mean,
bro.
don't forget, Cam Thomas, is still waiting on him to sign. him and I actually love that trade for Brooklyn more than I love
This is great, man.
more than I love
is heritage.
for Brooklyn
This
for
is
Denver.
Basketball heritage. Oh, we fleeced the crap out of them. They should not have attached the first. But that's awesome. That is awesome.
I just we talked about that trade. We said MPJ for Cam Johnson straight up.
We did.
Yeah.
Yo, Anthony, someone has a question for you.
Yeah.
They said, Anthony, what's your take on Cam Johnson's fit with Aaron Gordon?
Oh, that's more of a Tyler. Tyler's the Nets fan.
What was the question?
Cam Johnson's fit with Aaron Gordon.
Beautiful.
That's it.
Beautiful.
That's it.
Like we know, like Aaron Gordon shoots the lights out when he can, but he's in the dunker spot most of the time. Cam Johnson's a stationary shooter. He also can drive. He's very aggressive at the rim, and he's a willing defender. I think he's a better defender than Mikal Bridges is. I'll tell you that.
Kamar01 said Mavs depth list, please.
I got you.
You want us to show us them? Yeah, we'll show you the Mavs depth list.
The Mavs depth chart, and then I want to go back to your Ayton thing after we're done with this because I want to read through like some number one picks, and you tell me if they're better or worse than Ayton. But here's the Mavs depth chart right now.
Where did you pull it up from?
I'm on ESPN.
Oh, fair.
So obviously it doesn't show D'Lo because he's not on the roster, but D'Lo's going to slot into that point guard spot instead of Brandon Williams. You have Clay, you have Coop, you have AD, you have Derek Lively. And Kyrie will slot into that one spot when the time comes. Your backup unit, Spencer Dinwiddie, Max Christie, PJ Washington, Daniel Gafford. And then your reserves, you got Najee Marshall, you got Dante Exum, you got Caleb Martin, and you got Kai Jones. And you have Jaden Hardy, who signed an extension in like March. You still have Omax. You still have Dwight Powell. If the Mavs can stay healthy, my goodness gracious, that team could be insane. I would love to see a Mavs Rockets conference finals. I'll tell you that.
That would be very nice.
Tyler, Ramona Shelburne just tweeted, Nets are excited about MPJ.
Gosh.
And the intention is to keep him.
Yes, let's go. I wanted MPJ in Brooklyn for years. I am so freaking happy.
Listen,
let's go.
I think
finally
that is
a player I could be passionate about besides Cam Thomas.
I think that is a crazy trade. I mean, is Cam Johnson an upgrade over MPJ though? Contract-wise,
absolutely.
Do they do the exact same thing?
Cam Johnson's a better defender. MPJ's a better shot blocker just because he's.
Does this mean now you're relying more on Jokic, Murray, and Gordon, and not Cam Johnson?
No, Cam Johnson. Well, Cam Johnson's a stationary shooter, but he can create. We saw how great he played at the beginning of this season. Oh, I'm so happy, man. This is great. Oh, I'm so excited. Because think about it, right? Looking at this lineup right now, MPJ's 6'10", Yegor Demon is 6'9", and he's a point guard. Claxton's 6'11", and then Noah Clowney's 6'10", and then Cam Thomas is your shortest player, and he's 6'4". Yeah. This is insane, bro. What's going on?
Sean Marks just bailed out his awful draft.
Let's go.
And traded for MPJ.
No, because you know what? I was a little reactionary on Demon. I watched a lot of. I was telling Gio about this the other day.
Demon could be good.
His passing.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it's luscious.
Nice. Yeah.
It's very nice.
Yeah, people are saying it reminds them of a little bit of a young Magic Johnson. We'll see how that pans out, though.
I think Igor, because, I mean, his BYU days are really good. Danny Wolf, I watched in the tournament for Michigan. What a shot blocker he is. We don't know a lot about Nolan Traore and, like, Saroff. We know Traore is supposed to be good. And Drake Powell's the project, I feel like, in that whole class. We don't know much about him. But MPJ, we know is not a project because he's, already defined in the NBA, and he's going to go to Brooklyn.
I don't know. MPJ seems a little inconsistent to me.
No, he's going to fix that.
Like, even when he's not injured,
I think
he seems inconsistent.
Remember, he's in high school. Michael Porter Jr. was like...
He was that guy.
Oh, my God. He would have been the first pick if he didn't get hurt.
Right.
So you're playing a lesser role on a team that doesn't flow through you.
Right.
He essentially did the least on that roster because... Jokic and Murray have their two-man game. Aaron Gordon and KCP, now Christian Brown, guard the best player. MPJ's job is to just kind of sit in the corner, shoot, and defend whoever. But now, the freedom Jordy Fernandez is going to give this man, I think it's going to be great. Another Shams bomb?
So I will say the first one, Kevin Porter Jr. resigned with the Bucks, but this is bigger. Tyler just spoke about this. Denver's on the board.
Yes.
Bruce Brown is returning to Denver Nuggets on a one-year deal.
Wow.
Nets legend Bruce Brown.
Wow.
Let's go. Awesome.
So I've also just saw a tweet. trade because they traded MPJ. They have the full mid-level exception, but this is a 1-year deal, so they could be getting another player. But Bruce Brown is back on Denver.
Wow.
We don't know how much that deal is, but it's just a 1-year deal. So
I am over
2
the
for 2,
moon.
bro. Bruce Brown back to Denver.
Bruce Brown back to get Luke Kennard now.
Oof.
And you're competing for a championship,
Dude,
my
dude,
guy.
listen, who's their what's it called? Their general manager.
It's like a 3-man team between Josh Kroenke was like Ben Tenzer.
Yeah,
and
somebody
else.
got promoted and is reporting to Josh Kroenke.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, whoever's doing this,
I'll
doing
look
a good
it up.
job so far.
There's two assistants that are reporting to Kroenke. So Bruce Brown is back, baby. Let's go. So Bruce Brown essentially got the bag in Indiana, saved their franchise because they used him solely to get Siakam, and then didn't like the purgatory of having that big contract. So now he's probably on Denver for a lesser deal. He's probably making the full MLE, and I'm assuming trading MPJ got them below the second apron that they were able to re-sign him.
Yeah,
this is beautiful business by the Denver Nuggets.
This is. We were like slamming them like all last season. I feel like the Cronkies, right? We were slamming them the whole time, and now all of a sudden they're coming out with these bangers. So credit to them.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see who they. Okay, so here we go. So Ben Tenzer got promoted to where'd it go? I'm sorry. Interim general manager Ben Tenzer is executive vice president of basketball operations.
Yeah, that was the
and
guy.
they brought in Minnesota's Jonathan Wallace to serve as the executive VP of basketball.
And he worked under
operations.
Tim Connolly, who was the former general manager for the Nuggets before Calvin.
Another Shams Bond. We have another one.
We have 101 people on the Twitter live feed right now. This is insane. Shout out y'all.
Shams is coming to life right now.
All right,
and
tell us, what do we got?
it is a Pelicans bomb.
Yep.
Kevon Looney to the Pelicans. 2
Wow.
2 years, $16 million.
Yo, can we clap it up for Kevon Looney with an incredible Warriors tenure, man? Won a couple rings, could barely move and jump, and somehow clamped everyone in that 2022 run.
That's insane.
Yeah.
He's an Iron Man. He literally missed his first game last year in like forever.
Yeah.
So shout out Kevon Looney, man.
Yeah.
I was a big fan of Kevon Looney.
Yeah.
What do you think about this pickup, though?
For the Pelicans?
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Because Yves Missy's not there yet, and you're going to need time to develop him, get someone experienced, and even if you start Yves Missy and you bring Kevon Looney off the bench, that is a perfect vet
Don't forget Derek Queen.
for that kind of man. Same with Derek Queen, but Yves Missy's their guy. We saw how good he played last year. We saw the potential he has.
Going back to the
Shout out
D'Lo,
Kevon Looney, man.
the D'Lo deal. That second year is a player option.
For the
D'Lo.
Yeah, that's usually whenever you get into the MLE type deals, that's usually what it is.
Mark Spears just tweeted, Kuminga is going to resign with the Warriors. There is optimism there.
Ooh, okay, I think.
Ooh.
Interesting. Steve Kerr,
Okay.
you better play him.
Yeah,
if that's
right.
the case.
Well, no,
like-
he's obviously going to do that.
Again,
Bro,
another Knicks thing.
I love how like 20 minutes ago we were like, we may have to end this
Yeah,
early.
yeah,
Like,
So Jordan Clarkson's buyout was just finalized, and his number one team on his list is the Knicks.
Jordan Clarkson?
Jordan
I
Clarkson.
like that a lot.
Confirmed. Jordan Clarkson does not know ball.
I think Clarkson's a good player, man.
He's gonna be a great fit for you guys.
No, seriously.
Dude, he just has injury problems. That's really the
Yeah.
only thing.
Clarkson?
Yo, somebody's asking about Ty Jerome thoughts. Do you want to get back to that really
yeah.
quick?
Yeah.
Like on his fit and with the new team here?
He should have went to Boston.
Okay.
He should have went to Boston. That would have been by far the best fit. Or Phoenix.
Also, he got $4 million more than Trey Jones. Trey Jones does a lot less than what Ty Jerome does.
Yeah.
Like,
Remember,
I don't understand.
Ty Jerome was a certified bum until this year.
He was. That's true.
Remember, we saw this with Nemhard when Nemhard was kind of quiet throughout his Pacers career. Last year, went off in the playoffs and re-signed to like a 3-year, $39 million contract. So once you get more years, like Nemhard's next contract next year is going to be insane. He's probably going to make $100 million.
Why did the Cavs move on from Ty Jerome so quickly?
Couldn't afford him.
Couldn't afford him?
Because remember, you just re-signed Sam Merrill. He just traded for Lonzo Ball, who made more money than Isaac Okoro.
Yep.
So that's essentially the dealio with that.
Okay.
Duval said the money Kuminga is asking for is ridiculous. The Warriors would be dumb to pay him that. But we don't know what they're going to pay him.
We don't know.
He wants a $200 million contract. Doesn't mean he's going to get it. But Do you think the Nuggets can make a run next year? If they get Luke Kennard, they are my pick to go to the championship.
They're always going to make a run if you have Jokic. You're going to make a
Yeah.
run, but are you going to go to the chip if they get some shooting?
If they get Luke Kennard, they are a lock.
Yeah.
Yes.
Listen, Denver just completely changed their whole team in an hour.
Denver looks
In 10
great.
minutes with Bruce Brown and Cam Johnson.
The Nets,
Literally, whole landscape of that team has changed.
That's crazy.
the way I felt about Brooklyn has been such a roller coaster because like we were on such a good ethical tank. Now we have, hopefully, if we re-sign Cam Thomas, we'll have obviously a young bucket. We have, an MPJ who's in his prime now that has the potential to be a humongous bucket.
Right.
We have a really high potential with like 16 point guards. And then
Yeah.
I think Claxton and Day'Ron Sharp are a great center combo, along with Noah Clowney, who can shoot. So I'm feeling real good about my
Yeah.
Brooklyn Nets, man.
It's looking good, man.
This is the first time we've streamed where something good's happened.
I
related to the
think
Nets.
MPJ gives them a lot of hope to watch next year.
Oh yeah,
I'll
that's
be
like-
excited to watch next games.
yeah. Let's go.
I'll watch a Nets game next year.
Someone said Cavs making room for Bron Lamel.
No.
I also did say before, I mean, Milwaukee's on the board. Kevin Porter Jr. is back on a 2-year deal. We really don't care about that. KPJ. We're waiting on Milwaukee to trade another player that's not Kevin Porter Jr. So we'll see. But yeah, it's popping off. Shams, don't get off your phone. Like, come on, keep tweeting. Okay, Looney is gone. Someone said the focus is Al Horford for Golden State right now, so maybe we'll see that pretty soon.
That's a great upgrade.
Isn't he already on Golden State?
No, he's in Tanya. We said that's the reports said that's their top guy.
I thought that already happened. Okay.
Let me look at Kevon Looney real quick.
Yeah.
I want to check how many 82 game seasons bro had. So he got drafted in 2015 by the Warriors. Was on the 73 and 9 team. Didn't play much his first year, and then he played 53 games his second year. Won a championship. Played 66 games. Won a championship. In 2019, he played 80 games. Then in 2020, I think the whole roster just kind of flopped because they were tanking for, whether it was Ant LaMelo, they wound up taking James Wiseman. He played 61 games in 2021. He played 82 game seasons back-to-back years, won a championship in the process, and then played over 70 games in both of his last 2 seasons with the Warriors. I got nothing but respect for the guy. Incredible Warriors tenure. He is their Miles Turner, essentially.
I thought Looney was very underrated. I was always kind of a hater on Looney a little bit because he was always inconsistent at times. But kind of a Warriors legend.
Oh,
Was there for a long time.
He just does his job. He does what he's asked.
Yeah.
He doesn't go over and above. He just does what he does. That's it.
Now, do they retire number 5? 3 championships,
Nah.
That's his number, Looney?
3
They should definitely
championships, 10 seasons with the Warriors.
I don't know. You got to do a lot
It
more.
depends
than
on the Yeah, come on.
They have a great relationship with him.
Do they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because the Thunder did retire Nick Collison's jersey.
Exactly.
Number 4.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with having
Look,
a team
I
legend.
mean, you're talking about a guy he's played 10 seasons with the Warriors, 599 career games, won 2 rings. Sorry, because he was in the G League, I think, his second year, but still 2 championships. Oh, because he didn't. So he has 3 rings, but he played in 2 of those rings. He was a 2-way guy for the second one, or for the first one in 2017. So, yeah, I think he absolutely should. That's crazy. Warriors legend Kevon Looney.
Someone said Nuggets clearing up Cat for LeBron.
Low key, that'd be kind of funny, but
Could you imagine?
Jokic and LeBron. Now that they traded for Cam Johnson, it doesn't seem likely.
Yeah.
We're still waiting for Schroeder numbers from Sacramento. I said that before. But yeah, that was a crazy 15 minutes.
I think
We had 3 deals coming.
I think the most exciting part about this offseason so far is that the Lakers have gotten shafted beyond belief. I want their downfall so badly. He said, I feel so bad for George's kneeing on the Celtics. I know he's from Boston, but he hates them. Yeah, I mean, that's what happens.
Really?
Well, he's played for the Sixers, the Hawks,
Wow.
and the Cavs.
What is this?
Shams?
What?
Oh my goodness.
What?
Big deal for someone that.
Whoa.
Wow.
Bro, I'm so sick of the Spurs, man.
That is
What happened?
insane.
They just signed Luke Cornett to a 4-year, $41 million contract. I'm so sick of them, man.
Wait a second.
What?
You're telling me, right? Let me get this straight.
Are you,
You-
serious?
You have De'Aaron Fox. You have the rookie of the year in Stephon Castle. You have the number 2 overall pick in Dylan Harper. You got who was the guy they drafted?
They
Derek
drafted
Harper.
this year.
Yeah, after
Dylan Harper, Carter
Dylan.
Bryant.
Carter Bryant. They have Carter Bryant, who should have gone top
What?
10. You have
Who?
you still have Keldon Johnson. You still have Devin Vassell.
Yeah.
You still have Jeremy Sohan. You have Wemby, and now you get
Luke
a
Cornett.
7-1 rebounding machine.
Yo. It might be wraps, bro. Spurs might be able to do it this year.
Dude, the Spurs in like 3 years might not lose a basketball game.
Bro,
Oh my goodness.
bro,
I
this
can't
coming
believe-
season they have a chance to contend.
I don't know. I don't
I
want to
think
put I
so.
don't want to put too much pressure on them because Wemby's coming off the blood clot, Fox is coming off the hand surgery. Everyone else is still really
If everyone's
young.
healthy.
They'll make the play into the playoffs, but they're not. I don't think they're making it out of the first
With
round.
Luke Cornett and Wemby in their front court,
They're not playing
who's
together.
scoring,
I
They're
who's
not-
believe-
rebounding,
They're not playing together. He's gonna be the backup 5
backup. Okay,
He's
Yeah.
the backup.
because
yeah.
we saw Wemby play at the 4. The minutes were awful
right.
with the 5.
You're right.
He kind of reminds me of Zach Collins that can't shoot.
But he's also way bigger.
That's true, but I don't think he's gonna offer much on
good.
on the floor together.
Good for Luke Cornett. Someone just said the Celtics were not going to match that.
Oh no, the Celtics are in such cap hell.
But
They had to trade
we're looking
everyone.
at a Celtics new team next year that's going to be no centers. Horford's gone. Cornett's gone. KP's gone. I can't believe that deal for Cornett. Cornett used to be on the Knicks on a 2-way deal.
Was he actually?
Yes, I remember those
Yeah.
days.
Should have kept him.
Cornett was on the Knicks on a 2-way deal. This is before the Cat era. This is a little bit before the Mitch era.
I'm glad they freed my guy.
You can use Cornett right about now.
I love Cornett. I think he's going to be
Cat.
great.
You know,
Probably hated Cornett.
they could have used NBA champion Isaiah Hartenstein.
Yeah, that money for Cornett's insane though.
4-year 41. That's only like
Luke Cornett went from a 2-way deal to making almost 10 mil a year.
that's
Or a little
the
over
yeah.
10 mil a year.
I think that's the perfect contract for him. He played really well against the Knicks.
Kamart said they're hogging centers. That's so facts.
It really is. No, I think them and the Mavs. The Mavs have such a big like front court room. It's actually obscene.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Dude, I can't believe we got MPJ.
Bro, you're still so psyched about that. I'm so
yeah,
happy for you, bro.
that's the biggest deal. I love that deal for both sides.
Dude.
I want
let's
something big to happen.
Go.
I want a Giannis trade.
No, I don't.
I want anything.
Giannis is gonna stay in the Bucks. He's not going anywhere.
Yeah, he's not going anywhere. Because the only place Giannis can physically go now, well, he could go to San Antonio, but the only
Dude.
the only realistic thing I see happening is him going to the Warriors. If they can't figure out Kuminga and Giannis wants to leave because the Bucks have signed absolutely nobody, then
Giannis on Golden State would be crazy.
let's
bro.
open up the NBA trade machine, shall we?
Please do.
Yeah, let's do that.
Go to the cap manager. So let's just see what we can do with a single team trade between the Bucks and the Warriors. Let's just see. And for Warriors fans that are watching this, we're not saying that this is going to happen. We're just curious adolescent men that would
Adolescent men.
that would like to see how can this be possible. Giannis makes 54 mil this year, and because both teams are over the apron, they must trade salary for salary.
Oh,
What?
Shams Bob.
All right, let's go back to that real quick. Hold on.
Houston is
Hold
back in it.
Hold on.
Anthony.
All right.
What?
He's back? What the
What is that?
Whoa.
3-year, $21.5 million contract with
Capella?
Clint
No
Capella.
way.
Clint Capella to the Rockets.
Hmm.
Oh my God.
Damn. So Knicks are
All right,
not getting any centers.
So is Texas just hogging centers?
yeah.
Is the entire state like?
Yeah.
But
literally what they're
why
doing.
they're
'Cause
paying
Gafford,
they're-
Lively, then you got Capella, and who's the other center over there? In Houston?
Shengun, Steven Adams,
That's
and
insane.
Capella.
Yo,
Texas just
crazy,
be
bro.
hogging the centers, bro.
they all have
Yes, I
like
my
three
own
good
team.
centers on their team.
Why would Houston want? I don't. What's going on? Are we just stocking up big men?
Yeah.
I don't know why Houston would want Capella.
Because
I don't understand.
Adams is injury prone.
Yeah, but they give him a lot of money, regardless.
Still, they have the room for it. You're winning now.
They
So
do.
let's go back to Giannis real quick. So Giannis, $54 million. Kuminga would have to be a sign and trade, but he's not on the roster sheet, so we can't do this because he hasn't re-signed. But you'd probably have to get rid of him at least. Like the Warriors pick stuff, they'd have to get rid of at least like. Oh, they have a bunch of firsts to trade. They can get rid of 26, 28, 31. They could do all of that and then probably give up like Moody and a couple first round picks and everything like that. Kuminga would have to be the base of the salary. And I don't think there's a world where Jimmy Butler would leave. although it could happen. This has been a crazy freaking free agency so far.
Yeah,
I'm
seriously.
thrilled, bro.
I was just reading a Knicks tweet from someone that's reliable.
Why'd you sound depressed?
So
when you said
Clarkson is coming.
that? Okay.
Pause.
Sorry, he's signing, and they're also saying that Russ is coming too.
Is he actually?
Oh,
So-
wow.
Someone said.
Wait,
Russ-
seriously?
I don't not confirmed,
Who
but
said this?
a Knicks YouTuber
Is he
I-
reliable?
who is
I-
reliable.
He's
Bro,
reliable.
I just really want Russ to go to Minnesota in the worst way.
If
Why?
Because I want to see you. I want to, because
You want to see me root for Gobert?
I guarantee you that the two of them are going to play so well together, you're going to wind up liking Rudy Gobert.
I probably would.
Bro,
Oh
I
my
want this to happen
God.
so bad.
I-
Please.
I wouldn't mind it.
The-
I
the-
wouldn't mind
Please.
it.
the Knicks are getting all these scrubs, man.
Bro, you literally like 20 minutes ago.
Oh my god.
20 minutes ago, Anthony just said he wanted Russell Westbrook and Jordan Clarkson.
Why
I was
we-
mad.
I don't
they
want-
are, they are also not scrubs.
I don't want to be your retirement home, man.
They're
Oh my
not. Bro,
God.
Jordan Clarkson's in his 20s.
That's a very good point.
Dude,
Okay,
you
yeah.
need a big
so-
man though.
Jack said, did Kyrie stay with the Mavs? He did. He signed a 3-year, $120 million deal. So he just opted out of his player option.
Oh, we have a deal.
Hold on,
going
before
on?
before you do that, can I answer this question?
Go ahead.
So Ali said, Tyler, what do you think the Lakers will get at the 5? Inshallah and vibes. So
Who?
no, it's just inshallah and vibes.
Well, I don't know what that
But
means.
if I had to make an educated guess, I do think we will trade Nick Claxton to the Lakers. But right now, it's looking very likely it's Brooke Lopez. So let's go to Shams. Antoine, read away.
Detroit has found their Malik Beasley replacement. Karis LeVert is going to the Detroit Pistons on a 3-year, 2-year, $29 million deal.
What did I say is the recipe for making a championship team?
Sign Karis LeVert.
Sign Nets
Nets legend.
legends. Let's
course.
go.
That is a really good deal for
Let's
them.
Wait, where's he going?
go.
Pistons?
Detroit.
Detroit. I
The-
love that.
It's
You
a
like that?
very good deal.
Yeah.
He wasn't he on the Pistons before?
No.
Or no? Am I
So
just
he-
No, he's never been.
He got drafted by the Nets. It was funny, too, because we traded Thaddeus Young to the Pacers for that pick. Wound up being Karis LeVert. Then he got traded to Houston in the Harden deal. Houston didn't want him, so they swapped him and Victor Oladipo. And then that was when they found the cancer in his kidney. They took it out. Everything was good. And then he wound up getting traded to Cleveland and then got traded to Atlanta in the, what's his name? DeAndre Hunter trade. So that is the full story.
Wasn't he on the Pacers
Karis
at one
LeVert.
point?
I literally just said
Oh, you did
they
say
swapped
he
him
was
with
on the Pacers.
Oladipo in India.
Oh, right.
Sorry, I forgot to say Indiana.
Okay.
So
All right, so it looks like everything is flooding in right now after an hour and a half.
this is awesome. I'm having a lot of fun.
We are. I love this. Overpay? No, that is not an overpay for LeVert.
A little bit.
I
I'm
don't
not gonna
know.
lie.
What does it say he's getting?
29 mil in
29
2 years.
in 2 years.
14? Nah, it's fine.
Nah, it's not overpay.
It's like basically the full MLE for.
Yeah.
He's probably gonna have a player option on that second year.
Yeah, I was
So
gonna say
Mark
probably.
Bartlestein usually gets you. I believe he's MPJ's agent. He usually gets you a big time contract.
Yeah. Sam just asked, will the Hawks get into the top 6 in the East next season? In the East. Not the West, the East.
Oh, East, yeah.
Yeah, and don't forget they have the pick swap next year between Pelicans and Milwaukee, and both those teams could be one of the worst teams in the league.
Because I'll tell you this right now, like I think confident locks for the top 6 is Indiana, Cleveland, the Knicks, the Pistons.
Did you say the Magic?
Oh, the Magic. Sorry, that was
Orlando,
the ones I
yeah.
couldn't forget.
I feel like we're gonna see a Hawks move in a
They're going to
Yeah,
get
a little-
Nikhil Alexander-Walker.
that's
if there's
what I was
money
gonna
that went.
say.
But what's going to happen, I think Jaylen Brown's going to like get a little like banged up, and they're just going to sit him and tank. So I don't think the Celtics might not make the playoffs this year,
Yeah.
but I see the Hawks potentially being that, or the Celtics get the 6th spot and the Hawks do their usual things and make the play-in.
All right, so I have Spurs depth chart. So of course, so this is from NBA TV. So they have starting 5 is Fox, Castle, Vassell, Harrison Barnes, Wemby. The bench is Dylan Harper, Champagny, Keldon Johnson, Sohan, Luke Cornett, and then you have Malachi Branham, Carter Bryant, and is that Harrison Ingram? I don't know who
Dude.
that is. And then we know Paul Biombo and Mamukelashvili are still free agents.
The depth on this team is crazy.
So yeah, they have Harrison Barnes.
Forgot they
starting
had
at
Harrison
before.
Barnes.
Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
that's
Good guys.
crazy.
yeah, I mean,
I cannot believe we just got Michael Porter Jr. in Brooklyn. I'm still trying to just process that.
Where you going, Gio?
I'll be right back.
No. You going to pee-pee?
He's going to the bathroom. That's crazy. But the Rockets are apparently signing trading Capella or DFS. Well, they can't sign and trade any of them.
No, they can't.
Unless it was a sign and trade and they're giving up assets in return to Atlanta or
We don't know.
to the Lakers. Cam Whitmore on the Lakers would be interesting to say the very least.
Bruce Brown's 1-year deal is a vet minimum.
Oh wow, his value really tanked over the year. It's kind of insane. Knicks, Pacers, Magic, Cavs, Pistons, Hawks in no order, said Ethan, with regard to the top 6 in the East. Yeah, for me, I don't know. The Hawks are always mid. That's why I think the Celtics will probably, Jaylen Brown will get you into the play-in at least. But the East is so ungodly awful that Brown and Derek White could be like a superstar duo.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. Nuts. Let's go back to the list of free agents. Let's see who else is
Yeah.
like still available if Spotrac is updating anything. Let's see. So yeah, we have a bunch more additions, stuff like that. So we go to available. Brooke Lopez still available. Malcolm Brogdon still available. Still no word on Miles Turner. No word on Tim Hardaway Jr. Nothing on Kennard, Duncan Robinson. Or you said Dennis Schroeder is signing with the Kings?
The Kings waiting on that, yeah.
Nothing on Marvin Bagley. Nothing on Chris Boucher, Mo Wagner, Larry Nance, or Al Horford. So we still got a lot of names that
We do.
we still have to like kind of get. And we still have big extensions looming for guys like Kuminga, guys like Josh Giddey.
Yeah.
Nikhil Alexander-Walker could be on the move elsewhere. Still no word on Russ. And the list kind of just keeps going on and on and on down. And, you know, it's kind of crazy seeing really all this happen. Still nothing on Cam Thomas yet either.
Yeah.
My mood will tank if Cam Thomas leaves.
Well, they can match that deal because he's an RFA.
Right, but if we don't, like if we sign,
They have to.
if we sign Quentin Grimes and don't retain Cam Thomas, I will lose my collective mind.
We're waiting for Quentin Grimes, too. If Quentin Grimes goes to the Nets, Tyler's locked in to season tickets next year.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. Is Jason Tatum returning at the end of the season next year? He better not.
We have no idea.
He better not. I'll tell you that.
I saw a video today. He is training, but he's not training his right leg because
He's still
obviously he can't.
He's still in the boot, right?
Yeah, he was doing some upper body training. In the video I saw, he is
Core strength.
Yeah, that whole boot is still on.
We could ask Gio actually a little bit of what goes into it when he comes back.
Yeah, Chris Paul is leaving the Spurs. Yes, we know that it's either the Suns or the Clippers. So back to any of the teams he played for before.
My guess is probably the Clippers because he'll fill that backup point guard void.
Jack said I saw that video. Yeah, it was all over social media. Some people they were reposting it on Twitter.
Which one?
The Tatum video.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he tweeted the other day. He said like day 45. This is like bullshit.
Really?
Let me go to his Twitter. Hold on.
Tatum's a character, man.
Here's the tweet. So on day 25, he said, day's starting to get a little easier. And then he said, day 45, this is some bullshit.
Yeah.
I love Tatum, man.
Yeah, we love him.
Tearing your Achilles at 19 is rough, though.
Yeah, I mean, you know, what are you gonna do? It's part of the game, man.
Yeah. We got 10 of you currently in the YouTube chat. We got 113 of y'all on Twitter. Shout out to every single one of y'all. This is insane. I'm just so happy we got Michael Porter Jr. That just completed my day.
Yeah, I mean, I would love a trade or signing from my team, but it's not that feasible. Oh, DeAndre Ayton would be nice for us right now, but I doubt that.
I said that to you last year that DeAndre Ayton the Knicks should trade for when he was in Portland.
Yeah. All right, let's see. What's the next Shams bomb that's gonna drop? I have no idea. The trade one came out of nowhere.
That's crazy.
I love that MPJ trade so much, and I'm jealous because I would love MPJ
For
right
both
now.
sides, I'm like thrilled. I'm like so thrilled. We have a question for you, Gio, when you sit back down. It's a physical therapy question.
Oh, nice.
So
Gio, I don't care what you have to say anyway.
All right, what's the question?
So obviously we were talking about the Tatum rehab and how he's kind of like he's on like day 50, give or
Yeah.
take.
Yeah.
Just a little bit lower. Your head's off the screen.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go. So obviously he's on day 50, around there. He said day 45, this is some bullshit. And we saw a
Yeah.
video that Antoine was talking about where he's doing like aerobic exercises with the core and stuff on with the boot still on.
Yeah.
So what does like kind of the next month or so look like for him with the rehab from a torn Achilles since we're almost 2 months removed?
Yeah,
3
I mean,
months, sorry.
there's
No,
not
2 months.
2 months. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's not much he can really do. Like the exercises for him are gonna be very limited.
Yeah.
I think right now, his best thing he can do is focus on other parts of his body. Like in that video, he was doing his core exercises. Like if he does other things to strengthen other parts of his body, like where he was lacking in previous seasons, he can work on that right now while his Achilles is healing. I mean, of course, you're gonna do your, what you can do, like your dorsiflexion, plantar flexion, eversion, inversion with the ankle, just to work on that mobility of the ankle. What else? I mean, there might be some. Obviously, like after surgery, there's extreme amounts of swelling, so you just want to work on getting that swelling down, so you can get into those exercises for strength, re-strengthening, and mobility of the ankle. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's for those of you that are interested in the medical field. There's your answer.
Yeah.
And shout out Gio. He's our brainiac when it comes to anything medical related.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I hope he gets stronger, like
Do you
upper
think-
body, lower body, stuff like that.
do you think we'll see him at all next season?
No.
I hope we don't either.
No.
I want him
They
to
should.
sit out. He should take the full 18 months and
100%.
get yourself right, just like with
Yeah.
KD. Because look how great KD's been playing.
Yeah.
Since he's come back.
Get your rest,
So-
bro.
So Theo Pinson just tweeted like 10
Wait.
minutes ago.
Who?
Theo Pinson,
Who?
Nets legend.
Nets legend
Knicks legend.
Theo Pinson.
So I
Let's
don't know what
go.
Theo Pinson knows, but all he tweeted was Braun leaving LA.
I mean, we kind of knew this since he opted in.
So maybe something in an hour.
Are we about to see? Are we about to see?
A
LeBron-
LeBron James
Are
trade.
we about to see LeBron and Wemby on
No,
the same roster?
you know what's crazy? I don't know if you were keeping up with like the Braun videos yesterday that somebody was like recording them when they were out to eat for like a bocce.
He said he wants to play in New York, but Savannah wants him to
Yes.
retire in the next
Yeah,
year.
so could we see the Knicks come back and get LeBron James, Gio,
They're
for,
the on-
for Karl Anthony Towns, Mikal Bridges?
I'll tell you right now, you're one of the only 4 teams that can trade for him
Oh my gosh.
because LeBron's salary, he makes 53 mil. So the only teams that really can trade for LeBron are the Knicks, the Thunder, the Spurs, and either the Mavs or Celtics.
Does LeBron going to the Knicks make them a contender?
No.
Oh my God! Don't listen to that.
No.
What do you,
Of
Anthony?
course.
Anthony, the Knicks
No,
fan.
they-
Of course.
The
How?
Knicks fan.
When you get LeBron, anything is possible.
He's
Yeah, but
literally 87.
It's
bro.
not necessarily the addition of LeBron. It's what you're giving up for
But
LeBron.
I'm fine giving up Cat and Mikal.
Who's gonna
'cause
be your center?
Are you kidding me?
You got to sign somebody, but you free up a lot of salary for just LeBron for a year or two, and then you reset the books.
But you're both over the apron, so you can't shed salary. You have to trade like for like. So you're gonna be in the same situation.
I would say arguably.
No, but
this
once
season,
LeBron retires, the book's fresh.
Well,
That's
obviously,
it.
yeah, but he'll probably re-sign and get that guaranteed money.
Why
for at
wouldn't
least
you
one
do that?
more
Why
year.
wouldn't you do that now when the East is wide open?
Because I'm not gutting my franchise for a 41-year-old.
right,
Yeah, but if you only want one championship, and that's your goal.
bro?
Right,
can I
but-
say
but
Cat
let-
was better than LeBron last season, and you're giving up Cat and Mikal Bridges,
You still have to pay Mikal Bridges.
and you have to pay Mikal Bridges.
You've already gutted your entire franchise's
Is
future.
your phone ringing? Why is it vibrating? I heard
Is it ringing?
vibration.
Oh, what?
Yeah,
No.
take that off the couch because
Yeah.
it's vibrating through the
You
house.
you already gutted your franchise's future draft capital for a non-All-Star. You gave up another one of those picks for Cat, and it just seems like you failed both trades by trading for LeBron.
Me, Knicks
like-
fan, trying to play trade machine here.
Dallas seems like a viable option, but okay. Dallas
alright.
seems like a viable option, but I think this dude's going to San Antonio, isn't he?
There's no way.
He has to be. There's no way he's not. Because think of who the Spurs have. Like Harrison Barnes, your salary filler, and then you're going to get rid of Sohan. You can get rid of Vassell. You can get rid of all. They're not going to play. Like you have to.
I'm not watching basketball ever again.
Jack said LeBron trade would be crazy. LeBron is like 500 years old. And then Ali said, I want LeBron to come to Toronto so I can go watch him.
Dude.
That
I
would
mean, to be fair, you can.
I wonder what Fetty would say.
I mean, you can go to Toronto to watch a Lakers Raptors game. You can, but
You could, yeah. You don't have to wait for him to go to. You don't have.
But to
wait
be
for him
fair,
to go there.
but to be fair, Raptors tickets are a lot cheaper than Raptors Lakers tickets. Like you
Yeah,
could see you could see them play against whatchamacallit. You can whatchamacallit. What was I saying?
You can see him playing against a trash team.
Oh, you can see him play against the Jazz.
Yeah.
Like, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah, chat's popping now. See, this is what happens when Shams is good and he tweets.
Yeah.
Oh,
He gives us content. A lot of new faces in the chat too.
right.
Duval.
Yeah, shout out all.
No,
y'all.
Duval's not new.
He's
Duval's
not?
been in the chat.
I've seen Duval before.
Oh,
New
Ethan,
faces. New faces have
Kamart,
been Kamart or
I think Kamart's pretty new.
Kamart and Ethan.
might be Kmart.
Ethan?
Yeah, shout out Ethan.
It's not
Kmart.
Kmart.
Oh, it could be Kmart. Yes.
Could be, yeah.
It's not
could be
Kmart.
Kmart.
No way.
Gio, stop it.
Kmart is spelled with a K, not a C.
I understand that, but people can spell it different ways, Gio.
Exactly. Geo.
Tell us how to pronounce your name, Kamart.
Yeah, tell us how to pronounce your name.
Oh my, this is awful. New York basketball just tweeted. Jalen Brunson, Cat, Jordan Clarkson, and Russ all attended Paris Fashion Week last week. Oh my God, I'm dead.
Let's go.
Yeah.
My team is gonna be a retirement home.
Dude, I swear, if the Knicks walk into next season into the play-in, I'm gonna laugh my ass off for the rest of time.
Kamart said it's Kmart, and I watch shorts every day. Go.
Really?
Shout out you, my guy.
Go.
Shout out you,
You
Geo.
guys are right.
Geo.
GG's. Yeah, I'll take that out.
Take the L.
My fault, Kmart. My fault.
Jack, you've been
Take
here for
the
2
L.
streams. You have. You were here for draft,
yeah,
and you're
Jack-
here for right now.
Jack is like pretty much OG, kind of.
The first ever stream, it's actually the Alex's.
No, yeah,
Two
the Alex's, man.
The two Alex's.
Yeah, shout out all them.
Alex. Yes.
So the new Nuggets depth chart, Jamal Murray is the only point guard on the roster. you have Christian Brown, Cam Johnson, Aaron Gordon, Nikola Jokic, and then
So they need guard.
you need a point
need
guard.
guard.
I mean, Bruce Brown can play the point. But
Yeah, but I want another point guard if I'm
Yeah.
Denver. So
That's
who
true.
could that be?
We're also still waiting on a Paulo extension.
Who?
That's gonna be big. Paulo.
Paulo.
Oh,
Oh, Shams bomb.
Let me reload the page.
Brooke Lopez is going to Los Angeles, but it is not the Lakers.
oh, shoot.
He is going
Yeah.
to the Clippers.
Hold Lakers, you bums.
Wait, why is he
Let's
going to the
go.
Clippers?
2-year, $18 million. That's
Zubats is already there though.
he's a backup.
Backup center,
He's
I
the
guess.
backup.
Okay. So I guess
Wow.
Claxton's going to the Lakers, bro.
No.
I feel mixed about that.
Aiton.
No.
You think Aiden?
Wow.
DeAndre, what's going to happen is if the Knicks trade for LeBron James, DeAndre Ayton is so a New York Knick. It's like almost. I thought it was either going to be him or Capella.
Damn. What is going on with the Lakers? Palinka, I said, should have been fired a long time ago.
Could you imagine if Ayton goes to the Knicks and you have a front court of Mikal Bridges, or not Mikal? Well, he's a guard spot, but if you have Mikal Bridges, Cat, and Ayton, that's the New York Sharmans.
Oh my gosh,
Charmin Ultra Soft.
dude.
That'd actually be an insanely soft roster. I can't even lie.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they get a lot of unwarranted hate,
Who?
specifically Aiton.
I mean, Ayton's a good player. He just does. If like I said in one short, if Ayton had the mentality of like Kobe Bryant, he'd literally be the GOAT.
I don't know about all that, but he would be
Like,
really, really good.
It's hyperbole, but like, do you realize how good Ayton would be if his
Yeah.
mind was there?
Yeah,
If Mamba mentality was injected into him like the flu shot, it would be insane. How
sometimes players got to learn it.
It's-
Bron didn't have that.
I don't think it is though. It's something that T.J. McConnell said in his interview with Tommy Alter and Young Man in the Three. Effort and mentality, it's a skill. It's something that you can
is.
really like develop. It's something you're born with.
You're right.
You need that dog, and unfortunately, when you do the X-ray of DeAndre Ayton, you just see hot dogs. Bro got the wrong dog in him, man.
I wonder where he grew up because I feel like that has a lot to do with your background
The
and your
Bahamas.
upbringing. The Bahamas. So that would tell me that he grew up in, not the best of situations, and which would make you, be more, I would say, more of a dog. You know what I mean?
I mean, I think his mentality when he got to the NBA changed because he thinks being successful is getting to that second contract,
Yeah.
which he's not wrong, but that's not the main goal here.
You saw VJ Edgecombe, right? He's from the Bahamas, right?
Yeah.
VJ
So
you
is
saw
from
him.
Bahamas.
so is Buddy Hield, no?
His interview, yeah, he is.
I think so.
But you saw his interview, right? After he got drafted.
Yes.
He
He
came up from
was-
nothing, man.
Yeah, VJ
Telling
came
you,
from
he's
nothing.
gonna be a player.
He's by far my favorite player in the class.
Bro is very hungry.
He's
I'll just put
great.
it at that.
Yeah.
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 I can
He's a
s-
high flyer.
If
He's
he
going to be good.
If he can get his shot like really shored up,
His
oh,
shot's
man.
pretty. It's decent.
It's
No,
decent, but I'm
yeah,
talking about like 40% from three.
Yeah.
Decent. That we're talking about that.
Yeah, he was.
That is something we can
Sheesh.
do.
Who would you compare him to in the NBA if he gets a shot to that level?
Aaron Neesmith.
No way.
Yeah,
Bro, you're
just a-
you're
just a
talking
better
like
shooter.
Aaron Neesmith.
you're talking
He's better than Aaron Neesmith.
you're talking. I'm talking about comparison. I'm not talking about how good you are.
Mm.
But you're talking about an insanely jacked dude that can jump out the gym, that's,
Okay.
that's bouncy as hell, that can defend and shoot the three at an elite clip.
But he's also like he can also run the point.
So can Aaron
Neesmith can't really do that.
He can.
Come on.
I'll give you a better example. How about a more jacked version of Shaden Sharp with higher upside?
Okay.
Yeah.
How about
Okay.
that?
Okay.
'Cause
I'll
the
take it. I'll take it.
There's not many jacked dudes that can shoot. Aaron
what I'm
Neesmith
saying.
is like the only one.
Yeah.
And LeBron, I guess, but even LeBron's not
Desmond
been the
Bain.
greatest.
Nah.
Oh, true. He's not athletic like that.
He's not. He doesn't look like
He just,
Edgecombe.
he just henge, bro. He's built like
Yeah,
Ken.
he
Like-
really is. Bro's lats are insane. He's just like out here.
Ali said, "Can Turner still go to the Lakers, or did he sign a new contract?" So Evan Sideri
Oh,
tweeted out a few
good.
days ago that the Pacers will go over the luxury tax to sign DeAndre Ayton. So
You
take
said
that,
Miles
what you
Turner,
will.
not DeAndre Ayton.
Sorry, Miles Turner. My fault.
Thank you.
Sorry, it's
There we
it's
go.
Monday. Leave me alone.
I know, and Tyler's still thinking about MPJ right now.
I'm still fantasizing about this fit, bro. This is gonna be so fun.
All right, yeah. So Brooks gone. That's a top dog off. We're still waiting for the Lakers to get a center, whoever it is. We have no idea. It could be Ayton. Kevon Looney's off too. Don't forget. So they can get Looney. Al Horford. He could go there. Golden State messes up. We have no idea. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Twitter's hating on
On who?
Pelinka
Spurs.
right now. Ooh, current Nets depth chart.
Ooh,
S-
yeah.
Starting five is Igor Demon, Cam Thomas, Terrence Mann, MPJ, Claxton.
I
Terrence
I
Mann.
keep forgetting about Terrence Mann.
The
Yeah.
bench point guards are Traore and Saraf. Behind Thomas is Keon Johnson and Derek Whitehead. Behind Terrence Mann is Drake Powell and Jalen Wilson. Behind MPJ is Noah Clowney and Drew Timmy. And behind Claxton is Danny Wolf. Again, the unrestricted UFAs for them. Oh no! Also, don't forget Daron Sharp's back. He's behind Danny Wolf, and then
No, he's gonna be behind Nick Claxton.
okay, yes, you're
Way
right.
better than Danny
Yeah,
Wolf,
then,
yeah.
and then Zaire Williams will be behind Terrence Mann because Powell and Wilson probably go down a little more.
What I would really want to do here is flip Terrence Mann for some seconds,
Okay.
sign Quentin Grimes,
Mm-hmm.
and then bring Quentin Grimes off the bench, play MPJ at the 3, Clowney at the 4. Or if you want to start
Yeah.
Grimes at the 3, you can. He's like 6'6". I wouldn't mind it, but
Yeah.
I really will feel good about this offseason if we get Quentin Grimes. He's been my number one target for about 4 or 5 months now, and I kind of need this to happen.
Claxton could be a Laker. This comment here I saw too. Who knows?
It could. I don't know. I'd rather
Starting
not.
Daron Sharp.
Part of me, I've wanted Claxton gone for years now, but I'm starting to get second thoughts about it.
Yeah, because centers are valuable. You know,
Yeah.
you don't want to get rid of one and then you're down the drain with the nothing. All right. What else, Shams? What else do you got for us?
Yeah, I don't know.
So again, Lakers. Capella's gone too. Don't forget he signed in Houston. It's literally just DeAndre Ayton right now, or a trade. You know, Lakers fans are down bad right now.
Can we go back to the Ayton thing you were talking about earlier?
Yeah, what were we talking about?
Hold
Him
on.
getting a buyout?
No, not even him getting the buyer. Remember, Gio, what he was talking about with DeAndre Ayton?
Yeah.
So I want to roll through the past first overall picks. I want you to tell me if they're better or
Oh,
worse
yes.
than DeAndre Ayton.
Yes.
So we can't obviously put any bases on Cooper Flag because he hasn't played yet.
Yep.
But we can make the safe assumption that he's better than DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah.
2024 Zachary Risache.
Well, I mean,
I
we
think
don't-
he's better.
We don't know yet.
You think who's better?
Ayton.
I think Ayton's better, yeah.
Yeah.
Because remember, Ayton got to a finals
Yeah.
as the starting center on that team.
Yeah.
2023 Victor Wembanyama. He's an anomaly. He's better than
Yeah.
Ayton.
Yeah.
2022 Paolo Banchero.
Ben Carroll.
Ben Carroll's better.
Okay, fair. 2021 Cade Cunningham.
Better.
Better.
Yeah.
2020 Anthony Edwards. Better.
Yep.
Yeah.
2019 Zion Williamson.
2019 Zion.
I think Zion as a talent is better, but Ayton's had the better career.
I wouldn't say that honestly.
I mean, Ayton's gotten to the finals. Zion's played in no playoff games.
I know, but I would still take Zion.
I would take Zion.
That's fair. I think Zion's just been in a worse situation.
Yeah.
2017 Markel Fultz.
Oh, Ayton.
Yeah, obviously he's
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
In that, he shouldn't be in that category.
Yeah.
2016 Ben Simmons.
Yes. Ayton.
2016 Ben.
Ayton is way better.
Brian Ben
2016 Ben Simmons was a problem.
But no matter how good Ben Simmons was, he dropped in the playoffs a lot.
Yeah.
So I would say Ayton's better.
Ayton.
Yeah.
Okay.
2015 Cat.
2015 Cat.
Cat
Yeah.
is better.
Cat is basically just a slightly better beefier Aiton.
Yeah.
They both have the same mindset essentially. 2014 Andrew Wiggins.
I would
Wiggins.
Say, I would say Wiggins.
Yeah, Wiggins. 2013 Anthony Bennett.
Nope.
Obviously, Aiton's better.
Yeah,
Aiton's better.
Anthony Davis is better. Kyrie Irving's better. John Wall's better.
Yeah.
So I would say that Aiton didn't pan out to be a great first overall pick, but I would not put him in the same category as
Those
Markelle
busts.
Fultz. Like I'd say he's
Yeah.
better than Fultz. He's better than Anthony Bennett. He's
Yeah.
better
He
than
is.
Greg Oden. He's better than Bargnani. He's better than Bogut.
What year was he drafted again?
2018.
Yeah.
So he's still like, I don't know. He's not young.
He is.
He's like supposed to be in the
he
prime
is-
of his career.
Yeah.
He is kind of at the bottom of that list, but not like the rock bottom.
He's at the bottom. I mean, a lot for most part because he's like one of the younger players.
I mean, that draft really was so poor because DeAndre Ayton went first. Second was Marvin Bagley. Then third was Luca. Then fourth was Jaren Jackson. Fifth was Trae Young. And then the rest of the top 10 was so mid. Mo Bamba at 6. Wendell Carter at 7. Colin Sexton at 8. Kevin
Yikes.
Knox at 9. Mikal Bridges at 10.
Ugh.
And then SGA at 11.
Yeah.
That draft was... Bro, listen to the rest of this round. Miles Bridges at 12. Jerome Robinson at 13. MPJ 14. Troy Brown 15. Zaire Smith 16. DiVincenzo 17, Lonnie Walker 18, Herder 19. This draft is ass, bro. What the hell?
There were a
2018
lot of
drafts.
The best pick, low key, outside of the top 10 or top 11 was Jalen Brunson at 33.
That was the first pick of the third pick of the second round.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy. Jared Vanderbilt also went in the second round.
Yeah, he did.
DeAnthony
He's also
Melton went
trash.
there as well. That's crazy. That draft is terrible.
Yeah.
You know what the last pick in that draft was?
Who?
Kostas.
Oh, really?
Shout out Kostas Antetokounmpo, bro. The best Antetokounmpo.
Nah, Thanasis is, bro.
Undeniable.
Thanasis, bro.
Thanasis might be the GOAT. Like Jordan who, bro? We got 80 of you currently in the YouTube chat. We got 128 of y'all on Twitter. Shout out. Still waiting for more stuff. But Gio, obviously a lot of stuff flooded in. Is there anything specific you want to talk about?
Do you want to talk about like early winners? I feel like we have a few. Memphis,
We could, yeah.
Denver.
Memphis, Denver, Brooklyn. Losers, Lakers.
Lakers.
Has to be the Lakers. no one
Massive
else.
losers right now.
Yeah, I would say the Rockets are also major winners.
Oh, yes.
Getting
Rockets are
snagging DFS like that.
Rockets,
Spurs.
Denver. Yeah, all the West teams.
Kmart said, I'm so mad the Cavs chose Sam Merrill over Ty Jerome. At the end of the day, if Ty Jerome had stayed, he would have been making way more money than Sam Merrill did.
It's true.
It's strictly a cap decision. That was why he was the casualty. It's unfortunate. You don't really see
Yeah.
6 Man of the Year finalists move on like that. But
Yeah,
Well,
and
James Harden.
they,
you know.
they also found their replacement.
I was talking about free
Kmart.
agency, though.
Yeah.
They found their replacement. It might not be a suitable replacement because of his injury history, but it's a replacement nonetheless.
Who was it again?
Lonzo Ball.
Oh, right. No, he's not the replacement
Are we allowed to talk about that today?
for
No,
Lonzo
no.
Ball.
It's only
No.
we talked about one trade but that happened on
that happened during
that happened
stream.
during stream.
So we'll talk about
Yeah.
Lonzo tomorrow on the pod.
Yeah, we will.
Fine.
And that episode will drop
And,
on Thursday afternoon.
And Sexton as well.
Yeah.
We'll get into those.
We'll get into all those when the time comes, just because we need things to talk about on the pod.
Jack, Ty Jerome, we love that signing. I think Memphis definitely has their backup point guard. Cole Anthony's going to get bought out. And that's also insurance for Ja. If Ja gets injured again, just put Ty Jerome in. You know, it's not really a lose-lose for anybody. And Memphis is trying to compete next year. That team is, trying to take the next step right now. They're paying Merrill more for longer. Yes, they are. Merrill got a 4-year deal. Jerome got a 3-year deal.
That's crazy.
All right. Listen, the biggest Memphis is cooking. Yes, Memphis is catching up to Houston, catching up to Minnesota.
Could we pull up a Memphis depth chart?
Yeah, I got you.
Because I think their team is looking really good.
Yeah.
I like their draft pick, Cedric Howard.
Cedric Coward.
Cow-
I like him a lot. I think
Cedric Coward was a Duke transfer before he entered the draft.
Yeah.
He was going to go play with
So
the
here's
Boozer twins.
Yeah.
here's the current depth chart right now. So obviously, you have John Moran at the point, KCP at the 2, Jalen Wells at the 3, Triple J at the 4, Zach Edey at the 5. Backup point guard is Scottie Pippen Jr. Backup shooting guard is Ty Jerome. Backup small forward is Cedric Coward. Backup power forward Santi Aldama. You have Jay Huff as the backup center. And then other reserve guys, you have Gigi Jackson. You have Vince Williams. You have John Conchar, who's still probably going to get an extension. You have Cole Anthony, who they just bought out. So
Yeah.
Can you say the starting five one more time?
John Morant,
Oh.
KCP, Jalen Wells, Jaren Jackson Jr., Zach Edey.
Listen, it's not bad. If KCB,
not bad.
If KCB can replicate his Denver days, that's a win.
I still am not going to lie. I don't fear that team whatsoever.
No, I don't feel that team at all.
That team is respectfully still
But-
very average.
I do think that Cedric Howard's future, I think, is going to be very bright for the Grizz.
You want,
Seriously.
so listen. So I next year I don't think Tyler's getting the first overall pick for DeBansta, but Tyler may be walking out with Cameron Boozer next year.
What do you mean?
That's one of my favorite players in the draft for next year.
You think Nets get Cameron Boozer?
100%. They're not gonna get DeBansta. They're gonna get Cameron Boozer.
Well, it depends on where we might not even be bad. Like
Yeah,
that's the thing about this trade.
Yeah,
Is
you
that
guys are going to be good.
We
The
could want him to
DeBansta
be-
would be nice for like the BYU stuff.
He's going to be too redundant now with Michael Porter. So I'd rather get Boozer. Isn't he a guard?
Boozer is a shooting guard, small forward.
How tall is he?
Cameron Boozer's
He's pretty tall.
Let me
He's
look him up.
like 6'8".
He's like
right?
6'7", no?
6'7".
This is Carlos Boozer's first son.
Mhm.
The
Yeah.
second son is going to be playing there as well, but he's not as good.
Isn't Bryce James also going to come out in the draft?
I don't know.
Yo.
So Cam Booz is 6'9", 246.
Oh, wow.
You
He's
built
a
like
big head.
LeBron, bro. What the hell?
246. Holy.
He's a big boy.
Uh,
Ethan said, I just realized Poole and Looney a reunion.
Ah, that never clicked. for
Those
me.
were
Okay.
two of the biggest benefactors off the bench for the Warrior, or
They were.
not off the bench, but just, in general.
So Cameron and Caden are the twins. Cameron's a 6'9", power forward.
Okay, yeah, I thought.
Oh, actually,
9, 240.
You know
definitely
what?
powerful.
That's who we need. Because if we have Demon, Cam Thomas, MPJ, and then you have,
Cam
if Clowney
Boozer.
doesn't pan out, you can roll out Boozer at the 4, and then whoever at the 5 we want.
Yeah, so Cam Boozer was the second overall recruit this past year. Caden Boozer is a 6'5" point guard. He was the 17th recruit this past year, 5th overall point guard.
Yeah.
Cameron Boozer was the first overall power forward.
Let's go, man.
So
This is
listen,
great.
both of his sons are great, but Cam's going to be the more sought after one right now. Who knows if Caden will rise to stock at Duke? Most likely he will.
Yeah, bro is built. Like,
Bro, he's
jacked.
humongous.
Listen, I love Carlos Boozer, so I have to vote for his. I have to root for his sons.
Why do you like Carlos Boozer? so
I
much?
love Carlos Boozer. He's one of my favorite players to watch.
Why
Are
is
you
your
serious?
Why is your face so zoomed in to
Who,
the
me?
thing, Gio? Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I'm looking at my computer.
Oh, fair.
Yeah, he was bending. He was leaning over.
I literally look over and I just see Gio's nose in my face,
My noggin.
the noggin, just a little bit lower into the left. Or to your
Ooh,
right.
all right. Shams bomb. The Celtics have found their center, and it is Luka Garza.
Who the hell is that, bro?
2-year, $5.5 million, fully guaranteed deal.
Yeah, bro, this ain't it.
So
So-
basically, the Celtics are just
They're
waiting
tank-
on next season.
They're tanking, bro.
Yeah.
They are 1,000% tanking for someone, and he's not going to start.
Do they have their
We
pick?
don't know. They
Celtics.
could,
Let me look.
because
If the Celtics have their pick,
Let's
what
go
if
to
they get Cameron
Tankathon.
Boozer?
Let's check out the lads. at
Celtics get
Tankathon.
wait,
Cameron Boozer?
can I also? Jake Fisher just tweeted that Atlanta and Minnesota are in active conversations on a sign and trade for Nikhil Alexander Walker.
Yeah,
So that means Minnesota is going to get him something back
probably a
from
first round
Atlanta
pick.
for nah.
The Celtics do not have a pick, I don't think.
Uh,
Oh, they do.
okay,
Yeah, they have their own pick.
nice. So they
Yo.
control their destiny for the draft next.
Celtics future draft picks. Let's take a look, see, shall we?
That's it.
So the Celtics future draft pick, they have their own 2026 first round pick. They have their own 2027 first round pick.
Okay.
They have their own 2030. They have their own 2028 first, but they have the right to swap with San Antonio. They have their own 2030, and they have their own 2031, as well as 2032. So, because those picks just became tradable. I love how Ali said, "Found their center." In
Yeah.
I was like,
Uh,
hell no.
I mean, that's their only center right now, Ollie. Steve, what's up, boys? I just tapped in. Can y'all give me your takes on the mom trade? I
The
think he
mom
means
trade.
MPJ.
The mom trade's
And it
crazy.
autocorrected to mom. MPJ is I'm assuming what that's supposed
What
to
up,
be.
Steve?
Oh wait, no. Their starting center is going to be, as of right now, Namias Queta.
Oh wow.
Yeah, honestly, he
Okay,
could be
not
pretty good.
bad.
Not
So,
bad.
yeah, Steve MPJ. That's a trade that we love. I love it.
You should have saw our reactions live to it.
can
Tyler
rewind
loved
back.
it.
Tyler was
Rewind
going
back.
crazy. What minute was that? Do you remember?
No.
That was like 35, 40 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, around that.
Yeah, man. You guys want to recap your thoughts on that really quick?
That's
or
been the best move so far today.
the most exciting, most surprising.
Forget the free agency signings. That's been the best move all day.
Yeah. I want to see a Knicks move right now.
I don't.
Russell Westbrook to the Knicks.
I don't.
I mean,
I don't.
to the Knicks.
To the who?
To the Knicks.
I don't want to see anything done by the Knicks right now.
Bro, you were literally talking about how you wanted this to happen.
I don't want to cry.
Don't run from it.
I don't want to cry.
You know what's gonna happen.
Bro, you know what
I'm waiting for that Shams tweet. Russell Westbrook has signed a 3-year deal with the New York Knicks, and then my life's gonna.
No,
be
we'll see like Mikal Bridges traded to the Lakers for like 1 second round pick.
Oh please, I would take that second round pick.
Bro, you gave up 6 to trade him for
That's
1
so
second?
bro.
That's so dumb, bro. What are you doing? Sam said yes. Boston get Luca definitely.
Yeah, they got Luca. Boston got Luca. They did.
But yeah, Gio, remember Luca Garza was like the player of the year in college at Iowa.
Yeah, he was one of the best
He was
players.
really
I don't watch college, bro.
Oh, there.
The only person I know from Iowa is Kalen Clark.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so Luca Garza and Clark were there at the same time, Gio.
Okay.
Somewhat.
I think she was like a sophomore when he was a grad
Yeah.
student or whatever.
Yeah, senior grad student.
Yeah. This is crazy. But Gio, what team do you want to key into right now? What do you want to talk about?
Dude, let's get into. Let's go to the Northwest.
Okay.
I want to go to the champions. Oklahoma City.
What have they
OKC.
done, Gio?
Yeah.
They re-signed Jalen Williams to a beautiful contract.
Okay.
They did, yeah.
And
What's he making?
it's like 2 years, $8 million.
Okay.
No, J Will's contract?
He isn't like
No, not J Dub, J Will.
yeah, I said J Will.
No, I think it's like 3 or 21 mil.
Oh, was it that one? Hold on, I'm scrolling down. They
I think he's a
re-signed
really good
they
piece.
re-signed AJ Mitchell to a 3-year, $9 million contract. J Will's making 3-year, 24. So it's $8 million per year.
Oh, Shams bomb.
Hold on.
I literally just said this
Hold
2
on.
seconds ago.
Nikhil Alexander Walker is on the move, ladies and gentlemen. He is going to the Atlanta Hawks and signing a 4-year, $62 million contract.
Player option and a trade kicker.
Yes. So
We just said that.
we're waiting to find out what Atlanta is giving up in return, or is this not a sign?
No, it's not a sign and trade.
Wow.
Yeah, there's no sign and trade. It's just free agent, yeah.
Huge. Atlanta looking real good.
Oh, no.
Is Russell Westbrook a Nick?
I hate this East. I don't want the Hawks to be
Oh, never
good.
mind. I thought he was.
What? Because of his
Nikhil
reaction.
Alexander Walker is going to the Hawks now, and I got to watch them. Oh, I hate it.
To be quite
I
honest,
hate it.
To be quite honest, it doesn't matter how good or bad the Hawks are. They eliminated the Knicks last year. They're gonna do it again this year, buddy. He's the
I don't
Karis
know.
LeVert replacement.
I don't
That's a
trust the
humongous
Hawks, man.
upgrade. No, remember the Hawks have the Knicks number. They have the Sixers number too. So
Speaking of the
forget,
Sixers,
they got
can we,
K-
can we
they-
talk about the Sixers?
They got KP too, man.
I want to talk about the Sixers, bro.
I
They
do
suck.
want to talk about the Sixers.
Yo, low key, wait, hold on. Can we talk about the Hawks real quick?
All
They
right, yeah,
got
let's go.
KP too, man.
So you're telling me the Atlanta Hawks depth chart right now: Trey Young, Dyson Daniels, Jalen Johnson.
No, Zachary Sachet, then-
Zachary Sachet, Jalen Johnson, Kristaps Porzingis. Off the bench, you have Onyeka Okongwu, who the Lakers are looking to trade for.
Yeah.
They drafted Asa Newell. They have Kobe Buffkin still. They still have Vit Krejci. They have Garrison Matthews, and now they have Nikhil Alexander Walker. My lord, this is a crazy free agency day, man. This is awesome.
Can I have a hot take right now?
Oh no, this is about someone's career.
I'm about to have a
be
crazy
over, bro.
hot take. You ready? Anthony, you ready? Lock into this hot take. Ready?
I have the perfect answer to his hot take, so I'm just.
My
waiting.
hot take is this: Philadelphia 76ers are going to win the East.
Bro, you said
Oh
that
my
last year.
Actually, I did say that last year, but that was key on Joel Embiid being healthy, and he wasn't. All right. So if he's healthy, the Sixers win the East. Mark my words. Paul George is going to have a comeback season. He's not going to have a huge role, but he's not going to be the trash player that he was this past season.
Gio, you said that last.
Tyrese Maxey, he's going to play good. Look, it's still Tyrese Maxey and it's still Joel Embiid, right? And then you add in other players, right? Wait, who do they draft? Who do they get in the draft?
VJ.
Edgecombe.
VJ.
Yeah.
Who else do they have? They have
Jared McCain.
Jared McCain.
And they
Come
did,
on,
and
bro.
they did draft Janai Peru.
This is a good
Yeah.
team. If Joel Embiid is 60% healthy, 65% healthy, this team is winning the East. Mark my words. The East is weak. The East is weak.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to formally congratulate
This guy, bro.
the Philadelphia 76ers on getting AJ DeBansta. Let's go.
Listen, I want
Solid 10-win season incoming.
everybody's making moves but the Knicks, and I am frustrated.
No, you're in a better spot than the Lakers.
I know, you're right.
Actually, no, because the Lakers have Luka. So never mind. You're in the worst spot, I think.
Duval, the Hawks making moves. I hate them as an Orlando fan. I mean,
You're better than Orlando.
they're better. They're better than Atlanta. You mean?
I'm sorry, Orlando's better than Atlanta.
There you go.
That's my fault. But yeah, I don't really trust much of, the projects in general. But damn, Nikhil Alexander Walker is an Atlanta Hawk. The East is so bad.
It's getting better though. You can't doubt it.
East is so trash.
It's fine. I like it.
It's
that way.
actually like embarrassing.
I like it to be trash.
Like it's actually embarrassing. All right, so who do you want to talk about, Gio? The Sixers?
Well, we already said about VJ.
What do we say?
Here's my problem, though. It's like,
Yeah.
here's my problem. We know how good Embiid is and can be. So obviously Tyrese Maxey's going to start, right?
Yeah.
We know this.
Yeah.
Jared McCain's likely going to, or Jared McCain or VJ's going to start, whoever they decide.
Probably McCain.
Then it's really just Paul George, man.
I think he's gonna have a good season.
Okay, yeah, definitely. Paul George.
He's not gonna be an all-star. He's not gonna be, one of that type of player. But he's gonna be better than he was last year.
This is his first season since the injured year when he
Oh,
averaged less than 20.
it was a signing trade. Timberwolves are getting a future second-round pick and cash considerations.
I told you it was going to be a second-round pick. Or I said it first. But
That's all they're getting.
So who else? Who's our power forward?
right now it lists Paul George as the power forward.
Who's our small forward?
It's listing
Kelly Oubre.
Oubre.
He opted in.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
And what's their depth look like?
depth is okay.
It's okay.
Not really. I mean, I'm not.
Yabusele's gone.
I
Eric
don't-
Gordon's gone.
I don't really see much with this team, considering right now every player in the starting lineup outside of VJ Edgecombe is injured. That's the thing. And they're gonna lose Quentin Grimes. So
Well, yeah, that's true.
this team is destined for another second round exit. I could already
You think so?
smell it. I can smell it.
All right, bro.
They've been on a 2-year hiatus from it. But
We'll see. If Embiid is healthy, they'll be a good team. That's it. Period.
All right, the NBA is woken up, but we're still hungry for more until everybody's gone.
literally until no free agents remain.
So nobody's gone.
Oh man, I still can't believe Michael Porter's a net. I wanted that to happen, thinking it was never going to happen. But like if we had, because I thought if we traded Cam Johnson to the Nuggets, it was going to be for Christian Brown. But let's go, man. I need to look at bro. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Just get me Quentin Grimes and get me a Cam Thomas extension. The fact that we haven't seen that yet
Oh,
is
yeah.
getting me worried.
That is very true.
I need to see a Cam Thomas extension.
Even Josh Giddey. I thought Chicago wanted to lock him up right away, and he's not locked up yet. What's going on?
I'm scared.
And Kuminga, too. And Al Horford. Come on. And trades. Is no one talking trades right now? What's going on?
Not really.
Just MPJ?
Yeah, this is a crazy day of free agency. Shams was not lying, unfortunately. He was right. But
Sorry, Gio.
are you ripping ass,
That's
bro?
ripping live.
Dude.
Ripping live is crazy,
Bro,
That's
have,
ripping
Gio.
have
live
some,
right
have
now.
some decency, bro.
Not
What's
gonna lie,
going on?
I'm pretty hungry. I might order some pizza.
You want to order a pizza?
Yeah.
We could have it during.
You want pizza?
Yeah.
No, you're not getting no fucking.
What the hell?
You want me to order? I'm gonna call right now.
Yeah,
should.
just leave the room and do it. So that way no one hears the address and anything like that.
I'm gonna order like 2 slices. What do you want, G?
Just regular plain.
How many?
2.
Okay, fat ass.
Do you just text me the name of the place? We don't say it over the air. I just want to see what other slices they got.
Oh, yeah. Let me text. I'll
Yeah, I
text
wanna
in the
see.
chat. We've ordered here before. Tell you know.
Yeah, I just don't remember what other slices they had.
You got the. I don't know if you got a chicken bacon ranch last time.
I don't like ranch, so
Oh, never mind.
let me look at the menu real quick. But while I'm doing that, Gio, feel free to talk about whatever.
Yeah.
with
No,
regards to the NBA.
Don't let Gio talk. Let me talk.
I mean, you could both talk.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we're waiting for more.
We'll talk about
Uh,
what's happened so far.
Yeah, Gio, what's the most surprising move for you so far?
I mean, obviously the MPJ.
Oh
That's
yeah.
obvious. Like that was just
No,
we were
not
expecting that.
trade. Just like signing.
Oh,
I understand
signing?
trade, yes, but signing.
Maybe the Ty Jerome.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I would either expect him to stay in the Cavs, or Tyler was talking about him going to Boston, but him going to the Grizzlies is pretty surprising. Like I don't know if that's the best fit for him. It's an interesting fit. I don't know how it's gonna work out, but
Yeah, it's a little odd, isn't it?
yeah.
Duval said, "I love pizza." Unfortunately, if you are an Orlando fan, I'm just gonna assume you're from Florida.
Oh my God.
Meridian pizza is just not it.
Alex
not.
Said lock up P Giddy.
Oh my
That's
god.
his name now.
Pete
No,
Gates.
we can't call him that.
We can't call him that, unfortunately. I'm sorry.
I got slander for calling him Josh. You know what? But
The most surprising one so far.
yeah.
Oh, for me,
Yeah,
Luke Cornett.
really.
Yeah, that was a little shocking.
Luke
I can't
Cornett
lie.
is shocking.
To
Luke
the
Cornett,
Spurs.
bro. The Spurs, this Texas is just greedy, bro. Like, what's going on? It's the freaking state income tax.
Capella too, going back to Houston. Poor Kevon Looney going to New Orleans to get injured.
Oh yeah, I forgot
get
about
injured?
that. No,
When he's been healthy his entire life.
we can't have that, bro. We can't have Kevon Looney getting hurt, man. It's gonna break my heart. What else has been shocking? I think,
DFS was, I guess, different team, but we saw that coming.
well, it got insanely leaked. I think Capella going back to Houston was surprising.
Capella is because we got Lakers. Lakers are bust for him because
No, I thought he was going to the Knicks.
no, I don't think they would have gave Capella a 3-year, 21 mil.
No, I thought they would have.
It depends. That's what I'm saying. Like, because the flexibility. I know we're losing a lot of free agents off the bench, but they weren't making a lot of money.
Well, obviously, yeah, that's kind of how it goes. Oh, there's the pizzas. Okay, let me see what I can get.
I might text my mom to order it.
Yeah, that's
'cause
fine.
It's easier if I don't leave.
Have to get up in case you miss like a
Yeah.
Shams bomb.
Yeah, knowing me, it's gonna be fucking. I can't curse. It's gonna be Nick signing Russ to a 5-year deal for $20 million,
You know it's gonna happen.
and I'm gonna cry about it.
Your Knicks page already tweeted it out. It's gonna happen.
Yeah,
Russ is signing for like probably the MLE.
I'm not mad if Russ comes to the Knicks. I'm just disappointed.
Which one is it?
Why would I order from Totowa? Oh, we're from Totowa.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see. What are you getting, Gio? Just 2 plain?
They have
I
a
was
lot
saying
more.
that originally, but it looks like there's other nice slices to get here.
Yeah. There's good slices. I had a chicken parm sandwich yesterday, so I'm definitely getting pizza today. Come on, Shams, give us something, bro.
Give me something Knicks related.
I just can't believe Flight calls him the Shames Charizard, dude.
That's crazy.
So yeah, it's a 2027 second round pick via Cleveland for
That's not
the
bad.
sign and trade. That pick's going to be meaningless pretty much for the most part. Along those lines.
Duval, trying to figure out why the Cavs chose Mara over Jerome.
Money.
Duval, yeah, same what Tyler said. Duval also, Sam Merrill is like a pretty good 3-point shooter, and you kind of need that.
He's really not that good.
He's a good shooter. He doesn't do anything else well.
No, he doesn't do exactly. He doesn't do anything.
Is he a
else
good
well.
shooter though?
Oh, yeah, bro.
And Ty Jerome could also have been a 1-year wonder, and maybe could suck in Memphis now, and we'll see.
What?
Yeah, Gio, Sam Merrill shot almost 40% this year from 3.
Okay.
Shams just tweeted. So the other brother, Trey Jones, Tyus Jones, has signed a 1-year, $7 million deal with the Orlando Magic.
That rules out Russ or CP3 to Orlando
Yeah.
if they ever were going to go to that spot.
So Tyus leaves Phoenix.
I mean, he pretty much
Presumably-
got exiled out of Phoenix, let's be honest.
Yeah. So both the brothers have signed today, but Trey's making the money. Tyus is making just 1-year money.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Well, Tyus is on a better team too, so.
Which one are you getting? What piece? What slice?
Chicken Bacon Ranch.
2?
Oh, Duval is a Orlando fan. He said, yes, welcome to Orlando, Tyus. Okay.
Hey, we literally covered that he's an Orlando fan like
I
10
know, I
minutes ago.
forgot.
He for Gore. Damn, a chicken bacon ranch is like $5, bro. What the hell?
Is it?
Yeah, for a slice, it's like $5.
A plain says I think it's 3. Because if you get more added toppings on it, it's more.
Yeah.
I like it. They needed a point guard. They did, but you also drafted Jace Richardson, who also plays both point guard and shooting guard. I understand he's young and a freshman out of Michigan State, but I would be more willing to play Jace Richardson more than Tyus Jones just because I want to utilize my draft picks.
No, but the Magic are trying to compete. They're in contention phase right now. You can't be playing rookies.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you can play Tristan Da Silva. It's the same thing.
He's going to play
last year. Yeah,
He's going to play, yeah. Because right now you're looking at a lineup of what? Suggs at the point, Bane at the 2, Franz at the 3, Paulo at the 4,
Wendell.
whoever at the 5, whether it's Wendell, Goga, whoever you really want. And then off the bench, you have the other one of those guys. You have Mo Wagner. You have Tyus Jones now. You have Da Silva. You could use Jace Richardson off the bench. And you still got Jonathan Isaac. You still got Jet. I think they still have Jet Howard, or was he?
No, he's still there.
He's still there. They traded Cole Anthony. Never mind.
Cole Anthony's gone.
So and they traded
Anthony
KCP.
Black is there. Yeah.
Anthony Black. Yeah. I mean, he's really he might be expendable now with Tyus Jones and Jace Richardson on the roster.
Could be.
But
he was a high draft pick of theirs, though.
It's possible. Did you decide on a slice, Gio?
He just texted in the chat.
Okay. Antoine, is there ranch on the barbecue chicken pie? Because if not, I'll get a slice.
Barbecue chicken is no ranch.
I'm getting that one too.
You getting 2 slices
barbecue
of that?
Chicken.
No, one plate.
Yeah, one plate.
I'm gonna do the exact same thing as him. Yo, Gio, bro.
So 2 plain, 2 barbecue chicken.
We are there.
Don't be a loser like him. Don't be a loser like him.
Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about.
Because I'm not sure unless I do go for 2 barbecue chickens. How much? What's the price difference in that?
I don't know.
$4.65 for a slice of barbecue chicken. How much is a plain?
3.
$3.15. Should we just go for the money saving tactic?
Yeah, it's only a couple dollars. You're fine.
I don't know.
It's only $1, like 15.
That's true. I don't know. I think I'll do the same as Gio. I think I want that flavor change.
Yeah.
I'll do 1 plain and 1 barbecue chicken. All right, so let's lock back in now that we figured out what we want. Got 135 of y'all on Twitter, and we got 11 of y'all on the stream here on YouTube. If you are here on YouTube, be sure to drop a like on the stream. Really helps us out. Subscribe to the channel. Get us to 7,000 subscribers as soon as possible.
What are you doing? The same thing? 2 plain? You're getting a plain and a barbecue chicken?
1 plain, 1 barbecue chicken, yeah. So just double what Gio got.
And 2 BBQ.
I am going to put in the link to our Discord server real quick for y'all to see, just so you can join, because I forgot to do that at the start of the stream. That's my fault. It's on me. But let's go ahead and get y'all in here. Discord's just doing an update, and then I'll be able to link it in because I forgot to do it. And I'm going to pin it in the chat.
Duval, Jace is going to be a better scorer off the bench than Cole was. Yeah, I think so.
Jace
Richardson.
Is he a
Jason Richardson's son.
college player?
Yeah.
Jason Richardson's son. They drafted him at 19.
Oh.
Ooh.
What happened?
Twitter saying, NBA University saying Yabusele to Denver would be awesome.
Well, that would be great.
That would be good.
Because remember, Jokic just needs someone to back him up that's like actually big.
Well, he's only like 6'5", bro.
Yabusele?
Yeah.
Isn't he a little bit taller than that?
Maybe 6'6", maybe.
Yeah, I wanted to say it was like a
Yabusele's like 6'6", 6'7".
Let me pin this in the
Yeah.
chat.
But he is like 260. Like he's a big guy.
No, he's big, yeah.
Let me look him
big
up. Gershon Yabusele. He's got such a good name. He feel like he belongs in Ratatouille.
He does.
He's 6'8".
NBA always adds like 2 inches to the height.
He's 6'8", 260.
There's no way he's 6'8". I saw him standing next to an actual 6'8" player.
Some players get measured differently, though. Wemby got measured at 7'3". Bro is definitely 7'5". So, I don't know.
I saw Yabusele standing next to LeBron. He looked like, I don't know.
Maybe LeBron's not 6'9".
LeBron's definitely 6'9".
All right. So right now, the list, we're waiting on Miles Turner.
Yeah.
We are waiting on 2 RFAs, Kuminga and Giddey.
And Cam Thomas.
Malik Beasley, unfortunately,
We'll see.
we have no idea what's going on there.
It's to be determined with Malik.
We're waiting on Quentin Grimes, another RFA. We're waiting on Al Horford. We're waiting on Russ. We're waiting on Chris Paul. If I'm being honest, that is pretty much it. Everybody is kind of signed already. Some other like other ones that are just random. I said Ayton already.
Yeah.
Gary Trent maybe.
He's still available. Luke Kennard's still
Luke
available.
Kennard, Mo Wagner.
He already resigned in
No,
Orlando, I think.
did he?
I think
I
he
don't
agreed
know.
to something.
Tim Hardaway, Amir Coffey,
Russell Westbrook.
Boucher, Trey Man's an RFA. We know how good Trey Man was in the beginning of the year, but
Yeah, didn't they just buy him out?
They took back his rights.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
they non-guaranteed
they
it.
didn't want to see. Yeah, but everybody that's kind of starting to wind down. We're waiting on a few more big names.
We're waiting on Gio's favorite player,
Who?
Bol, and Taylor Horton Tucker.
Yeah.
Yo,
Let's
Phoenix
hope.
Suns might win the NBA Finals.
Definitely. We got Q saying, Tyler, I'm gonna be honest, I don't like that MPJ is on our squad right now. Look, man, I've been high on MPJ since the earliest days. I see Larry Markkinen in the guy, and essentially where he can become like the number one option and really help out Cam Thomas. And I think a good point guard really kind of solves everything. So if we have Yegor Demin, if he's playmaking well, then we're good. He makes us better at this moment. We need Cam Boozer. Remember, the Jazz got Larry Markkinen in 2023, I think. They started out the year at the top of the West. They were like 32-4, and they finished outside of the playoffs and got like a top 8 pick. So I don't think we're going to win that many games, considering how bad the East is. I'm sure we'll probably wind up trading Nick Claxton at some point too. So we'll have to see. I just want to see good basketball. I want to see Jordy kind of build this foundation. That's kind of where I'm at, because honestly, the whole tanking thing is really hit or miss. I would rather us tank, but we're just gonna get screwed away anyways. Like, we can finish with the worst record in the league, and we'll still get the 5th pick, which grinds my gears. But worst case, I'll just blame Gio.
It's okay. I'll take the blame.
Mm-hmm.
But
I
yeah,
usually want to blame Prince, but I
Look.
just blame Gio.
Phoenix Suns, the recipe to success, right?
Yeah.
All you need is a star,
Mm-hmm.
Devin Booker.
Mm-hmm.
Then you need a guy named Jalen, right? Because Jalen Brown, right, with the Celtics.
I'm ready.
Jalen Williams
I'm
with
ready
the.
I'm ready for the Derek White at the end.
You ready? Oh, you
Yeah,
saw this one
Yeah,
already?
I've seen this.
Then you need a guy named Jalen. Then
Yep.
you need a defensive guy like Drew Holiday or Lou Dort, and that defensive guy is
Dylan Brooks
Dylan Brooks
and Ryan Dunn.
and him. Then you need a skinny big man. Who's that skinny big man for the Suns?
Right now,
Bobo.
Bobo's a free agent.
Okay, well if he stays,
So Bobo.
Bobo,
Bol.
right? And then the lastly, a Derek White type of player.
That's
Grayson.
Grayson Allen.
Grayson Allen.
Never compare Grayson Allen to my glorious king, Derek White. How dare you?
So that's the recipe to success if you're the Suns. You know, you
The
got
Nets.
it.
Wait, so repeat all these again.
You need a star.
All right, so Cam Thomas.
Okay.
Yep.
A guy named Jalen.
Jalen Wilson.
Okay.
Okay.
You need a defensive guy.
Oh, what's his name? Hold on. Hold on.
Come on now.
Hold on. I'm going to our depth chart. I keep forgetting who's on the roster and who's not. Okay, yeah, I guess we can deem Nick Claxton as that guy.
Yeah, but then who's the skinny big man?
I mean, Noah Clowney.
Okay.
Or
And
Yegor
then-
Demin.
No.
Yeah.
And then a Derek White player.
Keon Johnson fits that role perfectly.
Keon Johnson.
If we could be the Walmart Celtics, I'll be happy with that. Alex said we sleep in July. Look, July's just getting started, bro. July's tomorrow, and we still got more stuff going down.
Yeah.
Jack said, I love Derek White, my king. Yeah, Derek White is one of the best anomalies in NBA history.
Why do you say that?
Because, like, bro, for some reason, is like, you're looking at a guy who's bald, about 6'4", and is just insane on both ends. Like, he'll drop 45 in a game on 8 threes, and he'll just not think twice about it. Isn't that nuts?
It really is.
It's
And he has
actually insane.
absolutely zero ego. That's what makes me like him even more.
Well, that's because he basically grew up in the pop system. He was a Spur pretty much his whole career, and then he got traded
Yeah.
to Boston for Romeo Langford. So Celtics did some really good business. Oh, true. I forgot about Drake Powell. Yeah, I saw that clip. Did you see that clip when he he had that snatch block
Mm-hmm.
when he was in college? Oh my God, he's nuts.
Really?
Mhm.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, like I said, the guys we drafted were not the more favorable picks, but they were more Jordy Fernandez, I guess, playing chess instead of checkers. We'll have to see how that kind of turns out.
Oh, did you guys see in other like basketball related news? EA Sports College Basketball is coming back.
Yes.
EA
So
Sports.
both college games are officially back after a decade, 2 decade hiatus.
1 decade.
Was 1 decade?
20. Well, the football stopped in 2014. The basketball stopped in 2010.
Got it.
So a 15
Not
year,
gonna lie,
10 year.
I might play EA Sports College Basketball more
I
than
don't know,
football.
bro. EA's just so dog lately. Like FIFA's, I haven't played FIFA in like 3 weeks, and I used to play every day.
FIFA, yeah, that's the problem with sports games.
Is they're all pay to win.
They are.
Like I don't want to spend $100 on FIFA points to pack a player. Like I'd rather just get lucky.
Yeah, right, Gio. Gio doesn't play anything.
No, I used to play a lot of 2K.
I know you did because
Yo.
you bring it up all the time.
Comment in the chat, guys. What's your favorite 2K of all time to play? I really want to know. I really want to know. And I'll let you know my personal favorite right after you guys say.
Gio, they don't want to know.
I also play a little bit of Fortnite as well.
Gio is a Fortnite pro for those of you that don't know.
Yeah, I won a couple tournaments. So.
Gio actually like you know Booga. He's actually like a clone. It's actually Gio was playing.
Oh yeah, I know Booga
Yeah.
though. So. Yeah, we actually go way back. So
Yeah, definitely. I'm actually glad the World Cup was won by someone low key at the time.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We were expecting a big name to win, but
Yeah, he's also from Jersey. If you didn't know,
he's not. He's from Pennsylvania.
I thought he was from Jersey.
Mm-mm. He's from PA.
You sure?
Yeah, Booga. Yeah, he's not from around here.
Yeah, he's somewhere outside of like Pittsburgh, I think.
Everyone's saying 2K.
Oh.
Oh, 2K11. Alex, you really are an OG, and I love that about you, bro.
I'm not a
2K11. I love 2K.
I'm not a 2K player. I've
So,
never liked the game. I've always been dog at it anyway.
Jack Duval, David Gonzalez, David.
David, my king.
2K16. David, you're in a chat. You gotta talk more, bro.
David, how you feeling about your Knicks, bro? It's not looking good, man.
Yo, David, let me know if you want Russell Westbrook on the Knicks.
He's gonna say no.
Is he?
Hey,
Is he?
He's
David.
gonna say no.
David, we're looking for a replacement for Gio. Interview start.
Oh, wow.
Interview start tomorrow. If you want an actual Knicks fan on the
That's
podcast.
crazy.
David,
Jack
come
said-
in. Come in
Jack
for the
said-
episode, bro.
Jack said 2K1.
2K. What?
We weren't alive for 2K1, Jack.
We
Allen
were.
Iverson
We
was on the
were,
cover.
but we were not playing. 2K1.
Were you alive for 2K1?
I was
Came out in like
months. I was months old.
no, because I think the game came out in 2000.
I was not alive.
Yeah, I was gonna say. You said no, sir. I told you.
No, sir.
See,
He's
even
a
though-
hater.
Bro, see, even though I haven't,
Haters in the chat. Hater in the chat.
even though I haven't seen Dave in a long time, I still know Dave like a book.
Yeah. I knew he was gonna say that though.
Oh my!
Yeah.
Wait, hold
He
on.
said,
Dave's,
LMAO,
Dave's
we
just
need
not a
a
Rust
good-
guy, bro.
We need a
Wow.
good.
We have a shams bomb,
Ooh,
but it's an international shams bomb.
What's
Yo,
going
I
on?
just saw it. This is interesting.
So Fenerbahce's Nigel Hayes Davis, the 2025 EuroLeague champion and Finals MVP, as well as the Turkish Cup champion and MVP, has agreed to a fully guaranteed one-year contract with the Phoenix Suns. The two-time EuroLeague first teamer returns to the States and the NBA. Wait, Nigel Hayes. Nigel Hayes was an Indiana legend.
yeah, but the EuroLeague MVPs don't typically do well in the NBA, unfortunately. We saw Sasha Vezenkov stink it up. Mike James didn't last. It's a tough thing. So we'll see. But
Nigel Hayes, I remember
shout out him. You know,
Indi-
best of luck in the NBA.
Indiana. He played for the Knicks.
David wants Don Stanley, or is it Stanley or Staley?
Stanley.
Oh, so he wants Don Stanley.
won.
to
Who
be
is that?
coach. The
That's the
she-
South
she
Carolina
coaches the South
coach.
Carolina women's basketball team.
Oh really?
And they
Legit?
are-
She's legit.
They are dominant, bro.
She's
Ooh.
legit. She's a
Ooh.
dog.
Bro,
Although
get her as the head
it's,
coach.
you know,
bro.
it sucks for you that there's no it sucks for you that there's no whatchamacallit, that there's beef between you and the Pacers,
Whom?
because Jenny Buchek would have been the perfect coach for the Knicks. She is a freaking rock star. I mean, I hope she gets
Who
an
is she?
NBA coaching job. She's the assistant coach for the Indiana Pacers. She was the one that wore the white jumpsuit on the bench.
Yes.
She's insane. I think she's gonna be the successor to Rick Carlisle when he retires.
She's
Really?
low. She was
Why is
always.
she that good? Like, what makes her that good?
She,
I mean, you see her so active on the bench. She's always getting in guys' ears. She's calling out the game plans. She does a lot for that Pacers
she
team.
also like was in the middle of the fight that broke out between the Pacers and it was breaking up the players. Like she was the first one on the court.
She almost ran onto the floor when Trendon Watford got involved with the Halliburton and everything last year.
That's
I
what
also
it was,
forgot,
right?
We still have Trendon Watford, I think, coming back too. So shout out my guy Trendon Watford. man.
Ali said, I remember Nigel on the Raptors for 2 games. I don't even remember him playing.
David said, "Boys, I'm loving all the work y'all putting in.
Thank you,
Appreciate it,
David.
my
Hey,
guy.
we loving you, bro.
Thank you, David. We
We
love
miss
it.
you, Dave.
We do. Come on the podcast whenever
Yo,
you're back.
Come replace Antoine, bro.
Yeah, come replace me in my own house.
Come
I would
replace
love
Antoine.
it.
He'll give you the deed, bro. It's okay.
In his own
I would
house.
love it.
Yo, Anthony, if we kick you off the pod, are we allowed to still come back and record?
I don't care.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Oh,
funny.
man. So, yeah, I mean, back to the 2K thing, I wanted to say 2K11, my goodness, what a game that was.
2K11.
I was playing that game for another 5 to 6 years after it came out. Like, that's how good that game was. But 2K16 was also pretty good. 2K16 was pretty good. 2K17 is another personal favorite of mine because Russell Westbrook was just literally, you could just abuse him in that game. Pause. You can literally run up and down the court and just dunk every single time. So it was fun. Yeah. Those
That's
are my two
crazy.
favorites.
So Jack just said I had a scrum diddly dumptious dinner. That's something Gio would say.
It's really not, though.
You say indubitably.
I do
pretty
say
funny.
indubitably.
Indubitably.
I do say it. You have to pronounce it the right way. It's say it.
In.
Doob.
Doob.
Dib.
Dib.
Blee.
Blee.
Indubitably.
Indubitably.
There you go.
All right.
See, Gio, you have a very advanced vernacular.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you. You saying vernacular over here.
Yeah,
Okay.
bro.
I see what you
What's your IQ, Gio?
3,000, bro.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
I actually don't know.
You didn't take, because you know, like those at school, the UNIF classes?
Yeah.
We took IQ class.
I
IQ
remember,
tests.
I remember taking it. Maybe that's because I have a low IQ.
It really
I don't
depends
remember.
on the teacher you had. I think there's like 17 different teachers.
Yeah.
We had like a British dude that like came to campus for like 1 day a week.
Yeah.
David said prime Spurs memes.
Hmm.
Yeah.
The only,
Wait.
the only thing I can think about with 2K, I talked about this in the 20Q we did with Eric Pascal. It's basically just him. As soon as you load into a game, he would just like invade the screen and just be there.
Who?
Eric Pascal.
Oh, yeah.
Because he was playing 2K and all the random stuff. It was just a lot of ads, a lot of adverts and ad reads and stuff like that. We got 150 of y'all in the Twitter feed. We got 11 of y'all on YouTube. Guys, like the stream. How many likes do we have so far on the stream? Let's take a look-see.
I don't see it.
We have, I think we have more than 12. I think that was like the last time we have 9 likes. Get that number higher.
Get it to
that
double digits.
Moving up. Let's get it to double digit. We just hit 10. There you go. Join the Discord server. It's in the pinned comment on our
Yeah.
YouTube. And
Talk with us there.
yeah, come talk with us there. We'll obviously keep tabs on who joins and everything like that.
Yeah.
And then
We're waiting. It's kind of a dead period right now. Maybe Shams is on his dinner.
we know bro don't eat and bro don't sleep.
Maybe ESPN told him to go have a nice 15-minute dinner.
Are we recording shorts today or no?
No, we're doing
I
it
don't think
tomorrow.
so.
Gio.
Tomorrow.
We may have to come back for a third day because if you
Yeah.
get out late for tomorrow, this
possible.
might be one day because I don't have any games this week, so we'll have to come back Wednesday and do the rest,
Possible,
which
Gio.
I'm fine with. It's just a matter of you because I know you don't want to come back 3 days a week.
Oh, Chris Haynes just tweeted.
Let me go to his tweet. Hang on.
Phoenix Suns and Devin Booker are in talks on a contract extension.
This is the 2-year 150.
Booker is eligible for a 2-year, $150 million max extension.
Damn.
Bro. He's getting that money.
That's 70. That's
Oh.
75 mil.
He's getting
Yeah.
that money. Wow.
David Woj would never keep us waiting us like this. You are so correct.
I miss Woj.
We
man.
miss Woj.
I saw him tweet before something about St. Bonaventure. I still have his noties on
Yeah,
for nostalgic purposes.
of course.
Rip my king.
So D-Book getting 75 mil.
Oh, bro, just wait.
2
Just wait
years.
until you see the Supermax that SGA is going to be eligible
Oh, it's gonna
for.
be insane.
Oh, good golly gosh. Let me go find it for
Records
you.
with that.
Let me tell you right now, Gio. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Are you ready for this, Gio?
Go for it.
Gio, are you sitting down?
I'm here.
Gio, are you sitting down?
I'm here, bro.
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is eligible for a Supermax contract. 5 years, $380 million.
I'm no longer sitting down.
Wait, let me.
Here,
do
Gio,
that
come
math.
here. Come take a look at this. Come look at the authenticity of this.
That
this
is
man.
that is 76 mil a year.
5 years, 380 mil. What?
That's 76 mil a year.
That is. Put it this way. Forget SGA. Forget what Jokic is going to get in 2 years. What on God's green earth in like 7 years' time? What is Wemby going to sign?
Oh gosh.
That'd be like 5-year, 500 mil.
Yeah.
Wemby low key might sign a 6-year, $1 billion contract. Like it might happen.
My goodness.
Pay my King SGA his money. He's definitely earned it. That is for sure.
My King SGA is ridiculous. That's your king, bro?
Isn't he a Thunder fan or is he the Pacers fan?
Oh,
One of
I
the
think he
Alexes
might be
is
the
the Pacers
Thunder
fan.
fan.
I think he's the Thunder fan.
All right, fine.
That's crazy. Do you guys like Madden or 2K better? Here's my thoughts.
I'm a
They both suck.
Right now they do.
Pre-2017 Madden reigns supreme. When they
Yeah.
turned off auto interceptions, the game literally went downhill.
Oh, yeah. I understand exactly what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Because you had to manually control all the players on
Yep.
defense.
That's
now.
too much work, man.
That's tough.
Hell no.
But then that's also good because the players that are good, it made the skill gap, a little bit.
But that's
I know,
the problem.
but
with
fine.
if you put on a Madden stream right now and watch like the guys play in a tournament,
They're ridiculous.
they're manually switching every player on defense and offense.
Yeah, they're insane.
And I'm like, how are you going from a cornerback to a linebacker to a safety?
You know what it
back to
is?
The defensive line.
They were more worried about their competitive scene than
He's a Clippers fan.
than the what's it called?
Oh, but because he went to
The
Kentucky, that's
regulars.
why he likes him.
Clippers fan.
Yeah.
Okay.
So according to Joel Morin of the Pick a Side podcast, shout out them. They're also Jersey based. I had no idea.
Oh, we
So,
can't contact with them.
I would love to, but they're big time. It's gonna be tough.
Wait, pick a side. Wait,
Pick a side,
I know
yeah.
pick a side.
So the offseason winners thus far: the Houston Rockets, the Atlanta Hawks, the Orlando Magic, and the Denver Nuggets.
Where are you seeing this?
And the Spurs, bro.
Oh, you're seeing this on their Twitter.
On his Twitter, yeah.
Oh, on his Twitter. Okay.
What's
Yeah.
his name again?
Joel Morin. So don't dox the town, but they're from Jersey.
Yeah.
So shout out Joel Morin. But whatchamacallit? You guys know Spencer from U Sports, right?
Yeah, Spencer
So,
and Cape.
Last year she was watching our preseason predictions for the season, and she saw what you had to say, Gio, about the finals, and she said, "Tell Gio that Embiid needs to play in games to get to the finals."
Wait. What is this?
When we made our preseason predictions last year for the season,
Okay.
she had watched it and said, "Tell Gio that Embiid needs to actually play games to make
Yeah.
the finals." I just told her what you had said about Philly. And
What I just said?
yeah, and she said, "Tell Gio he's Delulu."
That's an everyday
Wait,
life.
who is this person?
That's an everyday
Spencer
life.
from U Sports.
okay.
Yeah. So
Dude,
shout out
listen.
Spence.
That's an everyday life. for
Spencer,
Gio.
Spencer, if Embiid is 60% healthy, I'm going to repeat myself. If he's 60% healthy, the Sixers will win the East.
They're not.
Mark
They
my
are not.
words.
Bro,
okay?
you know what's going to happen. They're going to lose in the second round. Some team's going to make a Cinderella run, and they're going to knock out Philly. You know it's going to be the Knicks, too.
It might be
gonna
the
be
Knicks.
that. It might be the Knicks.
But man, look, I want it to happen. I really do.
That's crazy.
I'm rooting for the Sixers, okay? Am I
That's-
crazy?
Look, I mean, I am too because I love VJ.
You're rooting for the Sixers as a Knicks fan?
I
He's
mean,
such a fake Knicks
I
fan.
am
are,
such
like,
a fake
Are
Knicks
you
fan.
really a Knicks? Yo, David, do you condone
But
this, bro? I don't know if
no-
you're still in the
no.
chat.
Hold on. We have some developments here. Hawks star Trey Young was very vocal and active in recruiting Nickeil Alexander-Walker to Atlanta. He was heavily involved in the process to lure one of the top wing free agents on the market. That's huge.
Well, yeah, Trey Young is still committed to Atlanta. That's literally what you get from that.
Exactly. What were you saying, though, Gio?
So
Which part?
You said you were going to say something before I interrupted.
No, I was basically saying he's a fake Knicks fan. I was asking David what he has to say about that. If
Oh,
he's still in
true.
the chat, I don't know if he is.
We used to clown David for being a Knicks fan.
there's no clowning anymore.
Excuse me. Jack said, "I'm a Pistons fan. Do you think they'll make the finals next year?" Funny you mentioned that.
That's crazy.
I actually picked them to win the championship in our draft stream. But after the whole Malik Beasley stuff, it might not happen.
Yeah.
I may have to reconsider. And they said, "Bro, Joel Embiid hasn't even made it past the second round. He's like 0-7. He's 0-3 in game sevens." So there you go, Gio. And he's had much better teams than this one that's made the playoffs. So, like that 2019 team, that is inexcusable. That 2021 team, inexcusable how you lost that series.
That 2021 team, who was there?
It was Embiid, Ben Simmons.
Okay.
You had
Ben Simmons was on his way down at that point.
No,
and
he
we
was-
all knew that
No,
he
he was
was
an all-star that year.
in
He was.
2021.
I believe so.
I don't know. I think 2019 he was.
He was
2021 he was on his way down, and we knew he wasn't a playoff performer.
No, because I remember
We knew that.
him and Embiid got
I don't think he was.
him and Embiid had to go into quarantine because they got a haircut somewhere for the
Yes.
All-Star weekend. But the let me go to the roster in 2020, 2021. 2020, 2021 Sixers roster. So, they had Tony Bradley. Lol. That's funny as hell, actually. But you had Seth Curry, you had Embiid, you had Danny Green, Tobias Harris, Dwight Howard, you had Isaiah Joe, Korkmaz before he was ass. You had Maxey in his rookie
Korkmaz his
year.
ass, bro.
No, before. You
always-
had Maxey, Shake Milton, Paul Reed, Mike Scott, Ben Simmons, Matisse Thybulle. It's a good team.
It's not that good of a team.
You were up 3-1, I think, or 3-1 or 2-2. No, you were 2-2 on the Hawks. You had a 28-point lead in Game 5, and you blow the lead.
Bro, that team was not good.
That team was good. They were the 1 seed in the East.
Their third best. Yeah, because Embiid was healthy. That's what happens when Embiid is healthy.
How many games did Embiid play that season? Let's check.
Look it up.
Joel Embiid in 2021 played a whopping total of 50 games.
Okay, like I said, if he's 60% healthy, they will be a team to watch out for, and that's all.
That's the least amount of games he's played since this past season, past 2 seasons. But
That's all I'm asking. If Embiid is 65% healthy, they win the East. Period.
they're not though.
Period.
You're telling me Embiid, if he's 65% healthy, just think of the other teams. If the Knicks are 65% healthy, if the Cavs are 65% healthy.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about those teams.
But
I'm talking about this team.
But they're going to have to run into if the Sixers finish wherever, you're going to have to play one of those teams in the second round.
Nobody in the East has an answer for Joel Embiid.
And
Period.
The Sixers don't have an answer for some of these players. Like, I don't think the Sixers have an answer for Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, they do. They got plenty of good guards now. You see this team? I think VJ Edgecombe is going to be a player.
He's not. They're
I
not
think,
making it out of the second round.
What's that? The light skinned name, Jared McCain. I think he's a dog.
This team's also insanely injury prone.
Okay,
That's the other problem.
that is a problem. But
Like, we saw McCain have knee problems this year. I think he had a torn meniscus, if I'm not mistaken.
Jack is saying, bro, Embiid is going to fall off. He might. I mean, considering all the injuries that he has had,
Yeah.
I don't know if his knee is really still a knee anymore. It may just be a joint.
His knee just kind of looks like Lonzo's now.
Yeah. I hope
it
that he's okay. And if he is okay, if he still has a knee joint in his knee, I think they're going to be very good. If not, if he really did fall off, obviously the Sixers have no hope. So
Yeah, I don't think there's any hope at all. I
Yeah.
think you're really going to you got to get off Paul George.
I think PG's going to have
That's
a decent season.
biggest thing.
You got to get
Playoff
off Paul
P,
George.
baby.
Pandemic P is back.
Playoff P. Playoff
Pandemic P is back. It was funny, too, because, like,
He's going to be comeback player of the year.
he became playoff P in 2021 after the bubble,
Yeah.
and then he fell off again, and someone called him vaccinated P.
Oh, my God.
I was creasing, bro. It was
Wait,
so
I'm
funny.
also gonna bring up something that is basketball related, but it's not NBA related.
We're going to talk about that on the pod, so don't.
Oh, does he
Yeah.
know what I'm talking
I
about?
know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh,
So save that.
does it include a W before
Yes.
the NBA?
Yes, we're not
Okay,
talking about that today.
The W before the NBA has been subtracted. We're back to NBA.
Yeah, we're
talk.
back to. We'll talk about the WNBA thing tomorrow because we need segments.
Yeah, fair.
But also on Wednesday, we are releasing our June Shorts compilation. As today is the last day of June, so
Yeah, man.
shout out June. I think we're on pace to do like 650,000 views in this month,
Awesome.
which is our second highest ever.
That is
Really?
fucking
May we
nice.
did about 715.
Let's go.
So
Let's keep going, guys.
yo,
Let's
the
keep it
goal
going.
is the goal this year is to get 1 million views in a month. That would be humongous.
That would be crazy.
So
You think we can do it?
it's possible.
I think we can do
It's
it.
possible.
Are you talking about total views? Like total?
Yeah, total in a month.
Mm.
So, but obviously, I know
Oh.
some people keep asking why we have to repost shorts, and I feel like we just need to say this:
We do.
we have lives.
We do.
I'm not available every day to edit.
Yeah, it's tough.
So-
Yeah.
And plus, we live stream
Tyler
every
is-
day now.
Tyler
Yeah.
is our
Tough.
only editor.
Yeah, we don't edit, guys.
I can't do that.
Kev was talking to me the other day.
He's got the skill.
Kev was talking to me. He's like, "You should get Anthony and Gio to edit," and I'm like,
I
"Yeah,
mean,
no."
The amount of time it would take us to figure out the stuff that Tyler does would be a lot.
It would be a full time job for us to figure that out. But
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not 100% against it. But
Well,
I,
the fact that you're so far ahead of us in terms of your skill in editing,
I don't
I'm a
have.
novice, bro.
you're a novice, right?
I'm a
but you're
novice.
still so far ahead of us.
Yeah. How many
You know what I'm
shorts do you post per day? So we post one a day. We do daily, but I have to edit the
Yeah.
pod some days, and some days it takes me like 4 to 5 hours to edit a short
Yeah,
to
it's
begin
insane.
with. I don't feel like editing too. So if I can
Yep.
at least, once my summer job's over, then I'll be able to at least, I want to just get a day ahead. And then I
Yeah.
can figure stuff out.
Mhm.
But you're
Yeah.
going to see a lot of reposts this summer. It's just the fact of the matter.
Busy.
Deal with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, oh well, just
Plus,
No,
just watch the old
sometimes
ones.
Just like it. It's still good content.
Exactly.
sometimes if we don't want you guys scrolling through all our shorts that are good, we post a good one again, so you see it on the top of your feed, and you're like, "Damn, I remember when that first came out. That was a lit short."
Or a lot of times it
Exactly.
won't pop up on your feed and you see it for the first time.
That's
anyways,
true.
you know, so-
Exactly.
Exactly.
All
It's
right.
How
kinda
many
what it
shorts do you
is.
post a week? Is it like 4 a week?
Seven.
Seven. Gio. It's
no,
every
but
day.
like new ones.
Oh, well,
Oh,
Four
it
newer
depends.
ones.
anywhere from 4 to 6. Anywhere from 4 to 6.
4 to 6, yeah.
All right. So Shams is kind of asleep right now.
Yeah, it looks like he kind of fell asleep. I'm gonna take this time
Yo, where's
to
that pizza,
go
bro?
number 1. So I'll be right back.
I think our pizza's be. Are we gonna eat on stream, or do we think
Yeah.
we end the stream?
We'll eat on stream.
On
Okay.
stream.
Yeah.
All right.
I have
We're
to use the
hoping
bathroom.
that some stuff comes in,
Now
but
I just whacked my sunburn.
if by 10 o'clock we don't see much coming in, maybe time, because we have lives, like we just said. We got to get up early in the morning for our jobs.
I know.
Well, Tyler doesn't. Me and Gio do. But Gio has a fake job, actually.
What do you mean I have a fake job?
Gio does not go into work. He thinks he goes into work, but it's actually not.
I don't know what this guy's talking about. Don't listen to him. What is
Oh,
he talking about?
Me too, bro.
Yo,
Jack,
Alex, bro, I love you. He said I doom scroll floor space.
that's crazy.
I love that.
When
bro.
Tyler gets back, you're gonna see why doom scroll is a vital word to our vocabulary.
It's really because
But
Anthony doom scrolls.
Tyler needs to be here. So Jack, me too, Jack. What do you do for a living, bro? Tell us what you do for work. Your lovely 9 to 5. Your lovely, whatever, not 9 to 5, maybe depends. Oh, but we're waiting.
Yeah, bro, you should see Anthony doom scrolling. His feed.
Yeah,
is
I
ridiculous.
doom scroll 24/7, 7 days a week, and I don't
Yeah.
get paid for it, which is
Yeah.
kind of sad.
Right. You know what we should do? A podcast P collab. That'd be
I
pretty
don't
dope.
know if we could do that.
No, wait. What about Tahad Pettiford, bro?
Tahad Pettiford, we're waiting. We're gonna see. Don't give away our special podcast.
No, that's
guest.
potential, guys. Potentially. I'm not saying we're gonna do this.
Yeah, if
Tahad Pettiford, look him up. He's a very good prospect in the upcoming
Tahad.
draft. We might have him on the podcast. So
your work is at McDonald's, Jack, really? What do you do? Is it just a regular job, or are you like in actually corporate? Yeah, but if you guys follow college basketball, Tahad Pettiford, point guard for Auburn, he was in the draft process this year. Was in the draft combine. Was supposed to be a pick in the draft.
yeah,
Returned to Auburn, presumably to be a
higher
lottery pick in next year's draft. He's going to be running that Auburn team now that Janai Broom is now playing for the 76ers, and the whole rest of that team is also in the draft. 9 to 5, Jack. That's good. That's like what I do.
Get that money,
Job.
Jack. Let's go.
Tahad is very close with one of my cousins. They grew up together here in New Jersey, and we were trying to get him on. But Tahad, since he has grown so quickly in the past year, his schedule is very tight.
Yeah.
With his NIL stuff that he has, a bunch of other things.
Mhm.
Apparently, I thought he was coming back to New Jersey because that's where he lives. But my cousin told me that he cannot leave the state of Alabama, where Auburn is, where he goes to, because he needs to do just a lot of Auburn things that they need to do down there. So he can't even come back home. But that's what he does. That's the everyday life of a Auburn college basketball player for one of the best teams in the country, and also one of the best up and coming stars in the country as well.
Yeah.
And NIL also has a lot of things you need to do for them as well.
He also played in the draft combine.
Yeah, I
This
said
year's
that. He was in the
combine.
draft combine.
And he popped off. He had like
did.
25 points, 8 assists,
his
5
stock,
rebounds.
His stock rose, but he probably would have been an early second round pick,
No, no,
late
no.
first round.
Everyone was saying ESPN, Yahoo
Yeah.
Sports. They're all saying 25th overall.
Around late lottery.
pretty good.
I would, but I think another year for him at Auburn is the right decision, because now he's gonna have a much more bigger role.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We're gonna hopefully get more information on if he's gonna come on. Hopefully before his season starts, because then when that starts, it might be a lot tighter for us to schedule an interview with him.
Yeah.
But Tyler, someone used our favorite word of the day, Alex. If you look under Jack's comment for how many shorts do you post per day, and look at what Alex said. Alex said our favorite word.
69.
No.
No, bro.
Our other favorite word that Gio loves.
No, really, he does.
Where is it?
It's under
Alex commented.
Alex
it.
comment.
You see it?
Yes. So for those that do not know, Giovanni Squatteri
Oh my god.
is in the Doom Scroller Hall of Fame.
I literally deleted Instagram. I don't have TikTok. I don't have.
You literally
Snapchat.
reposted
That's that's the sad part, bro. Just Doom scrolls nothing.
You
Blank
literally
screen.
You
I
literally
don't even have social media, bro.
you literally reposted your fake job today,
What-
and you fake working out with your shirt off for no reason because I didn't ask about it. I didn't ask for that on my feed.
Yo,
That's so
Anthony,
crazy.
why are you just coming at me with these haymakers, bro?
The
For
bullying's
no
crazy.
reason. For no reason. I'm about to report you, bro. I'm about to report you. Keep talking. Keep talking like that. Now listen, Anthony is the true doom scroller.
What am
Tyler,
I scrolling
Tyler,
through
can
right
you,
now?
Can you
I'm
don't
scrolling
you
through-
remember when he was scrolling on Instagram Reels during our podcast?
Oh yeah.
Can you-
It
can you
wasn't
just remind
Instagram.
the
It was
viewers?
actually Twitter first off.
Same
'Cause
thing, bro.
we're scrolling through Twitter looking
Gio,
for
I'm-
Shams to tweet.
Gio, I'm sorry, bro, but no one's a worse Doom scroller than you.
This is insane.
Yo,
And this is me being objective.
This is ridiculous.
Look,
Yeah,
Gio, it's
'cause
just the truth, man.
you
It's just a
you
doom scroller.
scroll as we're
Cap.
about to record shorts
is
and we're
such
ready.
You're just
And
the
we're waiting
nastiest-
for you.
You're just the nastiest
is
doom scroller the world's
cap.
ever seen,
This is
bro.
insane, Cap. I'm done. I'm done.
Oh boy.
Where's my pizza, bro?
Yeah, I'm waiting for it. I asked my mom. Let's
Yeah, I'm
see.
starved, bro.
Maybe he's gonna ring the doorbell pretty soon or something. I don't know. But yeah, Sham's been asleep. It's only been half an hour. We're waiting for Shams to pop another tweet up, something of relevance to us. It's been 22 minutes.
We can play a game in the meantime.
Gio, I don't play one.
You want to play a game like a basketball sort of like short style
We
game?
could do an NBA crossover grid.
Gio,
Let's do that.
I don't want to play anything
down.
with you.
Are you kidding me? You're literally watching. He's doom scrolling on his laptop right now.
This is Twitter. I literally said Twitter. We're looking at Shams to see what he's
I
gonna
don't
tweet.
care. I don't
Let's play crossover grid.
What's
He's watching
crossover grid?
baseball.
It's like hoop grids, but it's not hoop grids.
Okay.
No looking up any answers.
No, I'm not looking up anything.
This
We'll
Cap
do the
is
grids.
doing it right now.
Oh wait, I forgot. You guys can't see the monitor.
No, we cannot see the monitor. Oh, wait, we have
Shams.
Shams.
I have the screen up. Hold on.
Again, the Hawks stay winning the offseason. Luke Kennard is going to the Atlanta
Oh,
Hawks
Wow.
on a 1 year, $11 million
Wow.
deal.
Wow,
No
wow,
way.
wow, wow, wow.
Alex just commented in the chat.
What do you
Shout out
say?
to Alex. He said
Hawks got Luke Kennard. We were just saying that. Wow.
Dude,
I
the
am
Haw-
not happy right now.
Dude, the Hawks might win the East. I'm not even gonna lie.
Bro, what?
Bro, bro, all I said was get Trey Young some help, and that's exactly what they did.
Is this enough help, bro?
Trey,
Can
well,
you list all the players right now.
starting lineup right now:
They-
Trey Young, the most improved player and potential DPOY, Dyson Daniels, Zachary Risashe, number one pick, who's got a lot of upside, Jalen Johnson, who could be the most improved player this year, Kristaps Porzingis, who won a championship a year ago,
They just improved their bench.
and now you got Luke Kennard. You have Nikhil Alexander Walker. That's 7-man rotation enough in a weak East. I like it a lot. It's really good. And you
Also,
still have Onyeka Okongwu.
Kongwu as well, yeah. Who did
Listen,
they draft?
The
Oh,
thing
Asa
is,
Newell.
Yeah, they have Asa Newell.
Asa
they got to
Newell,
stay
too.
healthy, bro.
Yeah.
If they're not healthy, look, Kristaps Porzingis, Jalen Johnson, Zachary Sachet is pretty frail. Like, he's pretty small frame. He can probably easily get injured. I don't know.
He was durable this year.
Yeah? Okay. Look, if they stay healthy, I'm not going to say the sky's the limit, but they can get up there.
Damn. Luke Kennard was someone I wanted the Knicks to get.
I wanted the Nuggets to get him.
Everyone wants Luke Kennard. If you could shoot lights out like him, of course, you.
He
you're
has
gonna-
he
you're
has the
gonna get a
second
strong
highest
team.
3-point percentage in NBA history.
Was it 45 or something?
44.
Yeah.
He shot 49% like 2 years ago from three. It was
ridiculous.
insane. Yeah, the Hawks
That's
are definitely
literally
gonna
my
win,
shooting percentage. from
without a doubt. Ethan said Asa Newell and Onyeka, knock on wood. Yes, knock on wood. The Hawks could be my this year's Pacers, bro.
Who just said the Hawks are going to win the chip? That's ridiculous, bro.
It's my guy Q, bro. Leave him alone.
Yo, Q, what are you talking about, bro?
Bro, listen. Nets World knows ball.
Q, you can't just say that and not justify that crazy comment.
I just justified it for
No,
him.
but I want to hear. I need
just
to hear from
did.
Q, bro, because that does not make sense.
So Trey Young reached out to Kennard and Nah this evening. So when tampering started, when it
Where
was
did
allowed,
you see that?
James quote tweeted his tweet.
Oh, he did?
It's on the screen right now. So
Wow.
Bro, I am so ready for Trae Young to eliminate the Knicks again, bro. Oh,
Bro,
give it
I
to
hate
me.
this. I gotta deal with two of my worst teams I hate in
Which
all
ones?
of that: the
Hawks?
Hawks and the Pacers.
Pacers are not.
Bro, if you
They're not
lose,
really,
if
like-
you somehow lose to the Pacers without Tyrese Halliburton, that's
Yeah.
on you. I don't know what else to say. But if the Pacers and Knicks meet in the playoffs and the Knicks win, I do not want to hear one Knicks fan victory lapping like they did something.
Yo, Alex just said Hawks are going to be in the play-in with Miami again. 100%, bro. 100%. You'll see.
Look, the last time the Hawks and Heat were, or at least one time the Hawks and Heat were in the play-in, the Heat made the finals.
Okay.
So yeah,
Okay.
you know what? It's possible. It's very much possible. So Hawks are probably just making the conference finals. That's fair. I think they can at least get to the second round
I say
with
at
this kind of
most.
roster.
Yeah.
No,
At the most, second round.
I like this team on paper way more than Philly.
Oh, 100%.
Well, yeah. I can understand that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just my hot take, right?
Okay,
That's just my hot. That's not my actual prediction. That's like my dark horse, you could say.
We'll have our full predictions obviously the week before the season starts when we'll predict all the awards and everything when all the rosters are finalized. Because you never know. Last year we thought the rosters were all good and Karl Anthony Towns got traded in October.
Listen,
So
maybe once you have a Knicks legend leave your franchise, you get better because Landry Fields got booted out.
Yeah, he's trying.
Also, Toronto booted out their GM as well. We didn't talk about that
we're going to talk about that tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Yep.
We got a lot to talk about
Tonight is
tomorrow.
strictly
Holy.
signings and anything that happens tonight.
But yeah, Landry's out. Ansi Salah comes in and is swinging.
Kmart says
Swinging
Cavs on
really
top.
good.
No, sir. I can assure you the Cavs will be frauds once again.
Yeah, so the bench for Atlanta: Kongu Na, Luke Kennard, Asanu, Kobe Buffkin, Mohamed Gay. Don't forget Mohamed Gay did pretty good when he hopped in for injury minutes this past season as well. Starting five, we already said it, how it looks.
Yeah.
One healthy.
This is crazy, man.
All right. So
Are you guys
again,
streaming tomorrow? No, we stream once a week.
once a week?
Tomorrow we're recording the podcast. We're recording episode 64, which will go out on Thursday. And then, yeah, basically we try to stream every Monday, but I'm usually working a summer job on Monday. But I specifically took off today because today was a big day. So we'll probably stream on Tuesdays maybe or Wednesdays. We'll pick a day, and
I
at
like
least for the
Mondays,
summer. Well,
but you
Mondays,
can't do
yeah. So once my last game is probably like at the beginning of August. So we've got a couple more weeks of this.
I'm tired of free agency.
Antoine was expecting like something insane, but it's the Knicks, bro.
This is so boring.
Let's play that game. Let's play that Grids game.
No, because Shams going to tweet probably in like a minute.
So
You
in the
guys-
meantime, we can do a Grids game.
You guys need to go on your phone and find the link or on your laptop.
I'll find it on my laptop.
Why is there an ad, bro? Go
You
away.
sent it to us?
I didn't, because there's no way for me to send it to you through here. Just look up NBA crossover grid. We're not going to do tic-tac-toe, but we're going to try and solve the grid together.
Bet.
So you said crossover grids? NBA
crossover grid. It's crossovergrid.com/NBA.
Okay, I got
Somebody's knocking.
that's the pizza.
Yay.
Yes.
Hi. I got it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, close the door.
Free delivery.
Let's go.
You want to bring Tyler slices over?
I will.
Yeah, we need plates, don't we?
They're in there.
Oh, perfect.
They're,
Okay.
Yeah. Oh no, they're not.
Yeah, they're not.
Oh shit. Okay, so you know what we're gonna do? Rip off pieces of cardboard.
Are you serious?
Oh, yeah, we're going to have to, yeah.
Just give Tyler.
We'll share.
Yeah, give Tyler that at that end.
Give me the top of the box.
Yeah, and me and Gio will share the bottom end.
Yep. I'm starving. I haven't eaten in hours.
Yeah, I haven't eaten any dinner.
So while we do that, I mean, I guess you guys don't need to see the grid. I could just tell you what we have.
Yeah, it's fine.
So on the left, going down on the screen, you'll see it in the stream. We have the Portland Trailblazers, the Chicago Bulls, and 15 plus points per game career average. And then on top, we have the Cleveland Cavaliers, the Los Angeles Lakers, and then 10 rebounds per game in a season. We're going to put on unlimited guesses because we'll try and get some rarer answers. So, Antoine, while Gio's delivering me the fresh pizza, which one do you want to go for?
We got to answer these questions first, though, on the chat.
All right, answer them.
Duval
Good, sir.
T. Duval said, "How long have y'all been together, and how did you meet?" So, it's been going. So we've been friends for literally over 5 years since COVID.
6.
Little before COVID, 6 years, more like
6.
2019, 2018. How did we meet at school?
At school, yeah.
Yeah.
Me and
At
Anthony met
FDU.
first, and then me and Gio
Yeah.
met afterwards.
Yeah. I met Gio. Gio I met through the friends of ours and at our fitness center at school.
I met Gio in class.
That must have been a horrible time.
Yeah, I met Anthony on a bus. That was a
that
horrible
was
time.
that was on our way to FDU's first March Madness victory before the Purdue upset.
Yeah.
Jack, what is your job? Are you saying that to Tyler, Jack? Are you saying
Yeah,
it to?
I work for a baseball league in the
Are
summer.
you saying it to all of us? Gio has a fake job.
What?
Okay, Gio fake works. He doesn't have a real job.
Yo, Gio, why he hating, bro?
Is this anything new? It's constant hate. But now that people get to see it.
Yeah, Antoine, they're seeing how you are. They're seeing your true colors.
Cool. I love the podcast. Thank you,
Thank you very much.
Duval.
Legend.
We just try to do our best for you guys and everything. So
So who do you want to go for on the grid?
you need to repeat that, or I need to look at it.
You know, just go to the stream.
Oh, I'm on a stream. Perfect.
Yeah.
Let me full screen it. Ah, okay, perfect. Okay.
You get the first guess.
I'm gonna knock out Lakers, Bulls in the middle. Let's go with Carlos Boozer.
Of course he would. All right, Gio, you get the second guess.
All right. You said Lakers, Bulls?
Mm-hmm. Pick any spot. Just make sure you say it into the mic.
I guess I'll go with Blazers, Cavs.
Into the mic.
I'll go with Blazers, Cavs.
Okay.
Did Rodney Hood play on the Blazers?
He did.
He did.
All right, let's go Rodney Hood.
There you go. All right, what do I want to go with?
Duval say rate the food scale on a scale of 1 to 10.
10 out of 10.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
This is our pizzeria.
I'm glad I got the plain slice too, because that's good.
Mm-hmm.
What should I go for? Let's go for.
What was that ad, bro?
I don't even know, bro. Let's go for. This is tough. Let's go with Bulls and Cavs. Who could we go with for that? I don't even know. Let's go with Blazers and I don't know. I don't know what to go for. I honestly am perplexed. I'll just go Lakers, Blazers, Carmelo.
Carmelo?
Yeah.
We're not trying to get tic-tac-toe. We're just trying to fill in the grid.
No, I know. I was trying to go for a rare answer, but my mind just wasn't working.
Fair.
So, all right, Antoine, you are up. Let me check Shams real quick.
I have notifications on my phone. Nothing's popped up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll let you know. My phone gets it before my laptop.
So yeah, pick one.
Okay. Oh, joy. Let's knock off all the teams. So Cleveland and Chicago.
Should be easy.
I could go for Dwayne Wade.
You go for Dwayne Wade, D Rose.
D Rose didn't play for Cleveland.
He did.
When?
Like 20 something.
18.
A washed year.
I'll go with no. There's gonna be a better player.
Is there though? Did Tristan Thompson play for the Bulls?
I don't think so.
I don't think so, actually.
He did or not? He might have.
Let's go with Lonzo Ball or Isaac Okoro.
He can't. They haven't played a game yet.
Oh, damn it. Trying to think of the old. Yeah, go with Dwayne Wade.
All right, Gio. Pick one.
Cleveland and a 15 plus points per game career scorer I'm gonna go with Mark Price on that one.
Mark Price. Well done.
Let's go.
All right. We got a Laker that averaged 15 points per game, or a Blazer or a Bull that averaged 10 rebounds per game in a season. What do we go with? That remains to be seen. So a Laker that averaged 15 points per game, there's a lot of them. It's just a matter of who do I want to go with. That's really the main question here. Let's go with, did Jeremy Lin ever average 15?
No,
Not even in his Linsanity days?
that was on the Knicks though.
But it doesn't matter, as long as he did it in his career.
As long as
All
he's
right,
there, yeah.
you're right. I
Doing
forgot.
Jeremy Lin, yeah.
Try it out, maybe.
I gotta scroll all the way down here. There he is. He didn't, damn it.
Really?
No.
I forgot that stretch is only like 2 months of him just going crazy. The rest
Yeah.
of the season, he was pretty.
I'll do Blazers 10 rebounds. Let's just go Bill Walton. There we go. All right, Antoine.
What's left?
The bottom corner.
Do Bulls 10 rebounds.
Yeah, that one's easy.
Joakim Noah.
All right, Gio. Insanity
Yeah.
was peak.
Yeah, really. If you were like conscious and watching that,
PC black screen. I don't know what's going on.
Hmm?
The first monitor shut off.
Uh-oh.
It's back.
Okay.
We're good.
Nick has been going for a long time.
Nah, the PC just does that. It glitches out. We're back though.
I'll go with the bottom right corner.
Okay.
So 15 plus point per game score and a 10 rebound. Oh, it can be really anyone right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Trade.
What's going on?
No, little news.
Okay.
Al Horford may not be going to Golden State. The teams that are that are interested in Horford include the Celtics, the Warriors, the Knicks, the Nuggets, and the Cavaliers.
Yo, if the Nuggets get Horford, dude.
They could. They have the MLE.
Dude.
That would be huge.
Dude.
I like all those teams. He could benefit any of those teams. Knicks would be nice. I would love Horford. Denver would love Horford.
Alex said that's a Dave Portnoy 8.5 for the pizza. All right, so Gio, who you choosing? Yeah, 2 spots left.
I'm gonna go to an obscure player. Let's go with Zydrunas Ilgauskas. How do you say that name?
It didn't work.
Wait, what?
He didn't average 10 and 15.
Oh, you tried it already?
Yeah.
That was fast.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what?
It's not hard to type his name in. It comes up too on the website.
Yeah.
All right, let me see.
Yeah, the Celtics are tearing it down. They're trying to get under the cap for the new owner. Brad Stevens is following orders.
Let's go with Ben Wallace. Did he average 15?
Definitely not. We can try it. No.
Maybe not.
What about
No?
DeAndre Jordan?
Mhm.
What about DeAndre?
Fine.
Oh, wow.
He did?
He didn't.
No.
Let's go LaMarcus Aldridge.
No chance.
Yeah, he definitely did.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
0.7%.
He was a scorer.
Yeah. And now we just need a Laker that averaged 15.
Okay.
I got one. I think he did it. Avita Zubats.
Yeah.
Oh, he did, and he averaged 14 probably.
Wow.
Look at average 15. How about like Jody Meeks?
He could have.
Nick
Nope.
Young?
How about Kyle Kuzma? Screw it. And there we go. That's a W. That was fun. Let's get back to trade. Let's just get back to free agency stuff.
Yeah.
Who do we want to talk about?
I don't know. I want to see some signings happen. We're winding down to our time here a little bit.
We got to talk about someone. We're already going for 3 hours. Wow.
I know, it's crazy. It flew by really fast. It doesn't feel like it's been 3 hours.
I feel like we're about to make the Jack order pizza right now. Jack's like, that pizza looks so good.
Bro, it's gas.
You want to see it? Here, look. I'm putting it in the camera.
Oh, look at that. It's gorgeous.
Gio, you're awful for making people
That pizza
starve.
Sorry,
solely that pizza solely fixed the white balance in your camera.
Really?
Yeah, it was funny.
I guess I want to talk about like
What's going on, Krillin? How you doing?
what is going on. Where y'all get pizza from? Our pizza place near us
Yeah. In an undisclosed location.
in an undisclosed location because we're not trying to have people
Yeah.
come to our house.
I'll give you a hint. It's not Domino's.
It's New York, New Jersey pizza, and you
It's
know
the
it's
best.
the
It's the best pizza around in the whole.
Oh, damn. This guy's a Jazz fan. That's
Man,
rough.
my Jazz traded. Why?
Are you from Utah, bro?
Why do you care about so much about Sexton? I feel like his days there were kind of over.
He was really liked by the fans.
I know, but like you got Walter Clayton, you got Clarkson's gone now actually.
Yeah.
I know Keontae George is kind of like a love-hate relationship going on with him. I love Keontae, but clearly some Jazz fans don't.
He's mad inefficient.
Um,
And so's his brother.
He's young though.
who's his? Oh, Paul,
Tyshawn.
that's his brother. Really? I had no idea they were related.
I believe they are.
Okay, fair, very fair.
I think the Jazz should sign Giovanni Squatteri.
Well, you know what's crazy? The Jazz are kind of getting rid of some players that they shouldn't have on their roster anymore. Like Juzang got released.
Yeah.
Sexton got traded. Who else? I'm losing names.
He said, low-key, he is a baller. I'm mad they traded him, though. For Nurkic is wild. Yeah, for Nurkic is crazy. That's how you know you're not competing this season.
Yeah.
If Yusef Nurkic is on your roster, that is all you need to know, my guy.
If it was like in the prime days of Yusuf Nurkic, maybe.
Before the broken leg.
Oh God. All right. So again, Pelicans depth chart. I just got it on my Twitter feed.
Can you send it to me so I can put it on the screen? For
Yeah,
everyone?
man. This is looking like a really beautiful team. If it's again all healthy, you know, it's very predicated on the health of.
Who's more in no man's land, the Hornets or the Jazz?
Definitely the Jazz.
Yeah. Jeff Peterson's low-key fixing that team really nicely.
Yeah.
All right. So back to Pels. We have Poole starting. DeJounte Murray's not going to be starting. It's probably going to be Jordan Hawkins, who's below him. Trey Murphy, Zion, Yves Missi. The bench, loaded. Alvarado Fears behind the point guard. DeJounte, when he comes back, again, will go ahead of Jordan Hawkins. Small forward, Trey Murphy, Herb Jones right behind him. Zion, Sadiq Bey right behind him. And then, again, at center, Yves Missi, Kevon Looney, and Derek Queen.
That's the other thing that hasn't happened yet. What's going on with Trey Murphy? Trey Murphy should be on the move, right?
If I'm being honest, if you want to compete, I don't think this lineup, this team is very good.
Yeah, but this team can't stay.
Well, again,
healthy.
it could be a whole different era. Like Sadiq Bey coming back from his injury might be amazing.
If they have the same training staff, it's wraps.
Again, though, but they have a loaded bench here. Again, if they're all healthy, it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 7-man rotation off the bench. Well, again, Fears and Queen may not be playing as much. We're more focusing on Looney, Bay, Herb, Hawkins, Alvarado. Actually, DeJounte's out for the year, so looking at an 11-man rotation, actually.
Let's recap real quick, too. This week from FanDuel. The Rockets' offseason moves. Acquired Kevin Durant via trade. Jabari Smith Jr. contract extension. Ime Udoka contract extension. Re-signed Fred VanVleet. Re-signed Steven Adams. Signed Dorian Finney-Smith. And signed Clint Capella. These Rockets, man, they're cooking, Gio.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, I wish we could have had Jesse come on. Jesse's probably living in a good life right now.
Oh yeah, Jesse. That's the Rockets fan, right? That I haven't got to meet yet.
I could
Yep.
I could text him or call him right now and just get like an audio
You want
of
to call him?
Jesse.
Call him real quick. See if he picks
Let
up.
me call him.
I need you to sit a little bit lower into that side. You're
Okay.
off. You got a shot, yeah.
I'm just eating my pizza, bro.
Just move closer to you.
I'm gonna FaceTime him.
He said, I don't think Zion will ever get to that level. He'll always have the talent, but It's unfortunate the way his career's transpired.
Hmm.
And we're still waiting on those pending allegations. And if it's
If
true,
Jesse doesn't
he's done.
answer, I will definitely call him. He probably is thinking, "What the hell? Why is Anthony calling me?"
Yeah, he's probably thinking that.
He literally must think I'm insane in the head.
I mean, who doesn't?
I know, right? If not, I'll give him a call.
Shout
He
out
also-
to Jesse though.
He also might be busy. He is an hour behind us in Houston.
Mhm.
Oh, Shams. Mason Plumlee, 1 year, $3.5 million deal with the Charlotte Hornets.
Another
Nothing-
center off the board for the Lakers.
Nothing
Let's
crazy.
go.
All right,
Freaking hold, you bums.
let me call Jesse.
Damn, he's really bald.
Jesse must think I'm insane in my head for calling him
Why
Yeah.
you FaceTime him, bro?
because to see his facial expression.
That's crazy.
Hello?
Jesse,
What's up?
Are you busy?
Well, I just got back from somewhere, so I'm like, kind of, but not really.
Okay.
So,
We needed
What's up?
so
There's a couple minutes.
we wanted to get you on tonight for the stream, but we're still trying to figure out how to get people to join. So I FaceTime you because we want to get your Rockets reaction. We are talking Rockets right now, and I said Jesse is the perfect man to call right now. So DFS, Capella today, of course, everything that happened. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling dope, man. I think the Rockets, we got a lot of dogs. That was our mentality last year. We had a lot of players who were like just straight dogs. Obviously, our offense was terrible, but it was fun to see. And then adding Katie, obviously, now you got an elite offensive player. And then, DFS, Capella, which is a really good, like, throwback, some nostalgia for me. I really think that we have a really good shot. I think we're, like, the second best team in the West right now. I would like to have another guard on the team because, Jalen Green is gone. So that's kind of a, like, question mark. But, I mean, honestly, Katie and a bunch of dogs, man, I think we can win, like, 56 games with that.
Okay, that's good. We were kind of questioning the Capella because of Steven Adams.
Yeah.
Are you feeling the same way, or do you feel like that's just cover for Steven Adams if he does get injured?
Yeah, I think that's a cover for Steven Adams. I mean, Capella's pretty washed at this point, but, like, that's some pretty good depth.
Such fact.
It's pretty good depth. I mean, Steven Adams, you definitely want to take advantage of him, especially when he gets to the postseason. So you want to keep him healthy, just like how you want to keep KD healthy, because Adams was really pivotal to keeping us competitive against Golden State, because we were like the best rebounding team in the league, and he was huge for that. So you want to make sure that he's like healthy and fresh for that, because I think that rebounding to me is humongous, especially in the postseason. So I'm cool with all the depth at center. We have a bunch of wings. Obviously, I guess they definitely believe in Reed Shepard in the guard position. So
I want to ask you about that, Jesse.
This is Gio. You're hearing Gio for the very first time. I know you haven't seen him in
What's
person.
up, Jesse? I heard a lot about you, bro. I want to meet you, and here we are. Nice to meet you, Jesse. I'm Gio.
Gio's a Reed Shepard believer.
I am.
And Tyler and I'm a believer. Tyler's not a believer, but Gio loves hearing Reed Shepard.
I think Reed Shepard. I think once he gets the opportunity, I think he's going to take full advantage of it. What do you think?
I think so. I really like Reed. He wasn't able to play a lot last year because a lot of talent was on the floor, but he's definitely going to have a lot of opportunities this year. And when he did play more, I did see the talent. I just did a video where I looked at like the top 20 plays of the season, and he was in one of those plays. And this is all of the NBA season. It was like a behind the back pass where he was going out of bounds. He threw it behind the back. He threw it to Tari Eason.
Oh, I remember that play. Yeah. It was the back-to-back with Pods doing that.
Yeah, he has some flashy plays like that. He's a really good shooter, obviously.
Yeah.
He just needs more. He needs more reps, right? Obviously, I can't judge him off year one not getting a lot of reps, but I do believe in him, though, for real.
All right.
Yeah.
Nice.
Listen, we're happy what the Rockets are doing. The chat's happy with the Rockets. Let's
One
get.
more question though.
Go ahead.
One more question.
Gio has another question.
Mike Gio.
Oh, I'm sorry. My last question for you, Jesse, is as a Rockets fan, besides the Oklahoma City Thunder, who are you most afraid of in the West?
Well, I'm funny enough, and this is just PTSD. It's not even really like just because of talent. It's
Golden
really
State.
Golden State.
Yeah.
Wow.
I literally
it's
knew
not-
that.
And it's not because like I feel like we can beat the Warriors, but there's like a cap. There's like something like when you go against the same team for many years, like last 10 years, he played them 5 times, and we just keep losing. I just feel like something bad's gonna happen to me if I play them again. Now, in terms of like talent, like if I'm like if just take all that away, we're a better team than Golden State. I would
Right.
say the Nuggets always worry me because
Mm.
Jokic is the best player to me in the NBA.
Right.
So, and they just took that Thunder team to 7 games just off the power of him for real.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I would say in terms of talent, I would say the Nuggets, but in terms of just like my personal PTSD, would be Golden State.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
I wasn't expecting that answer, but
Well, I think that's valid if they get Al Horford. I think that's very valid.
Yeah.
maybe, yeah.
Either, whether it's Denver or Golden State
Yeah.
Or even the Mavericks
or the Spurs.
or the
Or,
Spurs.
listen,
Yeah.
we were
So those
talking
Texas
about that.
teams, man.
Jesse, we have Tyler here, who's a diehard Nets fan. MPJ to Brooklyn, Cam Johnson the other way. How would just bonkers, right? What are we thinking? What's going on there?
Yeah, I mean that is an interesting deal sending Cam Johnson and MPJ going to the Nets. I mean, I always felt like that big three of MPJ and Jokic and Jamal Murray would be together forever. But I mean, obviously after the championship, I don't know, things just kind of stalled out. So yeah, he's going to the Nets. I don't know. You know, the thing is, I don't know what the Nets. I don't know. People didn't really like the draft of the Nets. I don't know. People didn't really say good things about the draft. So I don't know what really the Nets are doing and building. Hopefully they build something good for your sake. I do want to say thank you for the trade. The James Harden trade did actually age really well for me.
It did,
People
yeah.
hated on it in the beginning, but it did age really well. So I'm actually really thankful for that trade. But
Who
yeah, I mean, that is an
who
interesting
did they get back, Jesse, from that trade, James Harden? Because
It was
I'm not familiar
It was
with.
4 picks and 4 pick swaps.
It was 4
Like-
picks and 4 swaps.
It was nuts.
And I think we did like another trade to get Phoenix's picks off of that trade, if I'm mistaken. It was something similar.
Okay.
They gave us our
And,
picks
yeah.
back when the McHale trade.
Yes. Don't remind
Yeah.
me of that McHale trade, please.
Great trade.
No, don't
Beautiful
listen. Don't
trade.
listen to Tyler, Jesse.
That McHale trade, yeah.
Yeah, we're wrapping up. We've been live since 6:00. Torian Prince just signed back with the Bucks. That's cool.
Maybe Giannis stays
the
now.
Lakers, they're
We-
good. I think
we-
we're taking all their centers, man.
We
So
were
what are
just
the Lakers-
talking about this,
Dude, this has been the most successful hate watch of the day.
because Capella's gone. Burke went to L.A., but Clippers.
Yeah.
And Capella, I said back to you guys, Atlanta. We were just talking about Atlanta getting Nah and Luke Kennard, and the East getting scary for my Knicks again. It's like PTSD with that run in 2018-19.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the Hawks are the funny thing, they're like the most mediocre team ever. They always get 500 and they always like end up playing forever. But yeah, maybe hopefully they like break that, because I usually every time the play-in happens, I expect the Heat, I expect the Hawks, and I expect the Bulls.
Exactly.
I think I want the Hawks to get out of that little the rut. So hopefully they do well. I'm curious what the East is going to look like next year, because Jason Tatum tore his Achilles and Tyrese Halliburton tore it. So I think it's wide open, honestly. I think many teams can get that spot
Yeah.
to the finals, honestly. Maybe the Knicks.
Yeah, I don't know. We also, last thing before we let you go, Gio was asking about Memphis. Are you scared with what Memphis is doing? I know they just Ty Jerome, and that's it. They re-signed Triple J and Santi, but Ty Jerome was, I guess, the biggest thing they've done so far. Plus the Bane trade.
Yeah, that's the main thing. We got 4 picks.
Yeah, Memphis. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not scared of Memphis.
Not at all, bro.
We said
like
the
we
exact
play
same thing.
Yeah, I'm not scared of Memphis. If we played Memphis in the postseason, we would have won. And just adding Ty Jerome is not gonna make me be like, oh, like I had KD, you add Ty Jerome is not gonna hit for me. I think the only teams in my division I'm scared of, actually, I'm more scared of, is the Spurs and the Mavericks, because for some reason the lottery gods blessed them both to get the top 2 picks, which pissed me off really badly.
Also, don't forget Luke Cornett, San Antonio, back up to Wemby.
Yeah. So, and then Dylan Harper, on the team
Carter
with them, Wemby,
Bryant.
obviously, those two are going to be amazing together. So, I'm pretty pissed that exists. And I know the Spurs are likely going to be really great, very soon, maybe even dynastic. I just want to have 1 championship. That's all I really care for. I don't really care to have no 3 championships, no 5. I just want 1 championship, just pure hoops. KD, he's an unk with a bunch of young dogs. Give me 1 chip, and I call it a day.
Yeah. Are you fine with Van Vliet coming back? I know Van Vliet's kind of like an iffy with a lot of people.
Yeah, I'm fine with Van Vliet. The reason why is because in that postseason, it was game 4, 5, and 6. He was really hooping and he helped us, and he was just it was a steady hand when all the young guys were falling off. He was a really good steady hand. So I do like Van Vliet. He's very iffy, but I think he had more offensive responsibility because of all the inconsistencies on the team. But with Kevin Durant on the team now, he's the guy that can drop like 38 points on a really good team. Van Vliet, he can just like randomly go off like he did in that series and definitely help us. He doesn't have to be that like his role can drop now, which I think will be better for him. So definitely, I'm happy with having Van Vliet, man. I really am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's your early pick for finals next year? Don't say the 76ers. But go ahead, say it again.
That's what I said.
I'm not gonna say this. I'm not gonna say Philly, even though I do think if Philly stay healthy, they can definitely make a run in the East.
You see?
You said make a run. He didn't say
Make a
win the
run.
East.
I said win the East. Jesse, we're on the same page here. I said they win the East.
Gio's crazy.
If
Don't listen
Joel
to him.
Embiid is 65% healthy, they win the East.
Bro, you said that last
Is
year.
that a crazy thing to say?
I mean, I don't think it's that crazy. Like with
You see?
Boston out and with the Pacers out for real, like I think if they stay healthy, and that's a big if because Embiid
Right.
injured.
100%.
But if they stay healthy, then I think they can make a real run at it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, VJ's great too. That team's gonna look decent.
Yeah.
Yeah, VJ is great. I saw his highlights and
Yeah,
he's
VJ's
very
good.
athletic. Yeah, he's elegant.
Bouncy as hell.
I think the Thunder, the Sun. I don't want to say because like I want to be biased to say the Rockets, but like
That's a real shot.
That's fine.
That's a real shot though.
I feel that, but every time I say that, it doesn't happen. Like I said that back in 2018, and I was so confident, and things hit the fan. If y'all know the story.
Rough year.
I'm gonna say I'll be safe. I'm saying the Thunder, and I'm gonna say. Let's go crazy. I'm gonna say Philly. Let's do it.
Wow.
Let's go, Jesse.
The glaze.
Come
go.
on.
The glaze.
I understand. I get it. Like Embiid, yes, and like I get it, but it just realistically, like it's got to be on the floor, on the court. Like it can't be in our head.
Yeah, like say the Wizards or something. Go like real balls to the wall.
I think. What did I say? I said Knicks Rockets for my finals pick.
Yeah.
I said Knicks Rockets, Jesse.
You're crazy.
That would be fun. I would love to. Yeah, I'd love to get a rematch. 94 finals. I would love to have that. But yeah, I think the Thunder they're built so well. They did everything right, and I think they can definitely go back get another one. And then like the 76ers, I'm gonna just go with that. I mean, Paul George obviously he had a terrible season. But Tyrese Maxey, maybe Paul George stay healthy, maybe Embiid stay healthy, and I just feel like the East is just so wide open right now with the Celtics and the Pacers.
Exactly.
So this is the Embiid. All those memes you see on Twitter where he hasn't made a conference finals and this has happened before that. I think this could be the year he finally gets there.
I like it, bro.
All right. I have nothing wrong with that at all. All
Thank
right.
you, Jesse.
Thank you for stopping
Oh,
by.
wait, Jesse. We're going to say, so we have a guy in the YouTube chat. He's saying his final pick is Warriors Knicks.
Warriors Knicks. Oh my goodness! I'll tell you, the Warriors make it back. I have to forfeit. That's crazy if they make it back. Honestly, interesting thing, if the Warriors make it back and they win, and Steph Curry has 5 and LeBron has 4, then that might be there might be some uncomfortable conversations there.
Lockdown says Cavs versus Nuggets.
But
Yeah.
That's
Jesse,
crazy.
before you go though, please shout out your YouTube and your Instagram, all that stuff.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
yeah, man, just follow me, JM Sports Factory, YouTube, TikTok. You check me out on TikTok. I'm doing some things there as well. So check me out on YouTube and TikTok, JM Sports Factory. Put out reaction videos, put out just all type of sports content. And NBA content, WNBA content, and NFL content is coming soon. So check me out.
Awesome.
There you go, guys, in
news.
the chat.
Thank you again, Jesse,
Thank
for
you,
stopping
Jesse.
by. We
We'll
appreciate
see you
it.
soon.
Yeah, no problem. Always happy to be on.
We'll see you soon, Jesse.
All right, peace.
Take care. Bye.
Dude, Jack said Jazz versus Sixers. That's crazy.
Jesse is a very
is my guy.
realistic,
I like Jesse. He's cool.
very realistic.
Yeah.
thinker.
W. So, I mean, guys, do we want to keep going? Do we want to call it there? What are we
I think
saying?
we gotta call it, bro.
Do you want to call it? I mean, Shams. It'll be just our luck that Shams will tweet before we get off,
we
but
could talk about it tomorrow if that's the case.
we're gonna. And then, like I said, I think a big one's gonna happen past midnight because I feel like that's just what happens. Because I feel every year.
Damn, bro, I just realized the Clippers center room is Zubats and Brooke Lopez. That's pretty
solid.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Off the bench, that's going to be awesome.
All right.
So yeah, guys.
Wait. There's Knicks news. Knicks reporters are tweeting.
Oh, God, here we go.
Stephon Bondi just tweeted.
Stephen Bundy.
Whatever. Assuming he clears waivers and deal is finalized, the Knicks would be getting Jordan Clarkson for the vets minimum.
Nice. That's
Is that who
really
you
good.
want?
I'm fine with
wouldn't
it.
you want Jordan
I am
Clarkson?
Fine
Hey,
with
bro.
it.
Can you just, bro? Do you realize who Jordan Clarkson is, bro?
I mean, to be
fine
fair,
with
he
it.
got benched on the Jazz, so I understand why.
But he also got
like-
Sixth Man of the Year on the Jazz.
Yeah, but that was like 3
That
or
was
4 years
3
ago.
or 4 years
Still.
ago, Gio.
He's very skilled. Very skilled
I'm
player.
fine with it.
He can get a bucket whenever you want.
It's an upgrade over Landry Shamet. That's all I care.
It's an upgrade over
Yeah.
Deuce McBride.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's an upgrade
vet.
over
It's a
vet.
Josh Hart.
Deuce is a bit Deuce and Josh
Different
Hart
role,
are much
different
better
role.
defenders.
It's a good vet.
Yeah, so he'll outplay Mikal Bridges. Don't worry. but yeah, guys, I think that pretty much
Yeah.
does it regarding free agency. Obviously, it's been a crazy day. We saw the Lakers get screwed. We saw the Knicks get screwed. We saw the Nets and Nuggets make a massive trade, and it's gonna be a lot of fun, man. This season, this summer is gonna be kind of hectic, kind of crazy. And as far as tomorrow, we'll have an episode idea at some point, and then we'll talk about the trades that happened prior, and we will also talk about any other news that kind of comes about. So, Gio,
Yep.
people that are still with the flow, what do they comment?
Let's comment doom scroll because that's not what I do.
As Gio's
That's-
full-time hobby.
That's what Anthony does. He doom scrolls. So
is
comment down doom
literally-
scrolling.
Ironic as hell, bro.
Literally.
And that's what you guys should not be doing. Stop doom scrolling, guys. Get off
Gio.
your phones, touch grass.
Gio,
Okay? It's
stop.
beautiful outdoors.
stop
It's
doom scrolling.
summertime. Okay, go outside, guys.
Gio, stop doom scrolling,
And of
bro.
course, subscribe to the Floor Spacer
Yeah,
podcast.
drop a like on the stream. Subscribe to the channel. How many likes are we on the stream right now? Let us find out. Let's see real quick before we head on out of here. We have 11 likes. Let's keep this going. Let's get it
Yeah.
up. Got a lot of doom scrolling. Gio, bro.
Yo, bro,
Stop doom scrolling, bro.
I don't do that, bro.
Gio, stop doom scrolling.
Yo, Tyler, touch grass, bro.
Gio, I touch grass every single day,
You kind
bro.
of do. You work in baseball, so
Exactly. Like, Gio, touch grass.
you literally have sunburn right now. Yeah.
Literally, my knees are torched. They're fried. Guys, type in the comment something about Gio.
They
It'd be-
said Gio stop do. Lockdown NBA podcast said Gio stop doom scrolling, bro.
Thank
what?
you.
guys,
That's
guys,
literally-
flood the chat right now and tell Gio to stop doom
This is
scrolling.
insane.
That's literally what we say every
tell
single
Gio.
day.
Bro, do you guys think Ben Simmons will average 50, 10, and 10?
Yo, Jack, bro.
I think maybe in a span of like 40 years, maybe.
right.
Maybe
50
in
total
maybe
points
in 2K.
in the next 10 years.
Maybe
for
in
Ben
2K.
Simmons.
That's crazy. But yeah, tell Gio in the chat to stop doom scrolling. We're up to 14 likes now. You guys are killing it.
Let's
Love it.
go.
Lovely. Joble. But
Of course, we're ending now with like 14 viewers on the.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You guys are keeping the viewers count, and the chat is popping,
Yeah.
and we love that. You know,
Gio, stop it. Gio, please wish my Jazz to win a ring and stop doom scrolling. If you
Who
want your
said that?
Krillin. Krillin, if you want Gio to make your team win a championship, you're gonna have to ask him to say that they're gonna stink.
I have to say what?
If you want a team to win a championship, you're gonna have to tell them that they're gonna stink.
Yeah, so pretty much Tyler thinks whatever I say, the opposite happens.
Yeah.
And honestly, it has been true this past season. But next season, I'm gonna be so locked in.
Bro,
I'm not gonna be a casual next season. Is that crazy?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be casual. I'm gonna
It's
be
gonna-
zoned in.
It's gonna be great seeing Gio zoned in more to the NBA.
Yeah.
It's
I
gonna
said
be
that.
a
I
lot
said
of
that
fun.
last year too.
You did say that last year. You also, it was your second season.
I got
in a
better.
row of being,
I got better.
You're like what's the opposite of a prophet?
Anti-profit.
You're basically like an
a false
anti-prophet.
prophet. A
False prophet, yeah. You say you predict one thing and the other thing happens. He said, "Say it, Gio."
What am I supposed to say?
Say that the Jazz are going to go 0-82 and then they'll win a championship.
Jazz are trash and they suck.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to formally congratulate the Utah Jazz on probably tanking again this year. Let's go. Yeah, bro. The fact that Yusuf Nurkic
Yeah.
is on this roster. Krillin, I'm sorry, my guy. I would just flip the page to the next decade.
yeah.
I said the Jazz could be a dynasty in the 2030s. So we'll just kind of have to see.
Bro, all these hot takes last second. This guy says, I think Cooper
Cooper's
Flag is overrated.
That's crazy,
Dude, what? Like,
You-
we're about to end the pod and you end like that,
Bro,
bro?
y'all sound like all the Thunder fans saying that Wemby was going to be a bust.
Oh my gosh.
Like, that's insane. Or all like the Hornets fans thinking that Brandon Miller was going to be better. Like, Brandon Bloody Miller, bro. Hell no.
Lockdown NBA. Let us know what do you want us to collab with you with. It depends. It depends what exactly we want to do.
Yeah.
I see that there.
Yo, Jack is
how we do
insane.
it.
He
That
said,
is-
Gio is so majestic. Gio, you're graceful.
So majestic. Yo, that's crazy work.
Yeah. Ben Simmons will be prime LeBron. Cooper Flag is not overrated.
He's not. That's literally.
We will
crazy.
see, guys.
He's properly rated.
We will see. Yo, are you gonna
Okay.
eat this pizza before I,
I
eat
am. No, don't touch it, bro.
it? Shut up, bro.
Gio, honestly, you should just eat it.
I'm about to.
No. Take your water.
That's crazy.
All right.
So I'll do one more scan of Shams. Anything?
Nothing. Literally
Nothing.
dead.
It looks like
Refresh it.
that's it. Yeah, the Bucks negotiated with Rich Paul, to get Torian Prince's contract extension. But yeah, guys, do we have anything else to sort of say before we head on out of here for the night?
No, we appreciate everybody that stayed with us for the full 3 hours.
We had 160 of y'all on Twitter right now. It's insane.
Yo, if you stayed the full 6 hours, 6 hours.
Yo,
6
If you stayed the
hours.
full 3 hours, comment right now.
3.5
I know Jack
hours.
was there the whole time.
3.5 hours.
3.5.
Gio.
That's crazy.
So
Jack, shout out to you. Stayed the full time. Who else?
Yeah, Jack. Alex is maybe. We haven't seen him in a while. Jack stayed the whole time. We love you,
Yeah.
Jack.
Jack said hello. He was the first one to comment.
Yeah, I know.
Krillin said Jokic will win it this year.
That's not a hot take.
The
Not a hot
MVP.
take at all.
That is
MVP?
properly. That is a
MVP,
proper take.
championship,
Either one.
either one. Really, the only two awards Jokic
Proper
can't win is Rookie of the Year and Sixth Man of the Year.
Mm.
So Jazz will win the finals. Heard it here. Yusuf Nurkic Finals MVP. I'll tell you right now, if Yusuf Nurkic ever won a Finals MVP, I think we'd have to just retire. It might have to be.
What did
but-
you say? Hot take, Michael Jordan. What did I say?
Michael
Retires
Jordan
and averages, unretires and averages.
unretires and
100.
averages 100.
Dude.
Krillin, you got on
Are you
an
making
hour
fun of my
ago.
Sixers hot take?
We appreciate
Yeah.
you, Krillin, regardless for joining.
But yeah, guys, that's pretty much the end of today's stream. We've been live for almost 4 hours. We're tired. We want to
Yeah.
go home, go to bed.
Yeah, but
Because we got to record this whole podcast tomorrow. So we hope you all enjoyed. Thank you all for watching. We love you all endlessly. We still do not like Nico Harrison.
I like Nico Harris.
Gio, bro, say his name right.
Didn't I just say it? Nico Harris?
Nico Harrison.
Oh my gosh. All right,
Gio.
Nico Harrison. Same thing.
So Nico Harrison. We'll shout out the top 5 fans right now in the chat. Shout out Alex. Shout out Duval.
Duval was here. Yes, Duval, you were here. We
Shout
didn't
out,
forget you.
shout out Sam Man. Shout out Kmart. Shout out Troy R Basketball. Shout out the rest of y'all. We'll see you all in the next one on Thursday. We will be releasing episode number 64, so be on the lookout for that. And we'll pick a day next week to be live. So thank you all for tuning in, and we'll catch you all next time.